Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2023 Heroclix Award Show, the Clixys. It's a Hollywood night. We have quite the evening in store for you. Of course, we're joined with Simeon Bruce. How's it going, Simeon?
It's going good.
It's going good. Are you ready to talk about this year?
I've been ready to talk about this year since it began.
Oh,
all those almost a full year ago.
Almost a full year ago.
Do you feel a year wiser?
No.
not in the slightest.
And Ian, how are you doing today? Are you ready to talk about the year?
It's a Hollywood night.
It's a Hollywood night.
And it's a pleasure to be here. I mean, to get a ticket to this event, it was not easy.
No.
Sold out almost immediately. So if you are here now, guys, consider yourself very lucky. We are very lucky to have you. Thank you for joining
us. At the pawn shop, bartering quite a few items to get a ticket.
You said that was a private moment.
And I said, Ian, you do realize you're hosting it. You don't need a ticket to the event.
Oh, yeah.
And so then we had to buy back all of it.
Here we are. Yeah. I think this is already such a fun event. I mean, obviously, guys, we have to highlight the award first.
Of course,
the
yes.
Golden,
the Golden Clixy this year.
Yeah.
The Silver Age Legal Ameridroid Golden Clixy Award.
Seriously, I think one of my favorite things we've ever done. I absolutely love this, guys.
One of the best things we've ever done was
buy
a $5 can of spray paint.
I think so. It looks so
It does
good,
look
dude.
so cool. It really does look pretty
This
cool.
is a real
It's like
Heroclix
kind of
award.
shiny and everything. Yeah.
Still playable too. It's
still
really
playable.
fun.
Absolutely. It's very funny. As you guys see, we're dressed to the nines.
Yes.
I assume all of you are as well. Otherwise, it wouldn't have really let you in the door without the dress code. So thank you guys so much for dressing your best, for tuning into the live stream. So really quick, thank you to all who voted. We had a record turnout this year. We had 219 voters on our official Google form that had all the categories that we're going to go over in the Clixys this year. You guys gave us just such great energy in the voting, and we really, really, really appreciate that.
And we're giving it back to them.
We are.
Because,
indeed.
guys, we've got some on-stream prizing. Lots of stuff. If you want to show
Yes.
off maybe just one of the items, Simeon.
Ooh.
Oh, a little pack of Disney Plus. I wonder what's in there. Maybe an Iron Man of some kind.
Maybe.
We totally didn't show that off on a short earlier.
What Iron Man? What Iron Man for Disney Plus could possibly
for those that
could
didn't
possibly
watch
be
the
in there?
short? If there was anyone that didn't,
Yeah.
it's a little bubble,
Sicarian
little
Iron
bubble
Man.
wrap.
Oh, I just saw his Disney Plus What If episode recently.
Yes.
And we also have the big prize, the big box prize here. It takes a second.
Oh,
sorry.
jeez.
We are going to be giving this away. Not quite yet, guys, but this is, the big item.
This will be just for joining us here
live
in the
stream.
studio in the stream. Oh, whoa.
Whoa, a Hall of Armors,
Oh man, Simi.
which is selling out everywhere, as far as I know. I know our local shop doesn't have any more. Neither does the South Dakota area. But very cool, so we'll be handing that out to one of you guys. And we have some prizes for the people who filled out the surveys. Unfortunately, that is closed now, so if you didn't fill the survey out, sorry you missed out. But we are giving away a Genesis APOC for that. A Scott Porter black shirt, which hard to come by these days.
Pretty tough to get now.
Also,
Thorgwen Khan.
according to quite a few of our votes, he might be worth something because of how people were voting. Can't say.
Can't say. We'll get into that later. That's
I
the
will.
point of the
I will
show.
admit there was at least one vote for him being best sculpt.
Really
Yes.
interesting.
There you go.
To that I said, really.
Hey, he must be a big Ginny and Georgia fan.
Big Ginny and Georgia guy.
But guys, with the gifts that we'll be giving you, we do have some unfinished Christmas business to do.
We do.
We did a secret Santa this year. Very secret with 3 people. So anyone could have given you these gifts. And as you can see, we stuffed them into some stockings. So shall we go oldest to youngest? Or youngest to oldest?
Yeah, we'll do youngest first. That's me. Right?
All right, Simeon, take us away.
I'm the youngest. No.
All right, so I guess I will open my super fan stocking first. I can already kind of tell we got something kind of fun. We have a few things in here. Kind of excited. Yo, that's pretty cool. All right, we have a little Ash Williams. Oh, ooh, little gun action. You can hold that in there.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. I dig that. Look at that guy. A little groovy.
Very fun.
Kind of goes. Ooh, please.
He's kind of shaped like Gumby.
He's
He's got those Gumby
he's
legs.
very stylized.
It's a very cartoon version.
Yeah, I like that fit.
He hasn't been made in Fortnite. Right?
This is fun. He has been made in
Okay.
Fortnite,
Oh.
sadly.
That could be the Fortnite edition.
I'm slowly running out of costumes I've done that aren't the guy from Fortnite.
Did you have to download Fortnite? And
It took a lot. I wanted to, but I stayed strong. I didn't do it. I stayed strong. Ooh. I love this bird. We have the WizKids Featherlight game.
Oh.
Ooh, little Patu. Patu bird Polly has fallen out his nest and his feathers flew all over the place. Each feather scores in a different way. Okay. I love these little funny WizKids games, dude. Look at this dude. Look at this guy.
Nice.
Can we see how he's like a little the Jabba the Hutt kid from Clone Wars
like
almost,
if you,
but as a bird.
Took an owl and squished it.
Yeah, really smushed him around. Okay, I like this. I dig this. My family loves these wacky games that WizKids makes. All right. Well, thank you to whoever my Secret Santa could have been.
Anyone in this room.
Could have been anyone here.
Yeah.
I like these though a lot. I really dig this. This is so sick.
That is awesome.
This is
The
really
removable
funny.
gun
The
is-
removable gun is really cool.
That, for some reason, that's like always a thing for me. Is it like,
do
can
like
I
these.
can I pull the sword out of the
Yeah.
sheath? Because if I
Ooh.
can,
Well, anyone could have gotten that for Calder.
it's
You
true.
can kind of spin
Anyone
his
in our
little
Secret
chainsaw hands
Santa.
around. All right, go ahead, Ian. This is pretty. I like this though.
Oh, this feels very plushy, almost. Oh, what is this? Oh, okay. We have a Kirby sweatshirt. Dude, it's a very recent thing. I recently got an emulator to play all the Kirby games on. I've been jamming hard. Look at that. It's even got a sleeve print, too. Dude, that's awesome. We got Waddle Dee. And, of course, Kirby. Dude, I have a shirt as well that is Kirby as Galactus.
Ooh,
That's
oh,
him
like eating the
sucking
world.
up.
Yeah.
This is really cool, man. Whoever got this
Whoever
for
got
me.
it.
Yeah.
Whoever got
Secret
it.
Santa.
Could have
Dude,
been anyone.
awesome.
I was actually 50% sure going into this that Ian just drew himself
That was.
and just never said anything.
Dude, I wish. Well, I had Bill, one of our super fans from last year, message us all a random one. And you know, right when you got yours, it's like, okay, well, if I have them.
Kind of instantly, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't think too hard.
There's
Don't
an
think too
Anyways,
hard.
just don't think too
there's
hard.
an
Don't think too hard. Don't think
XYZ.
too hard.
Yeah. If I fill out the value of one of these quantities.
I really like this.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, I can't wait. For whoever got you.
Whatever
that.
this is. Oh. Oh, yeah. We got the Top Goon.
Top Goon, dude.
The Top Goon shirt.
If you guys listen to the podcast, you understand why he is the Top Goon.
Top Goon for sure. Oh, that's awesome. That's so awesome. I'm so surprised this exists.
Oh.
But,
I was too, but
yeah.
you're the top goon, Simeon. It's so funny. It's so good.
after the notorious, how much did you spend on goons, Simeon?
Jeez.
I know it was over 100 because I remember like messaging you two and being like, I've made a mistake.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't believe I've done this.
He rightfully earned the title, guys, and it was important that we commemorate that. But now that we've all received a gift, I think it's time that somebody in the stream
Ooh.
gets a gift. Why don't we kick it off with, I think, Calder's vote for best sculpt?
Ooh. So my vote for best sculpt this year was absolutely Pegasus Captain America. A clearly biased vote, but this guy was my all-time favorite sculpts of the year. The wings, the horse, Captain America riding it, him rocking the blue jeans. It's just such a fun sculpt. It has
The
great,
jeans were a great
it has,
touch.
They were a
They
great
really
touch.
were.
But it's got a great flight effect. It's got a great stand, and the wings have such a great spread. And there's so much fun stuff you can do with them as well. I love looking at this. But not only is it my favorite sculpt, but I think something that one of you guys also
guys might
deserves
like.
to have. So we're going to be giving away this Captain America riding a Pegasus right now on the stream.
Right now.
Right now. What shall we...
How about
Shall
you
we have
guys?
them drop
Just
here?
comment your favorite sculpt in the next minute, and
There
we'll
you go.
choose somebody from that.
All right, guys, drop your favorite sculpt
I'm
here.
starting the timer now. Let us know your favorite sculpt in the comment. Please only comment once.
Only once.
one time. And then we'll pick somebody from that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Doesn't
Go
have to be
ahead.
from this year. Just
Sounds good.
favorite.
Who was your
I don't-
favorite sculpt this year, Simeon?
So I was actually tabulating like some of that stuff. I was wildly surprised that there wasn't more votes for like MOE because
Yeah.
Ghost Goblin was an early lead for me. Man, I think Ghost Goblin still kind of edges
He's who
out
I
like
voted
the others.
for.
Yeah, that's what mine was, is Ghost Goblin, because man, it was a tough year. We had some real amazing stuff that came out, and I think a lot of people loved the Wheels of Vengeance extra room,
Yeah.
extra like effect kind of stuff going on. So
What I really liked
Yeah.
about Wheels of Vengeance that I actually noticed today was the little flame effects that hung off the base.
Yeah.
Those added a lot for me. I don't know why, but I really enjoyed them.
The one Ghost Rider that's got just a little bit of trail.
A little bit, yeah. It's kind of fun.
Just a little burnt
Just
rubber.
that extra motion on the figure, you know. But Ghost Goblin, I do agree with you. It was an early lead for me, and I kept thinking,
All right. That's I think our
that's
cutoff
it.
is
Luke 8. Actually, Ryan will let you squeeze in. It's Mission
okay.
Impossible under the door, but he is the last one.
Last one. All right.
All right. How many
Random number
people
generator.
do we
That's
have?
a lot.
We've got, starting with Dennis Ryan with the Bane Iconic. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4,
But yeah, it was a
5,
great year
6.
for sculpts. Honestly, in the years past, it's almost been a struggle to figure out what was my favorite sculpt. I know last year might have been like
17,
a tough
18,
year.
19, 20.
I want to say for us to try to all figure out what our favorite sculpt is. And this one was another year where it's like, geez, they're all so good. There are so many good sculpts, and I do think part of that is
31
because-
entries.
31 entries, very nice. Is just because of Wheels of Vengeance alone, and then like A60 brought some insane sculpts to the table between like the
It really
chases and stuff.
did, yeah.
So it was a great year for Heroclix sculpts. Whoever's out there being a little digital artist is just knocking it out of the park over
Also,
there
like,
with kids.
I feel like we've seen an uptick in really crazy rare sculpts.
Yeah,
Really
I
crazy,
agree.
like super rare sculpts. Occasionally, you still get one there where it's just like someone standing there, but I think as a whole, like the rare sculpt quality has gone
think
up
so.
quite a bit.
I think you're right.
There's some standout
with-
rares in every set.
Dude,
like Necron for
I
me is
feel like,
one.
yeah,
Ra's al
dude.
Ghul.
I want to say Notorious had some of the best rare sculpts we've ever seen.
Dude,
like
so
they were
good.
so good. Black Adam being a rare, I was like, oh my gosh, this is insane.
A
No
quick
love
comment
for
from
Billy
Luke
Clubs.
says that
No love for Billy
Calder's
Clubs.
gonna flex and rip his
Yeah,
jacket.
sure, Luke.
All right, guys, I've got a random number generator. Hopefully, you can see that. It is 1 to 31. It's currently on 6, so if you're number 6, sorry. But I'm going to click this. I'm going to look away, and Calder's going to tell me when to stop.
Okay, stop right now, Ian.
We've got 16.
Number 16.
So we started at the Dennis Ryan with Bane Iconic. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Dennis Chavez, or hopefully it's not Chaves, Chavez, I would assume. You have just won the Captain America on a Pegasus. Please contact us, and this goes for anybody who wins. Contact us at dialh for heroclix@gmail.com with your address, or contact us directly on Facebook. If you have won some stuff from us previously within the last few weeks and it has not been shipped, sorry, we've been a bit busy with the holidays as well. We will do a massive mail day. It may take us some time as well, guys, so please be patient with us. These things will be sent to you. We always follow through. Just sometimes it takes a little time. We're all adults, so...
Yeah, January is going to be a bit hectic. We're going to try to get these out to you guys here soon. So
Believe it
So,
or not, this isn't our day
This is
job.
going to
who would've
Dennis.
thought?
We
Yeah,
should
let me get a
sort
little
like
thing.
Stack or something.
Do we want
let me
to
be-
switch it out for the Cam 2?
Get right back.
Cam
here.
2.
I guess he's already on Cam 2.
He is already.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, you guys saw that. But yes. So, congratulations to our first winner. We will have more stuff to give away throughout the night.
There's some great votes here. Hunter Kovac said Chthon. Obviously, I think
Dude, so
that was
good.
one that I constantly forget about, but every time I pull it out, I'm blown away. Nightfall Azrael. That Azrael from Nightfall, really cool.
Yeah.
Sculpt. Do you think it tops his other sculpt though?
Yes,
You do? Okay.
I think so.
I really like
The one
that,
from
like,
Crisis?
Yeah, the one where he's like holding his cape.
Wait, which one? The one from Crisis? Like Azrael Batman or Azrael?
Azrael.
I guess I don't know. Show me the sculpt you're talking
Dennis
about.
Chavez.
Yes, Dennis Chavez.
Let me.
Congrats, Dennis. Yeah, everyone's congratulating him. That's awesome. Man, this is such a good figure, too. I finally got around to actually playing that cat.
Oh yeah, he's insane.
Whew.
Makes
Oh
any
my
team
God.
so much better.
He's harder to mobilize than Calder and I originally thought.
Very
but
true. Very true. He's a little part of the cleanup crew.
is.
Cast a bit of a one-man lethal company all on his own, you could say.
yeah, I think Chthon.
For the
I mean,
Zoomers.
as far as best sculpt goes, I'll tell you where I stood. Ghost Goblin was what I actually voted for. Ghost Surfer was another contender, big time. No question about that. Chthon was on the radar as well. The Dark Phoenix from A60 was up there. Captain America was up there. It was really hard to pick a best sculpt this year. Last year, it was a no-brainer for me. I went Arachnite, who, by the way, still got votes this year. Yeah.
Which is so funny. Yeah.
Just shows... It shows
Must have, like,
something.
a-
It shows how
a
cool that
custom
figure
sculpt
was.
in my mind because I can't find it.
Oh, that's funny.
So yeah, it was definitely like that outfit.
That outfit for
Oh.
him.
But I could have swore that there was one where he was like holding like one side of his cape for some reason.
This sword looked cool.
Maybe it was a
Maybe the
custom
one
or-
like this, where he has the sword.
I like that
From,
one.
yeah,
I
that
do
one
think
is-
that one's cool.
That's in his
looking.
like Templar outfit.
That might
Yeah.
be one of the worst 98-point figures in the world.
Yeah.
But
But
guys,
he's so good. He's such a great sculpt. I wish they would make him in that outfit again. That'd be fun.
best sculpt, I think. Green Lantern Batman was also on the radar.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there were a lot of good sculpts this year, but there can be only one winner. So,
right.
we are going to go live to Canada with Luke Tokarik for the best sculpt.
The award for Best Sculpt goes to Wheels of Vengeance 053 Namor.
Incredible.
Wow.
So best sculpt was a tight race. If you want to pull it up there, we can go look at the top 4
Yeah.
really quickly. But best sculpt was actually super fun. But Chase Namor, congratulations everybody, Chase Namor. I think we can all say the shark is massive. The water effect is great. Namor hunched over, getting ready to attack is quite incredible.
That was
But-
a really cool one to see
It really was.
early, too. People were losing their minds over it.
Yeah.
Before
Oh.
we even saw the dial, right?
Yeah. I think that was a lot of the chases in like Wheels of Vengeance. A lot of people
Yeah.
were just like, we hadn't figured out what they did yet. WizKids was like passing them out and like doing a lot of show off stuff.
Yeah.
And it was just like, based on sculpt alone, I want this.
He's
Yeah.
big, dude, and he was heavy.
Holding that Ghost Surfer in person, I was
Yeah.
like, don't care what he does. I love this. This is great.
So we had to 4th place was Ghost Goblin and Bane Iconics. They were tied. 3rd place was Captain America on a Pegasus. And then 2nd was Ghost Surfer, who received 7 less votes
Only 7
than
votes.
Namor did. So it was quite a good year, but all of those are amazing sculpts. And so it just you see a good concentrated effort though in Namor's part that he collected a bunch of votes and he was able to claim the top spot. Another important thing to note is that those top 2 sculpts are both from Wheels of Vengeance, which is incredible. And
yeah.
3 of them are all peanut bases or Twinkie bases, which is pretty cool. So
Do you think
kinda goes to
recency
show.
bias
I
goes
think
to
there
play
might have
with
to be a
it?
bit of recency bias. with
You are
Namor
voting
and
for
Ghost
it like
Surfer.
a couple weeks, a month after the release
Yeah.
of Wheels of Vengeance. So
Yeah.
I do think there is some recency bias, but still, I'll be honest, like the Notorious sculpts, they were very cool.
They
But
were.
when you compare them to Wheels of Vengeance, they're not there.
No.
I don't think they're close. And
Outside
I
of,
think
like,
you can say that.
Aquaman is like probably the only one that I would like put there.
Aquaman was
But
up
even
there.
I
then,
think
like,
he got some votes, yeah.
he'd be in like my top like 7 or 8. I don't know of like this year because this
was
year was
pretty
just
cool.
loaded with goodies.
It was. It was honestly this was one of the tougher categories to vote for. Like 100%.
Ghost Surfer definitely doubles as a self-defense device. It's true. You
There
can
he's
throw
heavy.
it in your fist.
He is
and
heavy.
it's like a Kubaton. Hit the pressure points.
Just throw your clicks at your enemies, I'm sure that's happened at some venue. There's probably
Sadly,
there's
probably
probably
has.
been an instance
Probably
where
an
has
old
happened.
buried realms thread about that. Someone flipping a table, assaulting someone with clicks.
So, with a little bit of the best, now we're going to do what might have been the worst sculpt of the year. Overall, there weren't a lot of stinkers this year.
I don't
and
think so.
Even when you look at like the voting and what got it, like so there were some double-digit votes for best sculpt, right? Out of the 219 people. All of the worst sculpt, none of them really hit double digits. So it's kind of like a spread out. There's not really a concentrated that was clearly like a terrible thing. I can pull up the Google thing again here really quick so I can
absolutely.
double check. But
Also, like really hard to remember mediocrity.
it is. It really is.
So it's
More
like-
so than greatness, which stands
Like
out.
I know there was a few people that voted for like Gwen Stacy / Mary Jane because they shared the sculpt.
Pretty simple.
Oh,
I don't
sure.
Shared the
know.
pose.
I don't know.
But
When
I'm
I
like-
saw that sculpt, I was like,
Yeah, I mean it's not a
Yeah.
bad sculpt. The thing is, it's just like a
It's just
normal
simple.
person.
Yeah,
so
just simple.
yeah, like what all can you do with that? But
Give
So-
it a thumbs up,
we have our
and then one's giving
The
a
old
thumbs
point.
down.
cool. Yeah.
the old point and
Ooh, magic hands.
like bag in one hand, walking,
So-
briskly walking.
We have 4 people for worst sculpt here. We have Masters of Evil 4, Howard the Duck, Mephisto, and Carnage Silver Surfer. Those are running for worst sculpt, and the Clixy goes to Mephisto. It's not, you know what, that kind of makes sense. And even then, once again, guys, I don't get the Howard the Duck hate, actually. When I read Howard the Duck, I think people just forgot that was what classic Howard looked like. A lot of people said in their votes.
He looks like Donald Duck.
Yeah, but that's what he looks, that's what he's based off of, is Donald Duck, you know? So I don't think people understand. But I kind of see the sentiment with Mephisto winning worst sculpt being that he is such a prominent and cool piece, and Ultra Chase,
and you're also being
like
compared to the A60 chases.
You're not only being here to A60 chases, you're being compared to every other Ultra Chase too, which is so hard to live up to. So
living up to
I mean, that looks so cool.
That's tough. That's really difficult.
That's rough.
I don't think it comes as a surprise because with your point, Simeon, it's hard to remember mediocrity.
Yeah.
You're not gonna, cast a hard vote for something you don't remember.
Three of the top votes were for chases.
That's true.
That Chase Thor, that Carnage Silver Surfer, which I'm surprised because we
It's
also
interesting
got
that
a
he
lot
got-
of votes for Carnage Silver Surfer for best sculpt.
That's kind of
So
funny.
it's interesting that there's like people on both sides of that.
Yeah, some variance on.
And then Mephisto
whether or not you
being
like
the
it.
only Ultra Chase we got this year.
No, Azad or Sanan.
Zadar Sanan,
Okay.
yeah, oh yeah.
Which they also got some votes for best sculpt.
Which
I think they
category?
got, like
Shall
10
we
or
do
so.
next?
But
Let's see.
guys. Let's see. Bill says, I really wish it was just classic Mephisto. Bill, we'd have to agree. And thank you for being with us live.
I do agree.
Speaking of which, Bill, I know you had some opinions on Iconics, did you not?
Is that right, Bill?
Iconics, I'd say this year, this is the introduction of Iconics.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is our first year with Iconics.
Wow. I mean, some of the best Heroclix we've gotten. Some of my favorite, I think my favorite Batman, the Nightfall Batman. We also got an incredible Azrael sculpt. We got the Pointing Spider-Man. The Hall of Armors, which will be given away later tonight to one of you guys watching. The Death of Superman. These iconic moments.
They really were.
In Heroclix, in comics, with
I think
superheroes.
they did a good job of blending like the meme kind of fun moments, but also some super iconic.
There was
moments
something
from
for
comic
everybody.
books.
And they didn't feel like things that you necessarily needed to have, but if you wanted them, you really wanted them, you know? And that made them so impactful for me.
It didn't take up like a full set space. It wasn't like a starter. It wasn't like some of them were a little bit more expensive. Obviously, like Hall of Armors is one of the more expensive ones, but it comes with 8 figures, and they're not just like 8 figures. All the Iconics feel like a super rare kind of level of complexity and usability.
Yeah.
And then for the most part, unless it's for like a stylistic choice, the sculpts are all bangers. Like,
Dude, they're so good.
we got votes for that.
Even the
Bane,
Bad
but
Wolverine.
like we had a ton of votes for the Snap or the Snap Thanos. There's no Snap Wolverine yet.
Ooh.
Yet.
Hey, Bob.
But no, like all of them just have like
We have Sherlock Holmes coming up, too.
That is crazy
So
cool.
we're going outside the world of
Them
Heroclix.
pushing the envelope with Kong and Sherlock
Yeah.
Holmes is really
a
cool.
fur. What's it? The
Flocked.
Flocked, yes.
Furry Kong.
The
Get
greasy
furry.
flocked
The first
Kong.
furry.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Can't wait for like 20 years from
Eating
now when somebody
McDonald's.
finds one of those in like a storage shed.
Oh,
And
jeez.
it's all like moth-eaten and stuff. And they're like, this belongs
And they have to
like...
shave it.
Yeah, and then they go play Silver Age because they never did rotation for Silver Age.
There you go.
I don't know.
There you go, guys.
And then just coming into the fact they're going to be able to sneak in some MCU, DCEU stuff with the Peacemaker TV show sets. That's
Absolutely.
really fun.
Yeah, oh my.
So, man.
Behind the trash can?
Yeah, dude, behind the trash can vigilante is so funny.
Okay, you
So,
gotta stop playing with us like
I'm
that.
so
Wiz kids. Oh
fingers
my
crossed
God.
that maybe we get a 10 years of Marvel Endgame, Infinity War.
Give me Thanos with a glaive. I know that's not like a real thing that happened, but I want that.
It's so cool.
I mean,
Maybe
with-
even throwing the glaive.
We talked about it a little bit on the last
steal my money.
podcast, but it doesn't look like Next Phase has any of the what if stuff that
So far,
is just
no.
now coming out. Like nothing in solicits, no pictures or anything. So it seems like that got skipped over completely. It'd be awesome if we got some Iconics of like some of those.
Yeah.
Or I mean, its own set would be awesome too.
Dude.
I love this new season. It is. I haven't watched the last episode, but
I haven't watched any of it yet. I still need to do Invincible too. An Invincible box set would make me lose my mind.
Yeah.
I know they did it before and it was
Yeah,
not
dude.
great.
Remake
it's actually
that.
just
right
right
there.
there. You can't really see it. It's really blinded by light, but there's so many possibilities. And the point is that Iconics is one of the best things that I think WizKids has done for HeroClix in I don't know, the last decade.
Oh, absolutely.
It's
been huge.
It's brilliant.
Edison says, "Give me Nosferatu iconics."
Ooh,
Yeah?
man.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
probably public domain.
Pretty
Probably.
much. Pretty
It's gotta
old.
be, right?
It's pretty old by now.
I mean,
Gundam Heroclix.
That's
That
a
might
common
be to
one.
finally
We
get my
kinda
little
had
brother
Gundam.
to play Heroclix.
if they
is
made modular Gundams,
Yeah.
maybe we're playing a different game at that point, but it's cool.
Bring back
That's-
Build-A-Figure.
Build a
Build-A-Figure.
figure.
Dude, as
Build
a
a
kid,
Clix.
I was all about Gundams.
Oh,
But we
man.
need to cut to Bill. He's been waiting on the line
Yeah,
for a minute
Let's
here.
get our correspondence.
The best iconics of the year.
Thanks, Calder. It's my honor to present the inaugural Heroclix Best Iconics Set Award. It was a great year for Iconics, the first one ever. We got to see memes like pointing Spider-Man or Wolverine in the bed, and we got to say, dare I say it, iconic versions of characters like Doomsday and Batman. But only one can actually win Set of the Year. The nominees are Hall of Armor, Batman Nightfall, Death of Superman, and Wolverine in the bed. Now it's time to figure out who won. In fourth, we have Captive Hearts Wolverine. In third, Iron Man Hall of Armor. And that leaves us with our top two, Batman Nightfall, and the set that I voted for Set of the Year, Death of Superman. Your winner is Batman Nightfall. Congratulations to all the Batman stands out there like Ian Eggleston. Everyone have a happy new year, and back to you guys in Omaha.
Thank you so much for announcing that. What a stacked category this year.
Let's go Nightfall.
Nightfall. It was a tight race.
As a biased fan, I called it.
But look at them. Yeah, look how good they look. Fantastic.
Even though, I mean, it was close. It was a close race.
It actually really was. And there's a huge vote disparity between the top two and then the bottom two for best iconics. So Nightfall beat out Death of Superman by 10 votes. They had 86 votes for Nightfall and 76 for Death of Superman.
Yeah.
Out of 219 people voting, that's insane.
That's like what, 70%?
Yeah.
Yeah.
75% roughly.
So then Hall of Armor's got 24 votes, and then Captive Hearts Wolverine in fourth place got 14 votes. There's a little 10-point.
No, I voted for
rockets
Iron
down.
Man, but Batman was probably my second favorite. Sorry, Lucas.
That's the way it goes.
Got 24 votes compared.
I think maybe it's the simplicity
Batman's
of
got
it.
it locked.
Maybe it kind of goes to show that Batman is like one of the most accurate, perfect versions of Batman you could
gonna
get.
say,
that Bane is such a fun, unique take on Bane that's also
It's
super
so
fun to play.
I think that Bane's I've said it before, but I think it's like the most accurate we'll ever get for Bane in like HeroClix.
Yeah.
Like he just
think
feels
so.
like he pumps
previously
up the
it's just
right
been
way,
like
he gets
long
the
dial
overdose.
take damage, but this
Yeah.
is like literally pumping up. Like you turn up.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's
Which-
really good.
Yeah, like A+ on like that Bane. The Azrael, I don't know the character a whole lot from comics, so
Jean-Paul Valley?
yeah.
Oh, Jean-Paul Valley.
I know he's got a flame sword and he's really cool whenever he shows up, but I haven't.
He was the
followed him as
coolest toy
closely.
to have in the 90s.
Oh yeah,
I mean, come
along
on.
with
like
every
the blue
color
and
and shade
yellow.
of Batman they made.
We've talked about that
Yeah.
before, how it's just like the big armor. We were both so about that as
He's
kids.
like,
so cool, dude.
all
the
right,
big
Robin,
spiky
we're
shoulders
fighting
and everything.
Something. I need my neon colored bat suit this time. It's like, who are
Who
you
are we
fighting? Yeah. Who's
It's
this
the
working
Cobbler
against?
Fire. Just another great
Cobbler
moment.
Fire.
You know, I did have some questions for us as we're between categories.
Oh, sure.
Joker.
So, you want to
Bane,
announce the
great.
next category? You want to figure
Okay,
out
yeah.
what? Well, probably not.
What do you wanna do next,
These
too?
ones are kind of like final ones, but go ahead and flip through those. Feel what you think would be a good next category to hit here.
With
Well,
how much we've done in this last year, guys.
Okay.
All the live streams, the videos, the podcasts, the worlds, the nationals, the driving, everything. There's been a lot. We spent a lot of time together, and we spent a lot of time doing what we're doing right now. And behind the scenes, it's not always picture perfect like you're seeing right now. So with that, I have to ask you guys, what was our biggest behind the scenes blunder of 2023? What was our biggest moment of, jeez. I've got one off the top of my head. Here's something that happened at Worlds, guys. This was just a few months back. When we were doing filming at Worlds, we had a big plan in our head of like, yeah, we're going to film every game all the time. We're going to have like 5 cameras going all the time. We're just, yeah, let's do it. And then slowly but surely, not only did it take forever for those videos like to upload.
Yeah, I did.
So it was just eating up our, gosh, it was horrible. But I realized like almost nobody, and still to this day, those YouTube videos have like no views. Nobody really watched the videos. And that's not to say like, oh, shame on you guys, but it was just like the blunder for us was I realized this about midway through the day. I was like, guys, what are we doing? We're eating up like all our bandwidth.
Yeah.
Nobody's watching these videos. And so that kind of realized, you know, people care about Heroclix games at Worlds if they're high stakes.
Right.
And so next year we have a much better idea, I think, of what
Right,
to
yeah.
capture.
So like the
Not
blunder-
everything, but
It was
focused.
less of a blunder and more so just like we had assumed different priorities of like the fan base. So it's
Yeah.
not on them. It's not really on us.
No.
At the end of the day, we still covered a lot of stuff.
We did. We
Yeah,
did a
and,
great job still, but that, like, the moment I should describe a bit more. I remember when it happened, I was looking at the videos download, and I was just watching all the cameras record, and then I looked at the views, and I was just like,
Yeah.
I was like, you know, I was in a bit of a bad mood. They're like, you got to in. I'm just like, just pull the plug on, like, all of this. Like, guys, we need to refocus. We need
Yeah.
to
That
redo
was
it.
during Team World, so we were
It was like day 2
we
or
were
3?
covering like A, B, and C teams. Of, like,
Yeah, we
following
did all
those.
3 of the worlds.
And yeah, it was like, all right, we're just gonna capture like the top one. We're just gonna do the A team from now on.
Most of the people who'd watch them are the ones that are there, I'll bet.
Probably. Either on stream or...
There was quite a few
Yeah.
people sitting in like the whatever that mezzanine area is, watching the
Yeah.
live streams.
Pretty fun.
That's awesome.
Like you'd walk out there and there'd be people just like watching rather than being in there. Which,
It was kind of
to
funny.
be
It
fair,
was kinda
better
funny.
seating out there. So
Somebody said, I watched the crap out of those videos. Ha ha ha. I spent my entire weekend watching them.
Well, Chase, thank you. You're the
Glad
man.
you enjoyed them.
Appreciate it.
Oh boy.
Biggest blunder
It
was
was not winning Worlds.
That was, I think my biggest blunder was not winning nationals. When I talked all that game
Yeah.
last night, it's not a national. No, it's not really the biggest blunder. I think
Biggest
one of
blunder
our
was not playing Maggot on that team.
Yeah, not at all. Not even close. I would never play Maggot. Sorry, dude. I'm not one of those people. Sorry, Ethan. Sorry, Ethan. Man, I remember the Spider-Man, like our first. I honestly think one of our biggest blunders was the Multiversal Masters of Simeon. The sequel video that we got.
It exists.
It exists.
And it will come
And
out.
will it?
Yes, it will.
Because we were like, we're gonna do this big overarching story for all the sets this year, and it never actually panned out. We never
Sets
actually
just-
like
The
sets just came
timing-
out,
the
like,
timing.
so
the
quick.
timing was so bad.
so wacky.
And then that's also like when my job started to get.
Yeah, and it was like by the time we were getting like ready to or we were finishing up filming something, all of a sudden Scott Porter would start unboxing like the next set or something.
Yeah.
And we're just like,
And then the set, like we were planning on doing it for like the unboxing or the unveiling, and the timing was just way off. But I do promise, like that will continue and it will come out. I have it about halfway done.
Another really fun one that I think was like a fun blunder was our Beyond Amazing. Almost everything around Beyond Amazing was kind of a fun blunder.
Somebody's saying boost your sound quality. Can't hear you a lot, especially in the car if my window is cracked and my volume cranked to the top.
Well, you're in the car with your window cracked.
Does anyone else have issues with the
should anybody
sound?
have a live video while driving if
That's a
you're driving?
tough one.
I
I'm
would-
sorry you can't hear us very
This will
well.
be up afterwards. You can watch it afterwards, I promise. But yeah, please don't drive and watch our live stream.
But like Beyond Amazing, me being in Rapid City, like 9 hours away from here when the Beyond
yeah.
Amazing brick came in, I thought was so funny. And then we
Oh
hadn't
yeah,
even-
you left and then it was here like
literally
an
left
hour
the
later.
next day. Yeah, literally, I was waiting an extra day. I'm like, okay, well, I'll wait until it gets here. And I'm like, no, I've got to go. And then I like take off and drive, and like literally like almost no time later, the brick gets here. I'm like, oh goodness gracious.
Yeah,
we
that
also had an
was-
entire sketch planned for Beyond Amazing, and we're like, we can't do this. What are we doing? And we scrapped the.
Well, we
entire...
did. We couldn't get the costumes in time.
Yeah, so
But
were
we
like,
wanted
let's-
to. The original plan for the Beyond Amazing sketch was hilarious. We were gonna just beat the crap out of Luke. that was the whole skit.
Just like
was gonna be
as,
so funny.
as the Sinister Syndicate. or
Sounds
Sinister
fine to
Six.
me. No, sound is fine. Your sound is fine.
Oh,
okay,
he's talking
cool.
about the podcast. Okay.
Oh,
The pod. Don't have the issue with other podcasts. Interesting. We'll have to figure that out at another time here.
the matches this channel uploads is sincerely the best part of seeing people play Clix. Other channels always have something off about them, but you guys nail it. Johnson Flamethrower, really thank you, because we put so much time into those. Especially one of them this year. And guess what? You'll see another one come January. The Master Cuts. So the finals for January and Champion Clicks. We'll do another one.
Perfect.
And it'll be fun.
Right on.
Sorry.
Brings a tear to my eye.
I agree that the biggest blunder probably was those Masters of Evil videos. Those are like a full day. Just not wasted.
Not wasted.
Because they will come
It's still
out.
there.
But we were all just like deflated afterwards. It's like,
Oh.
there's already a new set. Like, what's the
Yeah.
point?
Yeah.
It
Sometimes
is,
you get in your own way, guys.
it is rough trying to do like multi-levels of content around like a schedule release that we don't know really.
It's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like things just kind of, I mean, sometimes we have an idea, but also we have our own things that we have to accomplish and get done on like a
Yeah.
weekly basis. So my biggest blunder happened 2 weeks ago, and that was or maybe it was only a week ago. I don't remember. But I recorded a whole podcast. I edited it.
Oh,
all.
yeah.
I got all the way to formatting it and uploading it before someone in the Discord said, "Hey, this is only 4 minutes," and I went, "That's not good." I can't remember my response, but I was just like, "That's real bad."
You're like something like, oh,
because I had
I came home
closed
and Calder was
everything.
like, we got to do a podcast. I'm like, all right, let's talk about K-Mo.
So I formatted, and then normally once I format, that episode's done. I just clear everything. I don't make save files of each episode because if I did, my folders would just be massive, and I already like once a year move everything to an external hard drive and then clear it out anyhow. And so I
need to do
closed
that
everything
soon.
down, shut my computer down, and I opened it just like hoping Audacity had like the files still, and it didn't. And so yeah, there's an hour-ish long podcast that just will never be
that's what
released.
Simeon's gonna announce next.
Which one?
I think on the
Yeah.
topic.
On the topic, we might as well.
On the topic of like videos and things that we could have done, may have
Just wanted to
done.
look through and see what
Oh,
it was.
it's
I wasn't trying to
Oh, that's all
interrupt.
right. No. Oh, no, that's all right.
Yeah. We asked you guys what your favorite or the best that you thought Dial H video of the year was. And we got a lot of responses. I will say some of them, orange. That's not a video. Someone said, and I don't know if they meant the metafiles because there was a few votes for metafiles.
Okay.
But
Thank you.
They said meta tier list, and I was like, we've done a few tier lists, but I don't think we've ever done a meta specific tier list. Me and Ian did some kind of Silver Age tier lists.
Oh, yeah, we did.
So
Those were fun.
yeah, I don't
Should
know
do those again.
what exactly those were in reference to, but we got 10 votes for just a generic all, which thank you. We're glad that you you enjoy all of them.
That is cool.
In third place with 11 votes was the rotation skit, the 2020.
Oh, fun. Oh, good.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's my
that
favorite.
got a big reaction.
Good. That was a hilarious one
Yeah.
to film. The,
favorite of the rotations and the I guess the Calderverse, because that video was done entirely by Calder.
Yeah.
Calder
Yeah.
did that all in one night by himself. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you
just
go.
sitting here, bopping
With our
around
new
the table.
mics.
That one was a really interesting one because each person had like a little thing on their chest that said what set they were, and I tried to like make costumes for each like character
Yeah.
or whatever. But what the table looked like, because I wanted to make it look like as if they were sitting around a table, was literally their piece of paper here, around the table. And I just like went to this spot,
zip,
recorded
zip,
his
zip,
bits,
zip.
went to his spot, changed it, recorded his bits, went to that spot, changed it, and it was a pretty fun one to film. And then the tire stack at the end, I thought was like,
Dude, that was
Oh
so
my
good.
gosh.
Yeah.
Cannot be in the comments. Donnie Pepper Cricket.
No.
The man
Stop.
himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Donnie Pepper Cricket says Extreme Rules. Well, that video didn't come out this year, Donnie Pepper Cricket, but I'm glad to know that you're doing all right. Ian, if you're not aware, Donnie Pepper Cricket is a huge nemesis of Calder's.
That is unreal.
Yeah.
Donnie
I'm,
Pepper Cricket is
gotta be-
to be fair, he's the nemesis of Rawhide Sterling's.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
That's wow. I'm kind of still taking it in right now.
an actual genuine
There were
celebrity.
there
in the
were a
audience.
few. Now that you say that, Rory, just I don't want to keep pushing off Simeon actually announcing the true winner. But Rory said, "It's like, were there any pitch meeting videos this year? I like those. There were 2. Maybe a minor blunder for me, if you remember, Simeon, our New Year's resolution episode. I said I'm going to try to do one every single month this
Yeah.
year, and 2 were made. And then there actually was, I almost fully scripted out the Batman team up pitch meeting video that's still completely scripted out somewhere.
Oh,
and
let's talk about that.
as soon as I got back from Florida, I was insanely sick, and I also moved in. Like I flew in. And then the
Dude,
next
you
day,
were dead. You were dead that whole time.
The next day, I had to drive down to Omaha after getting back from Florida, drive down to Omaha to get our house, to get here, moved down. And I had scripted it all out on the plane. Then as soon as I got here, I was dying the entire time. I was like definitely
When I first got here, you were like just
and sick.
It's like
I was
it's like a
still-
dog on its last leg.
in the
It's just
corner with a blanket over him.
I was horrible. I didn't have a bed yet. I had a sleeping bag. I was like, Simeon, bring me soup, and like Simeon brought me some soup. I was like,
I do remember that.
thank you, thank you, Simeon.
I
Please.
completely forgot, like, for some reason, until that moment in the story where you brought me into it.
Yeah.
I brought you soup and then Altoids.
Altoids.
And I was like,
cheer
I was
cheer
like
me up.
grabbing him stuff at the store, and I was like, oh, I always see him with these Altoids. Maybe he'll like those.
Glad to know Rawhide
believe that
owns
was-
more than one shirt. Thank you, Donnie.
Donnie still need to pay me back.
I
for
do
that
want to
shirt,
bring
you
up
guys.
one more sketch before we announce the
okay.
winner.
Okay.
This one was a Batman team up. This one might have been even like leading into 2022. Like it might have been more than a year ago.
Oh, yeah.
But we were talking about trying to get Scott Porter in a video for a Batman team up reveal. We were going to be the Scooby Gang. One of the saddest things for me personally, skit wise, is me not getting to be Shaggy and having Simeon be Simmy Doo. God, it would. Then Calder was obviously Fred. And then we had a bunch of ideas for how to do Velma and Daphne. One of them was that we would never show the upper half of Simeon and we'd just show his hairy legs.
Just the orange skirt with
All right, gang, let's split up. Yeah, Fred. That's a great idea. So yeah, we sent we really tried to get Scott
to work
Porter
with him.
involved in a
At one
Batman
point, it sounded
team-up.
like he was interested.
It
We
did.
We did get a response where it seemed like there was interest.
It was possible. There
I
was
think it,
a window.
He's just a busy guy. So
Maybe in the future a Scott Porter team up will happen. I'm not going to make any promises. It would obviously be so cool, but planning that sketch out, we must have rewritten that thing like 10 times. And then another blunder. Batman team up was shipped to the wrong address.
Oh, geez,
Yeah.
man.
And we never received that from WizKids because it got shipped to Calder's old address. I stopped in his old town on the way to Newtown to see if the guy still had it. He goes, I returned it at the post. So it just got lost.
yeah,
So that video never happened as well. We never made a sketch for Batman Team Up. Once again, just because life got in the way.
Avengers 60th
But, man.
also. Or no,
Yeah,
not
or Avengers Forever.
Forever.
Avengers
Yeah.
Forever did, yeah.
So if you guys didn't realize, like, there was a brief moment where after X of Swords, we didn't do like an unboxing ahead of time. There was no like
Nothing.
pre-release stuff because we just
We messed up.
we had an old address sadly, and the worst part was like the small hope that those bricks still existed.
Dude,
somewhere.
yeah.
know.
Then he'd just be like, yeah, I've been holding on to them forever.
Dude, how
Yeah.
awesome. I
I would have like reached in my wallet and just been like, yo, here's like all the cash I have. Thank you, dude. But yeah,
But
please, Simeon, continue
Simeon,
the
please.
categories.
Oh, yeah.
So just to reiterate, we had 10 votes for all. We had 11 votes for the rotation skit. We had, in second place, just generic Worlds coverage. So like that
The
was also
Facebook
like
stuff.
all, but yeah, it was specifically Worlds, but they said like all Worlds, or they said all of the World streams, or like something. So 22 votes for that. And then just barely edging out the competition for the World's coverage was the finals master
Oh,
with
my.
23 votes.
Oh.
Which, Ian, how long did you spend on
Way,
Ian. Good
way
job,
too
Ian.
long. Thank you, guys. That one, well, I couldn't have done it without my team, too.
Yeah.
It was, uh,
Luke got some amazing
oh,
footage.
Man, it was great.
That was a full, like, just the filming of it alone, for a long time, we all had those sticks. If you saw us at Worlds, we're walking around the tables.
Yeah.
For a good 20 minutes, because the game just focused right into this corner. I have my camera right here. I was just standing still like this with a stick for like 20 minutes to get like that one shot if I ever needed it. Luke's doing a bunch of shots of the players, you know, so the active filming for that game was not only like one of the craziest things I think we've done in terms of like in-depth Heroclix, but the editing for that,
I was gonna say
that was like a 12 to 15 hour project.
anyone
it was
that's
so
never edited
long.
a video before, let alone 2 videos that you have to time sync and try and like maintain.
It's like 5 separate
Continuity and
cameras.
everything.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, we had so many cameras on that.
But
those
it turned
players
out so
sweat
great.
bullets, man. They must have had like almost 10 cameras on
It was
them
such
at
a
one
fun
point
last
between
game,
us and
too.
a few other people's cameras. Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, Patrick starting out with the crazy outplay of I'm gonna pick phasing with Sakari, and I was like, you can do that? I've only ever done charge flurry.
Yeah.
choose
What do you
that?
mean? Hypersonic
going
precision
on?
strike,
Yeah.
charge flurry. What
Running
other
shot,
powers can you
pulse
choose?
wave?
Yeah, running
And
shot, pulse wave.
I probably walked past him like 4 or 5 times that day, and he would pick running shot pulse wave just to like reset.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, to end durations on
Yeah.
the
to end
hours.
durations. And
But
so
that
yeah,
was,
like
ugh,
him picking that
brutal.
was just like,
Phasing.
I don't know what's
What?
happening anymore.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you know, going into Worlds as well, I was like, guys, I'm so excited to do this. I'm so excited to bring this to you guys. I'm glad that you guys liked it. If you haven't seen it, it'd mean the world for me for you to check it out. But get this, Champion Clix, we're covering that. So that is end of January. We'll be doing another one for the finals there, courtesy of the crew
Yeah.
who is getting us
Well,
out
Aaron
there.
Verillo.
Yes.
Thank you, Verillo. Thank you, Aaron.
And
Really appreciate it.
it's going to be really cool, guys. So if you enjoyed the World's coverage, make sure you're following us on Facebook. I know you're in the YouTube right now, but if you want to stay up to date, that is like the big event. That's the first event of the year.
Yeah.
And that's going to be something that's kicking off 2024.
I was gonna say,
So
that's only
stay tuned if you liked
2
what you saw
weeks
this
from
year.
now?
Jeez.
2-ish
Feels that
weeks
way.
from now?
About it's the 25th to the 29th.
Okay.
So almost, not quite a month, 3-ish weeks. We'll be down to Florida, doing all sorts of fun
Welcome
coverage.
to David's house. Yeah, New Mark's house.
Maybe Chance's house.
Well, that's where we're staying. David doesn't know that yet, though. All right. Well, it was quite the work. Such an incredible job on the master cut. Puts the Snyder cut to shame.
Big
I
facts.
agree with you. Yeah,
Big
it's too
facts,
long.
bro. Big facts.
Really good job, guys. I'm confirmed World's BR King, says Luke. Luke, that's another. Here's another mention for Worlds.
He was rocking it.
He played in, I think, like 7 BRs. He walked away with Venom God, Con Joker, Deceased Batman, Deceased Hawkman, Prime Camo. I think he
Nice.
played in 7 or 8 of them. Luke, if you know how many you played in. But every time he'd come back to our table, because Luke was helping us out at Worlds, so shout out Luke Rhyme that's in the chat. He'd come back, just
It was pretty funny.
flexing a finger. I'm like,
We were like, that's
"How?"
great. Go get us Taco John's. Thank
Yeah,
you.
now get us,
Now get us food.
do your job.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, let's go ahead.
Another category.
Filler
shall we?
chat as we decide another category.
All right. By all means, let's see. The way it should be done, absolutely, Everk. I think we're going to bring some pretty fun coverage to the Champion Clix Open. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think this
I think that'll be a
a
good,
good
one.
topic.
Some-
I've got another question for you guys, though.
Oh, boy.
We can talk about this.
Ian's been good at asking questions this year. Between the metaphiles, we got Detective Ian in the studio here. He's asking
I used some. Funny enough, the intro for that was a video I used for an insurance commercial, and the name of that insurance commercial was "In Sherlock Holmes."
Oh, my God.
And there was a guy,
I don't know if I
the
can-
story of that was like some
do
guy was
this.
screwing people over on their insurance,
Oh, there was like
and they wouldn't stand
there
for
was
it.
deep insurance lore
Yeah.
to this video.
The insurance
How's he
company
doing
lore,
If only there was someone we could call.
the
Half the
Moriarty
cost and better
whatever.
service. You can't stop. So in Sherlock was stealing all his business,
It's Sherlock.
but Chase was my Watson, which
Oh.
was hilarious.
Luke says 12 BRs.
Oh,
only
12
2
BRs.
happened where no chase was pulled.
Oh, man. That's insane.
so-
Such good BR luck.
Yeah.
Oh. So the question I have for you guys was, what was your most played figure of 2023? I have an answer to kick things off. It was World's Finest, the Legacy card, the Master of Disaster. He was on every competitive team I played. It took me forever to get a Legacy card. Thank you, Tristan, if you're in the chat, for doing that for me. Gave me a pretty good deal on it. And no matter what team, I played a Scarab team, which I know, gross, but I had him for 3
You are
years,
gross.
had to.
You are gross for that
He was
one.
on that team. I played him on a Spider-Man Prime team. He was on that team. I played him with Sky Tyrant. He was on that team. He was on literally everything I built competitively. Playing him with Mad Jim was a ton of fun. Giving him the Waldo arms for free. Equipping him with the Necro Sword, no Mad Jim, and just bashing 3 times for like 18 damage. I love World's Finest. Like, I'm pretty sure I voted him for favorite figure for me.
Okay.
But that was my most played figure this year, and I don't think it was close for second. I think maybe Mad Jim was up there as well, because I had a lot of fun with Mad Jim. I didn't play him until this year. So,
That's kind of wild, you did. Yeah.
I got him for a good deal, and then I was like, whoa, this guy's actually really fun. So
Yeah.
he's probably up there for me too.
Like, I thought in Worlds last year, that's when they announced the equipment dance is gone. I thought for sure that his usability is like,
would tank. Yeah, so did I.
I thought he wouldn't be as effective, but then people still found ways to make him incredibly effective.
It's insane. Somebody asked, was there a favorite game mechanic introduced this year? Mystery cards, equipment assignment, terrain, etc.
Not introduced, but just the constructs being more full force. I love that. That was my favorite.
I liked mystery cards
mechanic this year. I love that so much.
I haven't played with mystery cards, but terrain for sure was something that I think was much needed, and it's really fun. Gives super strength like so much more value. It's really cool. My most played figure this year, I think I played a lot of stuff out of Avengers 60th, and so it's hard, but I think Bats got played on pretty much any team.
Dang.
Yeah, like Bats was just, because if I just want like a
I know
+1
Alex
attack,
is happy to hear
Ghost
that.
dog.
like even just like, paying 25 points for enhancement is a little steep, but like he's also got mystics and super senses, and he's tiny. There's like so many awesome things about him. I also played Leader from that set quite a bit.
Leader's so fun.
He's a ton of fun.
Nasty for an
and
uncommon.
He doesn't even feel bad to play because he's like so squishy.
No. Yeah.
But at the same time, if you don't deal with him, he like causes
He's
so many problems.
got no moving attack. He's just
chilling.
mind controlling. Leader's great.
You get him in position, you pray. If he dies, you're like, eh. But if you get
It
something
happens,
off,
man.
it's like, wow.
Feels so good for 35 points. So I think it's St. Walker for me. I was bouncing between like what I played
Maybe
the most
Flash.
this year. But every time I played Flash, I played St. Walker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I played St. Walker on other Herald teams as well. So I'm thinking...
We built a lot of dropship teams
so
together.
Because I was thinking it's like St. Walker, it's Flash, or it's the Captain America Legacy card, the free punch cap. Because I played...
Yeah.
There was a team that had like 4 of him on it at one point, which was really funny.
That,
but I think it's St. Walker. I think I put him on a bunch of different teams throughout the years. I think St. Walker's got to be my most played figure of the year. But he's got so much fun stuff to add. He's a great support. He's not only
so much
a construct dropper, enhancement, and empower, like a TK,
which you almost never end up
I don't
using
think
with him.
I think I've TK'd once with St. Walker this entire
Which
year.
just speaks about how useful he is.
He's got so much. The critical hit chance increase is so good. The +1 to attack on
Extra
empower,
like 5%,
empower with the in the range and line of fire. Oh, so good.
You guys have a
St.
figure
Walker's
that
definitely there.
you thought you'd play more and didn't? Because I definitely
Probably
have.
100 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, my big one is
Chase Batman from BTU. Thought I'd play him a ton.
Yeah,
Didn't play him a lot.
I thought for sure I was gonna play. After I got one, I thought that Space Ghost would get played
Oh, sure.
all the time. I have yet to play him once.
Really?
And now that
Dude,
I
he's
have
blast.
Now that
He's
I got
awesome.
a yellow ring, yellow chainsaw,
Got it
yellow
all.
stop sign,
You got it all.
whatever the other 2 constructs I got, now I'll definitely play Space Ghost for his double negative perplex that he can do.
I'm definitely going to try mystery cards with the new Batman OP figures come out. Batman and
it's so
Nightwing
fun.
will be fun to use. Dude, I tried it. Q's
Q's question.
Q's question, is
Isn't
that what it
yeah,
is?
it's Q's question, yeah.
That card is insanely good. Wow, it's super, super good. I played St. Walker at Worlds. He was great. Yeah, Jackson did. And he did pretty well with them. Sakari and Iron Man is...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, jeez. That's probably also tied with World's Finest.
It's funny that that would be the most played when there was 5 months where he was
I know,
rotating,
right? He's gonna
right?
I also...
9 months after
Every
Worlds.
single team I built started with him.
So funny.
I did like him a lot. I mean, there's so many winners, guys.
There are
what's
so many good
crazy.
ones. I don't know who was my figure who I thought I was gonna play a bunch, but then just didn't play that much.
Ugh.
It sure as heck might have been Prime Cap because I tried him on 2
We
teams
tried.
and he turned to dust a lot of the time.
We
I really
tried,
thought he'd be a
man. We
bit
tried
more
to make
stout
him consistent.
than he was, and he gets all this great praise for being one of the best Captain Americas, but he just doesn't work. He doesn't work for me,
He's
which
close.
is a bummer.
Well, while
yeah,
Simeon's gone,
might have been him.
shall we maybe give something away?
Shall we
over
give
there?
something away?
What is that I'm pointing at over there?
Oh, I see some pointing action.
What is that? Do you guys want something given away? Yeah.
Is there a little? Ooh.
I think we maybe.
You want the sharpshooter board, Simeon? Are you getting peckish
Not
yet?
quite. Not quite.
I don't know if you're getting peckish yet. If you were getting peckish,
We're
by
not
all
quite
means.
to the celebration.
We're not there yet. Okay. Huh?
Will that fit in the camera box?
The sharpshooter board? Yeah, I put the sharpshooter board.
Make a tiny.
Very quickly, guys, we are going to give away a Spider-Man double identity Iconics. Which Calder? How many did you buy?
Oh, jeez. Oh, my gosh. I bought 5 or 6. I think I bought 5 of these because I was able to find enough different things in the Wiz. So the goal was I just wanted 10 gingerbread men from last year. I wanted 10 of them because they're 30 points, 300-point team, right? And I think I bought everything that was around the $20 mark to qualify for a gingerbread man, and I was running out of things to buy that were unique. So I was like, you know what?
Claws.
I got 10 frost claws too, dude. Break out the white claws. They're the frost claws. Yeah,
No
thank you,
laws
Chance.
with the frost claws.
Yeah, dude. So I bought like 5 or 6 of these pointing Spider-Man because they were the only Iconics that was pre-orderable at that time. Just to get all my gingerbread men. But yeah, so I have a ton of these. This is the last one. I can finally give this away. Oh.
So, how do you want to do it, Calder?
Oh, geez. How should we do it? Name your favorite figure to play in multiples. That's not a generic. It might be a little too complicated, but
All right, one comment, guys.
One
One comment more
comment.
than once, you're out.
favorite
Just kidding.
figure that's not a generic
please
that you
don't
love to
comment
play in
more than once.
multiples. If it's 10 gingerbread men, maybe it's 10 gingerbread men.
Your
But
timer starts now.
Hit it. Right now. Favorite character like to play in multiples.
Favorite character I like playing multiples.
Not a generic.
Oh, man, that's actually really...
Oh, we got Chance McCall in chat. We got
Favorite
It's
character?
interesting. I'm a little curious how Chance McCall and Donnie Pepper Cricket are here. If you
Jackson
ask me.
said,
That's really hard, man.
I can't wait in one of our comments. And I said, you will have to wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I saw that. That
Just
was
because
like,
you said that, Jackson, doesn't mean that,
that
we're gonna
you're
start
not excused
early.
from
Yeah.
waiting.
keep waiting, Jackson.
Jeez.
Keep waiting.
Those-
Favorite thing to
those
play in
Zoomers.
multiples? Maybe Black Lantern Batman?
Okay. You,
That was-
Emily, Carnage Silver Surfer.
Chase
gross.
Taylor also said Black
You-
Lantern
you-
Batman.
You gross.
Ooh,
gross,
Poison
gross,
Ivy.
gross,
That's a
gross.
good answer.
You
That's a
gross.
good answer,
That Miss
guys.
Marvel's a good answer. I love someone said Spider-Man
Necron.
Prime. I like the idea
Yeah.
of someone playing Spider-Man
Pegasus
Prime
Cap.
in multiples.
Something
That's funny.
I didn't think I'd like playing in multiples, but
Deathstroke.
actually sidelining multiple Earth X absorbing mans is amazing.
Okay.
It's a ton of
All
fun.
right, it stops right there with Carnage Rocket.
We'll give you guys a 10-second kicker in case someone's on a super delay. It looks like the commenting has
I
stopped.
feel like
We'll
Multiple
let
Man is kind
5,
of
4, 3, 2, 1.
okay.
We're stopping with we're stopping with Luke Reimnitz. There you go. OMAC is the last answer.
Oh,
Done.
that's a generic though.
Ooh.
Kind of.
Kind of.
He could mean Nomad Prime?
Right, maybe
All right.
will.
Let's
There's
get a,
no
let's get a
way
good
OMAC
count.
is your favorite one to play.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
Avengers
19,
Forever Mantis.
22, 23, 24,
She just,
25,
like,
26,
crossed?
She's like
27,
25 point
28,
perplex is what
29,
she is,
31,
yeah. And she has like a rally, a
fair,
blue
yeah.
2, I want to say, Mantis rally.
40, 41,
Don't remember
Frenchie's
what
in
it does.
multiple.
Yeah,
33,
Frenchie for
34.
sure.
Orb in multiple.
We've got
that's-
44
yeah.
entries.
Oh wow, that's a lot. I was kind of surprised at that. I thought it might have been a hard one to get into.
You guys see the random number generator? It's on 16. Sorry for 16. That's actually where I think that was the last winner. So I'm gonna hit generate. Tell me when to stop, Simeon.
And stop.
Looks like we have 43.
Oh, just go.
So Mikey Minjo wins.
Hey,
There you go.
I think you might have one of these, Mikey, but we'll give it to you.
Boom,
Uh,
bam!
that's for you,
Congratulations.
Mikey.
He won our X of
He
Swords
did.
super
our
giveaway.
Big Nationals X of Swords super
Should
giveaway.
we tell the story about that? About how
Yeah, it
we
was
got
a
that?
fun one.
Sure.
This is a fun one.
So we're at the. Do you want to tell them?
Yeah. We were at the
Okay.
Nationals, like WizKids, what they call it, the booth, the info, the ceremony.
That was the fan appreciation night.
Fan
We had
appreciation.
the fan
Thank you.
appreciation night.
And they gave out a pack of X of Swords to everybody in the audience. Like, oh, this is fun. We all opened them. They still had a big box, but it was like 19 boosters left, and Brian was holding them, just looking disheveled.
Oh, he was
very
like,
sad. He's like, I don't want to bring these home.
boosters. Oh,
And I jokingly said, I was like, yeah, can I just take those? He goes, do you want them? I was like, yeah, we could give them away to our fans. He goes, just ask Jake. And so he asked Jake. And we're like, hey, is it cool if we take these? And he looks at us. He's like, yeah.
was-
and
yeah.
just kept walking. We're like, okay,
Sure.
sick. So we're walking out of there with this big thing. And that's not to promote like, hey, guys, go ask WizKids for free stuff. We're like, we're literally going to give this away. We'll promote it. We'll thank you
Yeah.
guys. And they're like, yeah, that sounds great. And then, yeah, he ended up walking away with all that. But it was really funny.
You know, great. There's a
how
picture of
casual
Mikey
it
with him
was.
holding all of it
Yeah.
and stuff
Dude,
too.
it's
It was
so
so
good.
funny.
It's a great
Mikey,
picture.
we met him. I think it was like the first Silver Age event, first Silver Age
Yeah.
tournament I had gone to. When Silver Age was, it was a little bit old. Like it had been around for a little bit, but yeah, we went down to Lincoln one weekend and played there, and Mikey was there.
That was a ton of fun. That was actually such a fun Silver Age tournament.
Yeah, yeah, I had a lot of fun. I kind of hope that they bring back plain Silver Age as like a more kind of interesting format, or not necessarily more interesting, but as like its own format. We had Silver Age with theme, which is cool, but I really enjoy breaking theme with Silver Age and doing just kind of wild, wacky stuff.
It is fun. But that is a little Iconics giveaway. What could be? Oh yeah, this is what we're gonna announce next. This is gonna be Ian's. Yeah, absolutely. Pickle Peggleson's getting pickled up right now. The next category that we are going to announce is Best Map of the Year. I often find it when a good map comes out, even if it's not the best for every single scenario, I end up using that map just a ton because I like it, because I think it's fun, because I think whatever the content is, whatever it is just such a good time. Right, Simeon? Do you have a favorite map that you like to reach for? Where it's like, you know what, I'm building a team that's like whatever. It doesn't really matter what map it goes on. But this one, I just personally really
As
enjoy.
awful as it is,
Yeah.
I really, really fell in love with the Star Trek Underground map.
Ooh.
And I know that was kind of like an oppressive, bad map for people, but I really liked that one. And so that's probably the one that comes to mind first. I kind of stopped forgetting, or I stopped remembering map names because I just play like whatever the venue has now. But yeah, both Wakandas, the Earth X and
Ooh.
the ADW.
The ADW Wakanda is so iconic. The Wakakanda, ADW Wakakanda, getting reprinted. How do you feel about the reprinting of some of these maps? For some of them, I actually think they really flow really well into the new, smaller map size and adds life to those maps. Especially when they're like a favorite map or one that had like busted orange rules or something. Because I think that Dark Dimension map was instantly not legal for tournament play.
Yeah.
ADW. So now that it's actually a smaller version of it is like legal for play, that's super cool. That like that actually works, which is so nice. So I really enjoyed that. Oh yeah, we got some people. Yeah, by all means, everybody, drop down your favorite maps to like play in the comment section below here. Let's get that rolling. My personal favorite, I had just started playing the game around when Fear Itself came out, so I never really got to use a lot of the Fear Itself maps, even though it's like one of my all-time favorite Marvel storylines. So getting Bronxton, Oklahoma, and then Blitzkrieg, USA, Manhattan back in and playable is so much fun. I love that I get to play those maps. They're one of my all-time favorites. A lot of the WWE maps I also just really liked. I really liked the normal arena map because it was just nothing.
I switched it over, but I don't think it's
So there were a lot of good maps this year. There were a lot of fun ones. People already mentioned kind of Atlantis Throne Room and stuff. What an iconic map. It blew us away when we got to do that video with Saul and Richie.
That was
at
sweet.
Worlds. Oh, it was so
Yeah.
fun.
We got a few votes of that being like somebody's favorite video too.
Yeah, it was such a fun video. I think there are also some really fun Easter eggs in that video. Easter Egglestons, dare I say.
Easter. That's good. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's good. Ooh. So, there's just all sorts of maps where even if they're not like the best for your team, or if you're just like, whatever, I'm playing Seal, just grab this map. That's probably one of my favorite things to do. Is just, okay, doesn't really matter what the map is, just gonna roll with it. And they've made some really fun ones over the years. So I think this year's a great year for maps. This is also the beginning of small maps and the rough transition that we'll have between normal size maps to now these like smaller battle royale being the standard size maps. So it's really cool to finally see how well that's been implemented into the game, as well as what favorites are happening. So we've already been getting used to seeing some reprints and getting some new maps. So it's been kind of a mix.
Stop.
Of,
Don't ever print Morlock Tunnels again.
of reprints and new maps.
That's my opinion on maps, where it starts and ends. I'm done.
You know,
I'm done building around Morlock Tunnels.
I like a lot of the reprints they've done so far.
I
There
do
are
too.
some ones that have been tough. Like Morlock Tunnels coming back. It's like, why? Why is this?
Why did you do this?
And then like the Ultron layer. What a controversial pick to bring.
It's
that
really
map
cool
back.
looking.
Is it cool looking?
but it's hard to play on.
I was gonna say,
It's
do you-
cool.
Is it
looking.
cool
I like.
looking?
I
Just
like
put it on your
I think
wall.
it's.
It's
cool looking.
It's
Yeah.
hard to look at.
Yeah.
It hurts my eyes, Ultron's layer. But maybe there's a lot of red and just yeah.
One that I really wish they'd reprint.
Hard to
is,
play on.
The Orville map that was just like bridge. It was like Orville
Oh, yeah.
Bridge or
Yeah.
whatever.
Could
we
they
never-
shrink that?
Yes.
Yeah.
They could because
Okay.
a big chunk of it is just like closed off rooms, and so like
Oh
the
yeah, that's
actual
right. Okay,
bridge
I
is,
know what
like,
map
the
you're
far
talking
end.
about now.
Uh,
I like
so
the
yeah.
Bifrost a lot. I'd love to see
Yeah.
that.
I
map
did love
again.
the Bifrost, man.
That was a map that I was like, I don't care what my team does. I want to play on the Bifrost.
that is such a fun one. Ian, what was your favorite map that came out this year?
Of course, Wayne Maynor from 2012. That is my all-time
Do you
favorite.
want to
map.
count it?
My
Titan's
favorite
Tower.
map this year. It was actually a little tougher than I thought it would be, and I'm just horrible with map names. But man, I think it is like the Atlantis throne room.
It is really cool.
I really like that one, but also the reverse side of that, like the Batman rooftops.
That one hurts my head.
Yeah.
That one, I'm like, how does
love that
elevated
one.
how does elevated terrain work?
Actually,
oh
I
no.
love that one because of like the elevated terrain interactions. And then,
It's a really good one for battle royales, I think, because it has those shifting sizes. But I also I really like the Fear Itself reprints as well. I thought those were really cool.
You want to announce
Yeah.
the best map? And if
Of
you want
course,
to pull
guys.
up the top 4 as well.
The best map, guys. That is the category we're going to. It looks like I have a message. Just kidding. We'll deal with that later.
not.
I'm kidding, guys. We're gonna just take a 5 here.
Oh jeez.
In 4th place for best map, we have Construction Site.
Okay.
played on that a lot. Not
In
by choice.
3rd,
but
It was played on
it
a lot.
the Iceberg Lounge.
Okay. That was a popular map when it
Huge
first
chunk of
came out.
blocking in the middle.
Yeah, the big blocking on the elevated.
And we've
The
played
one
on that
from
a
the
few times.
animated series was
I preferred that
yeah,
one.
I like that one more, I think. But the
Especially
Iceberg
in
Lounge
the-
was a good map. In 2nd place, ooh, how could I forgot about this map. I might have voted for this one. Wakanda.
Yeah.
That was
And
such a
guys,
fun map.
the vote share from 2nd to 1st, 2nd doesn't even have half the votes.
That's kind of
Second
insane.
place
Oh, wow.
had 25 votes.
Yeah.
In 1st place, with 58 votes, the winner for 2023's best map, we have Atlantis Throne Room.
Atlantis Throne Room. A lot of you guys were saying it in the comments below, and you're right. Atlantis
Very
Throne
thematic, very fun. You don't see it a lot. It really kind of shifts up the game.
I mean, this
I
is
like
the
that it's a
first time
counter to Kamo. I
We've
think
had
that's hilarious.
I know, right? A map full of water is bad
One
for a
of the,
shark to be on.
Just tossing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the first maps that we've gotten where you can build your team around the map, other than just
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
blocking heavy kind of map.
I
where
think
you can,
finally with this map, even though she's rotated, Susan, Queen of Atlantis, is finally going to be a map.
think
Guys,
that we're
look at this.
sleeping on
Yeah, I
Susan?
think we've been sleeping on Susan, Queen of Atlantis.
Tristan is
Tristan's-
live streaming us in his
Tristan's
kitchen.
got
Hello,
us on
Tristan's
his,
family.
Hey guys, how's
Tristan.
it going? Mrs. Halverson, I love your work on our t-shirts and
Yes.
the forks. Thank
Thank
you
you so much.
That's a
Thank
nice
you
fireplace
for
you have down
helping
there.
out Tristan with roasting Calder.
That's a
That's awesome.
jeez.
I
Hope
hope
you
you
guys
guys are having a great time. I
don't
see
like
you
that
still have your
fire.
Christmas ornaments up though. What's that about?
Technically, the 12 days of Christmas begins after Christmas. Technically,
Who
It is
decided
true.
that?
The people that decided Christmas was a holiday. The Catholic Church decided that. There's 12
so-
days of
They
celebration.
must have had the wrong calendar.
After
And they were like,
Christmas?
it was like the same way we decided like temperature.
Yeah.
You know, where it's
Oh,
like
so-
it was supposed to be 100 and then it's 98.7, right?
Oh, sure.
And they were just like,
Close enough.
yes,
Close enough.
whatever.
Close enough.
Yeah, you were looking at the wrong calendar. What the?
What if
doing?
the next
I'm
increment
in the Catholic Church.
We'll go 1 is equal to 3, and that's a yard. And then we'll go like 1 is equal to
Yeah, for football.
5,280. And that's the next big
For
one.
football. For football. Anyway, Tristan's family. Thanks for
Wow,
watching,
the
guys.
Clixies are on. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it.
sorry, we had to do that
Holy
little
smokes.
aside.
That's awesome.
Last year, one of my
Hey.
friends was having a New Year's Eve
It's not a
party,
swamp
and
or anything,
Yeah,
but
They
good
watched
map.
it the whole
They
time.
watched this the whole time?
And none of them play Heroclix. That made it even like.
That is so awesome.
He told me about it, and I was like, "Why would you do that to your guests?"
That's what Calder does to his family every time he's with them. He's like, we're going to watch Dial H
Every
videos."
time I've had a family member visit this house, and Ian's come back from work, he usually sees me and them, and like they're in like the chair, I'm on the couch.
Let me
and
watching
on-
videos of
on
him.
the TV. We'll be watching Dial H videos. I made my mother watch all of our standard power videos, and when it got to Battle Fury, I was like, strap in. get ready for
Yeah.
this one. This is a good
Oh, hey,
one.
there's another behind the scenes
Oh
look,
yeah,
guys.
that should have been my
That
my
dude.
worst blunder.
The shorts
Was
that
that
we
this year?
did.
That
with
was
Powers.
this year.
Oh.
Yeah, it was February or
We,
Oh
March.
yeah, that was in here.
It was
Yeah,
the
it was
first
in
thing we
here.
did when we moved here, yeah.
Oh.
We did the shorts for all the powers. If you guys haven't seen them and you're a new player, go check them out. If you know what the powers do, you know. But Battle Fury, for whatever reason, I think it was 30 plus takes to do Battle Fury.
I know the reason. The reason is Battle Fury does too much at once to say in like a quick, succinct sentence.
It
'Cause
was
it's
always like, wait, I can't be mind controlled.
can't be mind
token.
controlled.
Giving it an
Give
action.
I
an
ignore
action.
shape change.
Yeah, because like wording it was also weird because it was like, I want to lump this together
Can't be
somehow
carried
to
or
like,
something like that.
Yeah.
because I don't want to just read off the PAC. I want to like lump this in like a way that makes sense. It's like, so things that opposing characters can't do to me, things I can't do to opposing character, or like they don't get to use shape change. It's like, well, how does that work? And then it was like, but also I can't shoot or be carried.
Yep.
And so it just came out so clunky, and then I'd always just
was
forget
so
one
funny.
of the things. It's like, Ian would just be like, you forgot to say anything about being carried. And I was like, ah.
From me being just off to the side, and one of them I hear somebody go, "It does so much, Ian." It's like so funny.
I don't care. Dude, that was yeah, filming those shorts. Honestly, it was so funny. My favorite thing that came out of those shorts while we're talking about them was it, I can't remember the figure, but they were rolling for blades and we just rolled a 1 and it's like you like looked at me for a brief second, I just went like this and you're like, not today. I just kept
That's pretty
it.
good.
Oh man. Also TK, do you remember how big of a pain in the butt TK
Yeah.
was? Showing that on a video and also explaining it in a minute window. I mean, I think TK when somebody explains it to you is like, oh, that's obvious.
Yeah.
But in a video it's like you must have line of fire to this square, that square, this square. You can do it with an object, a character, blah, blah.
Yeah. Imagine like the
wild.
old PAC, like if pre-2017, where
That-
it was like,
Oh man.
Wall of
so
text.
if we're using option 2 for hypersonic,
Yeah.
we do this instead.
Oh,
like,
that'd be insane.
Man,
That was so funny, man. Well,
who's blowing us up with emojis?
They hit into the emojis. Thank you, everybody.
man.
Thank you, everybody.
yeah, thank you guys. Another question for you guys.
Okay.
I think I have a couple more. While we decide the next category.
think
Do,
it's
do,
fun.
do.
Did you see that?
And then
Chance
for the
had some-
people-
some interesting hot takes about driving regulations and
Yeah,
laws.
I thought that was interesting about Chance saying certain things about driving regulations and breaking certain traffic laws,
traffic laws
and code.
Chance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
How about
Curious.
this, guys? So we've talked about our biggest blunders, and we've really talked about our biggest blunders. Really, I mean, I think it's fun to share with people that, you know, it's not smooth sailing a lot of the time. A lot of the time we're just like, what are we doing?
A lot of time not always, but a lot of times our Discord members, our Patreon members, get to see some of those blunders
Yeah.
or hear them.
Or the
They do.
supercharged Zerathos, which is really cool. To kind of go to the opposite, what was your personal highlight of the year? And this one was tough.
There's actually a lot.
I mean, this was a very expansive year for Dial H. I mean, Calder and I lived together in the house that you're looking at right now. Simeon lives like, what, 10 minutes
15
away?
minutes,
15 minutes away.
And so moving, because previously I lived in Sioux Falls, they were both about 3 hours away. They'd have to come to me and we'd film. We'd have to do a ton in a weekend. We wouldn't even get to like really hang out, and then they'd leave. And it was not as fun. But now it's like so much more relaxed. Like we can really kind of decide things, you know.
The weekends are definitely way less stressful, and then we've
Yeah.
gotten a good amount of just chilling and hanging, which
Yeah.
I've super duper enjoy. Just from
It's just
being
nice
down
to
here.
like, it's like it's not like solely like a work thing
Yeah.
anymore, you know.
Yeah.
It's
It's also like
good.
sometimes we'll just chill out and watch something on like TV.
Dude, that's been great.
Show me pig blower.
When we do like a when we do like a preemptive
Inside
set
joke.
review,
Forgot about that. Oh my
like
God.
before we record a set review, but like we'll like go through like a set like just like on the big screen. That's always,
Oh
like, fun.
yeah, dude, those are great
Yeah.
times.
Those are the best.
Because like we don't like I don't think a lot of people really sit there and read everything off. I think content creators have that special. I mean, I shouldn't
Most
say that
people
because I used to.
listen to content creators, read
Yeah.
all of them off. Those are some of our most viewed, you know.
Before the dial was on the card, I would ardently like go through HC Realms and look at every dial
Yeah.
I could before going to a pre-release or
Yeah.
release. But
Dude, I used to
now-
memorize dials like
Yeah.
I had photographic memory with HeroClix.
Now that
You
we can
impressed
pull it
me a
up on the
little bit.
TV,
I'm like, whoa.
Name a
it's
figure right
hilarious.
now. I bet I can give you their opening stats.
Modam.
Modam. I didn't really play during that era.
8 speed running shot, 11
Yeah,
attack,
8, 11,
penetrating,
18, 4.
18 impervious,
Running
4
shot,
damage,
psychic
special
blast.
damage power.
It's impervious, right?
She is impervious. You are correct.
I literally have
The first
no
one
recollection
Calder
of
hit
that
me
dial.
with, he was like Avengers Cap, and I was like,
I
oh,
said
easy.
Avengers Steve Rogers. Said Avengers.
You
Nova
told me
Corps.
like the Bob the Builder
Oh,
Captain America.
Avengers Assemble Chase.
Oh
No,
yeah.
like,
I said
literally
Avengers. I said Avengers.
first
very
carded
first
cap.
carded set.
Okay.
Ultimate's Captain.
And I was
America.
literally just 10, 10, 73, charge, super strength,
I
involved.
was so impressed.
leadership.
I was like, no way.
But no, Modam, I literally, that's like one of the few eras I wasn't playing in.
Oh.
So you got me,
I
Simeon.
played,
Congratulations.
I played in that era, and I still like. I didn't remember
Anything
from
pre-carded,
that.
it was literally just like, I remember driving to Origins
Oh.
with Luke. Luke can probably attest to this. I was just driving. I was going, okay, so if you get Dark Angel, he's 12, 12, 18, 4. He's running shot, psychic blast, and impervious. He's like 200 points. Take him every time, you know. I'm like, this guy has the stats. He has 9 clicks, you know. Luke's just like, dude, I can't like do this. Like, stop. I'm like, okay, fine. I've clearly done my homework. You need to do yours.
One of the ones I memorized because I was like, this is when I lived like 3 hours away from any venue, and I was making a special trip up to Rapid City to play in the final month of Civil War, and I was like, this is it. I gotta win Captain Iron America, or at least the other grand prize cap, you know what I mean, from Civil War. So I memorized the entire Civil War set. On the 3-hour drive there, I had my aunt drove me there, and I'm just took a screenshot on every HC Realms, and I was like flipping through. I'm like, I gotta choose this guy, pass on this guy, choose this one, pass on this one.
Yeah.
And I got last place.
Oh, man.
But the booster I bought from that set got me an Old Man Spider, which I then instantly traded
Nice.
for Iron America.
There you
So
go.
that was a fun.
How about this, guys? Your personal friendship is one of the most appealing parts of Dial H. God, you should see us off camera.
Yeah, it's authentic. We can tell. Love it. That just goes to show how good of actors we are.
really
Yeah.
good actors?
That's such high praise.
big bucks.
That you guys think that because, yeah, you guys suck.
Get out.
Ah,
Leave. I can't
would,
do
but
this
there's too many
anymore.
cords.
This is.
There are too
I'm
many
wearing a
cords.
suit for
The
like.
tripwire.
Is there any chance that you will make videos again to learn how to play like combos or other combinations? I am learning thanks to Professor Simeon and Calder's classes. Those were some serious projects. They got put on hold for a bit for various reasons. We do like learn to play is always something that we want to make, but then we're always thinking like, when are the rules going to change? You know, what do we need to prep for? What do we need to be looking at? When you open up the request for what should we do videos on, you get like 50 of them. It's like, okay, how do we do like a comprehensive video on that? It's when you start to think about how do we make videos on how to play, you start to really like take in the complexities of Heroclix, and it can be a bit overwhelming. So a lot of the times, it just gets put on the
It's tough.
the back burner.
How to play stuff is really, really, really difficult.
We want
hard.
to, but it's just
There's-
never our like biggest priority.
There's some
either,
video
you know?
series that I really wanted to do that are more so focuses on like how to play certain figures that seem complicated, like off rip right away. Zadar Sanan, Prime, Absorbing Man, a few things like that where I think they're more complicated, a single figure to focus on, maybe a 5-10 minute video.
Power
That's-
combos is something we've specifically talked about.
That is
doing
one
as
we've really
well.
talked about, and that's been
That'll come. It's just a matter of like when, and like right now, guys, we cannot talk about what we are working on.
yeah.
But I will tell you
Can't.
right now
No.
that what we are working on is quite possibly the biggest thing in Dial H history. It's a multi-month project. Big stuff. I think you guys are going to be really, really excited for it. I am. I know we all are.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I can't wait to show it to you. So probably, I don't know, in the next few months, maybe?
next few months.
Maybe?
It's going to be an insane project. So a lot of everything else is going to be put on hold.
And
save
that's just
for
kind of how it's been.
some small personal videos that might get out. We've been in the Heroclix dead zone a little bit.
Yeah.
We've been still being able to push out a handful of videos coming out here, guys. So
It
hopefully
has
you can enjoy
been,
all that
you know,
stuff.
after Worlds, we all came home and we just needed to just
Tired.
decompress.
Yeah, I was tired.
And then October rolls around, and it's like we did some Wheels of Vengeance stuff. But even then, still, we were all just kind of like, woof.
Like,
We've been on the gas for
yeah.
like 4 months. So, you know, the last few months, it's been a little slower. But, hey,
the
we're
start-
kicking up.
The start of 2024 is going to be something you don't want to
We just did some work to the car.
It's going to be
going.
massive. It's going to be massive.
Yes.
But for
Vengeance has met the wheels.
favorite moment of the year,
One more comment.
Okay.
Jackson says, off cam, Dial H be bussin' for real, for real.
I don't know what Zoomer.
Do you
speak
know what that
is.
even means, Jackson?
We bussin'. Is Dial H going to be
don't
Clixed
know.
for Heroclix for Huntingtons? That is something that hopefully...
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
If other
Maybe.
if
we
other
were,
celebrities,
we
If you guys
definitely
ask for it,
couldn't
we'd love for it.
confirm. If we were, we couldn't confirm at this point. So
I would love that.
confirming it.
I would love to confirm it. But, yeah.
Skating on thin ice there.
So, yeah, anyways, got a little off here. Calder, your personal highlight.
So for some personal highlight moments, I gotta say the Hero Hoops for Huntington's tournament, that was a ton of fun. So being able to go down and support the charity and hang out, mostly with like Matt Reed and Spencer White, it was just such a fun tournament to fly down to. That week, Matt had been messaging me saying, I really need one more person for teams. And I'm like, I don't plan on going. I really like wasn't gonna plan on
I'm
going.
definitely not going to go.
Definitely not gonna get. Yeah, exactly. He's like, no, I'm totally not going to Huntington's. Yeah, in like literally, I think it's like Wednesday or Tuesday. I'm like, all right, fine. I call in to work Thursday morning. I lied. I lied to him. I said, yeah, I'm gonna shoot a short film. I can't make it today. This is the last day we can film because a few weeks prior I had dyed my hair blonde for a short film I was gonna be in.
It was the real Slim Shady.
The real
project.
Slim Shady, yeah.
Yeah.
So I called in with that excuse. They said, oh, that sucks. I was like, yep, sucks. And then I boarded a plane. And actually that
They
morning...
hear the turbine.
They hear it. I
no,
board a plane.
I'm dying right now.
I fly down. We get there Thursday night, and just so I can barely play in the Tracy Brock Memorial, that seal
sure.
they do before everything else kicks off. And then Matt Reed, Spencer White, and I won fellowship. Specifically after I told Matt, there's no way we would win. Because he was like, what if we win fellowship? How cool would that be? I'm like, there's no way we win fellowship. It's rigged. I said that to him. I'm like, yeah, it's rigged, dude. There's no way we win fellowship. Come on. And then we won. And then he was like, whoa, Calder. And then the whole anchor balloon thing we did that whole day was just
Maybe
hilarious.
you guys winning made other people go, yeah, it's rigged.
Yeah, maybe it certainly did. So that was a big one.
That's
Everything
funny.
with Worlds was just huge. My big shout out to Miles Kane.
Oh, yeah.
Shelling out big bucks for Dial H. He actually, it's not up there right now, but he gave me a graded comic book, the first appearance of John Walker. That was so incredibly cool and one that's
It
been
was
on my
also
list
so nice to put
for a
a
long time. Yeah, Miles
face
has been
to a name.
such a great supporter of Dial
Seen
H.
him talking
Finally
so
see him.
often.
It was
I've
cool.
talked with him.
That was the
over
case
Discord.
for a lot of people. I feel like there's a lot of new faces for me, at least, at Worlds this year. I don't know, like McConnell Lamar, I was like,
Dude, I didn't expect him to be that jacked.
Yo,
Let's be real.
McConnell Lamar.
I was like,
McConnell's
why?
a big man.
Especially when he was a big.
If you're that handsome, why wouldn't you have your
Why
face
is the back
on
of his
Facebook?
head, bro? Why is the back of your head your Facebook profile
Yeah,
picture?
okay. But do we think...
McConnell Lamar is a stunning man. He's a
yeah.
good-looking fella.
But why is the back of your head your Facebook profile?
Well, why?
Why are you
He's a
hiding?
good-looking fella.
That's just a really funny thing to be like,
Yeah.
wow, I'm so passionate about.
You're so good-looking, McConnell.
You are so beautiful. Turn your face around.
Well, I
And
don't
I
know
like
what
the
I had
idea-
pictured in my mind,
Dude.
but it was not.
No, it was not that.
Bro,
No,
it wasn't
yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger looking like
Yeah,
man, sexiest man of the year. Like, holy smokes, McConnell Lamar.
Yeah, my God, McConnell
I thought,
Lamar,
especially,
change your profile.
especially when he was like a big Naruto fan. So I kind of figured he'd be kind of a. No offense,
Posture
McConnell
would have
Lamar.
been a little.
Feel like a little,
I'd be a lot sadder
I love Naruto.
because Naruto.
Sorry, McConnell. We kid.
Back
we
of my
kid.
head is my profile picture jutsu.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was shadow clone.
That was
That's what
such a
it was.
good.
Yeah.
What a person
His
to meet
profile
too. I was
picture
like,
is
wow.
actually just a shadow clone.
Oh yes, he is one of the nicest dudes. Will. Don't get me
Personal
wrong, he's one of the
highlight
nicest dudes.
easily
true.
for me. There's no question about it. This was like my favorite thing we did all year, especially because it was such a spur of the moment thing that turned into more. And then the fact that WizKids was also on board with it, really liked it. Was the scavenger hunt that we did during Worlds.
Yes.
Dude.
Yeah.
And shout out to HeroClix headquarters, who's in the comments, Lucas Landis, who won it all. Man, God, let's talk about this for a second.
What
Just-
an event.
So
Let
it
me
started
hear.
off with I had 3 legacy cards. I was like, yeah, let's bring them to the hotel. Post something on Facebook. If you bring Simi and this goon, get a legacy card. If you bring Calder this goon, get a legacy card. Same for me. And that happened like this. I stepped off the elevator. I had people going, Ian.
Yeah.
It was really cool. And then that turned into like a multi-level scavenger hunt, which eventually ended at the pool.
Yeah.
And there's this
Well,
big
that
wall.
was the goon one was the first night we did it.
Yeah.
And then the second night, it was like catch one of us and take a selfie to get your first clue.
Yeah.
I can't remember all the.
And then
steps
we'll
for that.
post I'll give you the time we're posting the next clue at.
Right.
For that, we gave a password, which was blue suede shoes, and then the last thing was the last clue was the pool. So if you went to the pool, gave them the password, then you won a big prize, and it was the convention exclusives for that year. But what was so funny is that there was this big wall there in Memphis, and there's a gate that you can literally just reach over and unlock.
Yeah.
And there were people jumping the wall to get to this prize. And we were watching all this just like, I mean, if that's how they want to do it. And Lucas had already won it by the point that they were doing this too, which made it.
There's people rushing there.
Oh my God.
Like he had gone in there and I think came out because the two goons we had to hand out the prize that were waiting in there just kind of blended in like the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for whatever reason, there's no lights at the pool because it closes at a certain time. So yeah, like he had to go back and like pick out the silhouettes.
Oh yeah, that's
like,
right.
The chairs.
Because they were wearing that the dark clothing, like laying on the thing.
My favorite part of that was random hotel guest from some.
Oh, yeah,
she was like from like abroad. She thought that she was like, should I know you? And I was like, I don't know.
We're
She,
nerds.
Like, I was like, would you like? In reference to what? And she's like, well, people keep coming up and asking for a selfie. And I was like, oh, no, I'm not like cool or famous. I just told people they will win something if they do.
And we showed her the legacy card. She's like, oh, that's fun.
Anyone that did any of the things did get a legacy card.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's not like you didn't win anything if you didn't get the grand prize. It was just a fun step-by-step.
You should be like, well, have you heard of the show?
Oh, hey.
Ginny in Georgia.
Lucas says, oh, man, that was one of the
neat.
highlights of Worlds. Most fun I had all weekend. That's awesome, dude.
Lucas was
so
like,
great.
and he was locked in. He was
messaged,
on it, dude.
He messaged maybe it was me or the Dialect page, but he said, where are you guys? Because we sent out the message about 10 minutes before we left the room.
Didn't he say he was, like, checking different
Yeah, he was like,
dude, he was on different floors.
Yeah.
I was like, dang.
So the commitment there, I was like,
he was
the
on
fact
it.
that he won and then gave that stuff away as well.
That's so cool.
So, I mean, that's
so cool.
just like the best winner you could have to pay it forward like that.
That's what I love about this community.
It's so cool, man. Simeon, what was your personal highlight outside of being treated as a celebrity?
Yeah, that was like the highlight of that night for sure. My highlight, I think, we had a good year, but I think that my biggest highlight was, even though I was the one that purchased the tickets and I knew they were coming and everything, like, well, I purchased them with the money that you guys donated, but I said it like as if like I'm like the one that did it, but yeah, Emily did find me so fast. It was like immediately once I got off the elevator. No, seeing Edison and Andrea for the first time.
Oh,
Andrea
man.
for the second time, but Edison for the first time. And just seeing that, like, all of the work that we did and all of the all the people's donations that it actually like came to fruition. It's not like I had doubt. Like, the money was in an account. I knew the tickets were gonna be like there.
Sure, yeah.
But for some reason, there was like some small part of me that was just like, it's not real until it's real. And then it finally was, and I was like, yes. And it was.
There was that little bit of a delay where it was like,
Yeah.
you know, what's going on? But then finally doing it. Honestly, like wrapping up that live stream and just being like, wow, like seeing the community come together for the International Player Foundation really was cool. And then finally getting to witness that in person with them was, I mean, it was unreal to be in the lobby and just Edison comes up to, he's like, hey guys, we're like,
Oh, it was so cool.
and if you guys are interested, we're actually kicking off the International Player Foundation tonight. So the link, it does say 2023 in there. It's just the same fundraiser from last year. It'll show like a $3,000 goal that it's over that. Our goal this year is to send 4 players, so twice as many as last year. I'm sending the link in the comments right now. I'll go ahead and pin that as well. If you guys want to donate to that tonight, it would mean the world to us, or at any point. But I do want to say, guys, we have a lot of fun stuff. We've got a ton of stuff to give away for the IPF this year. We're not going to get into that because this year, tonight, is all about this year, you know? Next year, the IPF 2024, it's going to kick off. It's going to be awesome. We've got in-person tournaments planned. We've got fun live streams planned. We've got a ton of stuff to give away. We've got WizKids helping out with it too. So you know it's going to be incredible. And I cannot wait to show you guys everything we have. It'll be the same timetable of about January to May or so, maybe June, just giving our players optimal times. And there will probably be some opportunities for you guys to host IPF tournaments in your stores with prizes that we can send you.
Yeah.
So Can't wait to share more details on that. But tonight is the official kickoff. We've got the comment pinned. If you guys want to donate to the International Player Foundation tonight, it means the world to us, and it will mean the worlds to the players who get
the
to come
2024 Worlds.
to share some behind-the-scene moments there. Really, like we handed them, like WizKids did actually, the TCB packages. They handed it to Andrea and Edison, and they're just like, "You're kidding!" Like, "Oh my gosh, that's so nice." We're like, "Yeah," and they got you something extra too, and then we handed them that. And Andrea was like, he like couldn't stand still. He's just like, "Oh my god, like I can't believe this is happening."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I seriously want to cry right now, guys." And I don't say this to, embarrass him or anything. It was just such a cool moment that the community came together.
Well, that's one of the
and
reasons
made
why
that
we
possible.
chose Andrea. Was not only was he the whole like person that spawned the idea. Shout out to Anthony Barnstable, also helped like get the gears turning by saying like, how can we get more people from international communities and stuff. Really got us like thinking on it and stuff. But he was such a genuine person, and when we interviewed him in 2022, it was like such a fun conversation after the interview. It was hilarious. Like the Audio Tutti shirt that he had.
Oh
on
yeah,
that
and
whole
he kept
explanation.
messaging me, "Where's my interview? Where's my interview? Where's my interview?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Just wait. I promise it's worth it. I
Yeah.
promise." And then we released it on his birthday.
Yeah,
That was pretty cool.
And he was like, "Dude, this is amazing." I was like, "And get this." And I sent him the IPF video saying, "We're raising money for you."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh," like he messaged me so much, and I was just, dude, it was so cool. It's the IPF is, that probably really is like, as far as like the year goes, that's the ultimate highlight.
Yeah.
Is seeing the community come together. Sorry, I feel like I keep talking over you, Simeon.
I was gonna get us to our next category. by
Oh, of
segueing.
course.
Speaking of sharing amongst the community and stuff, our next category is best shared trait. So this is I didn't think there was as many traits out there that were shared until I was going
This
through
was
it.
a tough
and
category
I
to
had
vote
forgotten
for.
about a bunch of them. Like there's some really good ones. So and fourth, it was the new pilot rider trait, the new workaround for that. I thought that was a great choice because they really fixed a lot of issues that I think previous like pilot kind of wording had, and the fact that they did a big rollout with that set. So now if they include it in any set in the future, just like with the rally or whatever, people just kind of de facto know how it works.
Right.
Yeah.
Really good idea. The third, which was one of my personal favorites of the year, and I had forgotten that this was even an option, was the goon trait. Of course, goon is like a shared trait. Yeah, the hired goon trait or
Expendable goon.
expendable goon.
Expendable goon, yeah.
There were so many variations on how people chose to vote for this.
Yeah.
Like spell it, or some people said
We need to
not
do more
goon.
specific parameters on how to type your
not
answer.
goon. Oh,
Yeah,
geez,
some people put like
Goon
G,
from Notorious,
0,
not goon.
0 and
04. Some people did the HC Realms coding for
a
it.
few people said,
they?
"How could it not be this?" Or
Yeah.
like something. And so filing like
Some
searching
people
for all
said
of it.
probably this one, but if not this one, it's like, what do you mean if not?
Yeah,
you
it's
get to
your
vote
vote.
one time.
Your choice. Yeah.
I'll vote for this person for president, but if not, maybe this person.
My personal favorite came in second, and that was the wall crawler trait.
Ooh,
I thought that was
yeah.
such a fun way
Such
to
a
show
strong trait, man.
show,
Great way to
the
make like
spider
leap
family.
climb more useful
Yeah,
too.
like show them like getting around like real quick, like how they should. Although I almost forgot that was a shared trait because there's only one character I really think about when I think of that trait.
Oh yeah, only one.
Yeah, just Crime Spider-Man's really it. But the winner for the best shared trait of 2023 was the Multiversal Masters of Evil swap.
Wow.
That
I mean,
team-
is anyone shocked?
No.
Wow, that looks beautiful. Look. Yeah, reflex a bit. Yeah, dilate. Oh man, this set. It's so hard to not vote for this. And how fun they are to play. Yes, they are expensive. They are so fun.
insanely.
We still have the music on. Whoops.
They are an insanely
Oh, does it
fun.
play that
Oh,
each
jeez,
time?
that's
Sorry,
funny. They are still an insanely fun like set of figures to play.
There we
which is
go.
kinda
Music should
crazy.
be off now. I can hear you guys under the music, but what are you saying? Sorry about that,
Yeah.
guys. We thought we muted the music. That was our intro screen as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully the music is off now.
But yeah,
so
they-
loud on the
they
music.
are-
I know. I'm
yeah,
sorry,
yeah. We're
guys.
sorry. We got it.
We
We're
don't
not
have music
perfect.
anymore.
Maybe some minor technical difficulties, not that bad.
Did we have that for the last category too?
We must have.
We must have.
Yeah.
But this is like the only time. But Wall Crawler lost
Never
by I
mind.
think,
I'm
5.
vibing now.
Only lost by like 5 votes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty close race. This was one of the closer ones. 35 for Wallcrawler, 40 for Multiversal Masters of Evil.
Oh, a tie. Goon and Wall Crawler were tied for
Yeah.
second, actually, both 35.
I would like to do. I mean, I wouldn't like to do this because it'd be so much extra work. But I do think like ranked voting, where you do like your top like 3,
Ooh, yeah.
would be interesting because it's
That
like,
would be a lot of extra work.
would Wallcrawler be higher if like maybe there was people that voted for Goon, but they would have like voted for Wallcrawler, like that's their 2. You know.
Yeah, I think there'd definitely be some variance in how I would have voted differently. I think.
Yeah.
Especially with best sculpt.
Honestly, I
Best sculpt would have been tough, man.
if this was just a video, the music and then the Masters of Evil rotating, I honestly think that could be a video all on its own. That would get like 1 million views.
Would you guys
almost.
watch?
I would watch that. Like
It looks good. I mean,
they do look
let's just
very
cut back
pretty.
to the box, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I know they're expensive. I know they're hard to collect.
Scotland.
Thankfully, I pulled a
Not
ton
Not
of
expensive to you. Rap champion
Doom
plus
Yeah.
everything else.
them. I won a brick.
Yep.
I
you won a
pulled
brick.
2 in pre-release.
This will be one of the few things I try
I got
and
another
trade
one for a stupid deal on HC Realms because some random guy messaged me. I
Going
got the
for that's
lowest
tough.
priced King Killmonger on eBay.
I can't
Somehow
believe
won a
you
bid
did
for
that.
him for
Yeah.
$80.
Dang.
And I think in total, the full set of Masters of Evil cost about $400, which is still ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. But in terms of what they're
not
for
for
me.
everyone.
not, well, you know.
Yeah.
But
if you're thrifty, you can
if
get
you're
them for
thrifty,
cheap.
you know, you gotta time the market, guys. It's all it's about. No, I
Yeah,
mean,
supply and demand.
but you know, really, the figures are just so cool. So I can understand why they won share trade. And guys, they're a blast to play. I don't care. I'm sorry. I'll stop beating the dead horse. We'll go back.
They are actually
the show.
They are actually seriously fun to play, which kind of blew my mind because I was being a hater. A lot of like super meta stuff that's just like prevalent. I don't like playing against it. Yeah, for sure.
Especially if it's like hard to obtain. So like this is different than Doom Swap. Doom Swap was expensive.
Wait, that was once per game.
That was at the
Yeah.
beginning.
That
so it
cost
wasn't
me more
necessary.
money than the
Yeah.
than the MOE.
I
did.
believe it, but like the MOE, because it's like so good, because like a 50 point can like be the equivalent of 300 or more,
They're all
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, it does. You kind of want to rebel against that because you're like,
Oh,
you're like, I don't want to have to pay that, but
they're nasty.
luckily
You had
can
the music
borrow.
on my category. It went hard. Well, Bill, I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bill.
No, we heard his.
Oh, that's right. He
Oh,
played
okay.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right. We
no,
all
keep
took a
beating
moment
the
of
horse. I love MOE. MOE is dope. I still don't own Mephisto though. Anybody in the live stream has a Mephisto? You want to sell it for cheap? Hit me up on Facebook. I still want him.
I'm very happy that I think I own Mephisto for a day.
I should have bought yours, but I was like, I'm not gonna get the MOE,
Oh,
and then
you
I
should've.
pulled 2 at pre-release. I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
I guess I gotta
Yeah.
get them all now.
I got the Thor, and I was like, how bad do I want Hound? And then I haven't read the storyline yet, so I'm currently at like 0%.
0%. You want
Yeah.
Hound as a Wolverine completist?
I've got
Yeah.
2.
You have 2 hounds. How you do have 2 hounds?
I got. There was somebody who posted a good
You
trade
got a little
deal,
of this guy.
and I was like, you know what? I'll take a second Hound.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They're one of those things where they're going to be like a shelf team for me. And so at some point, I'll collect them all. But it'll probably be after they rotate out of silver. So like,
Yeah.
see in,
That's what.
see
See,
in 10 years.
as a meta historian, I really do like owning the powerful pieces. I will not.
Powerful pieces.
I will.
The powerful pieces.
I won't own a Carnage Silver Surfer until he rotates. I can't. That's one figure that even I am just like, no, I
That's-
can't
yeah.
do it.
For
Unless
some
somebody
reason-
has one for like
Well, I think
real cheap.
the problem for me is like to play it effectively, you kind of want 2.
Yeah.
Not like necessary, but like you kind of want 2.
They're fun with
If his
only one.
sculpt was better, I don't really like his sculpt. I think it's too globby.
If his sculpt was better, I'd probably be
Needs to
more
tighter and
after
sharper.
him.
He's, he's more venom goo.
Like
than
do the
Fun.
Fantastic Four one behind me where he's coming out of the pizza disc.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah,
make him slender.
that one is cool. I
Silver
like that.
Surfer is slender. He's defined. He's toned.
Yeah, he's
Globby Glob Man
It's
is
like,
Globster.
He's kind of got like the effect that the glob is being pushed back as he soars through it.
But
like
he's
the-
fat.
as if he
He's
flew
fat.
through like an oil spill, like a really viscous
something like
oil
that,
spill.
basically.
Guys, we talked about our most played figure, who we played with the absolute most 2023.
Right.
I know Calder's answer to this already, so he can go ahead and lead this one.
Very similar.
What was your least favorite figure to play against in 2023?
Oh,
Calder, kick
It's,
us off.
it's Prime Spider-Man. there was at one point where it's like, I wish I could buy every Prime Spider-Man and destroy them, so I never, ever, ever have to play. That piece is easily the most negative, fun experience I've had in my entire life. I hate Prime Spider-Man. Jackson, be offended. That's fine.
I
don't
love him.
care.
I love him. I
think
don't
he's
care what
literally
Calder says.
one of my least favorite figures ever in the world to play against.
It
He
was
is my
so
new
funny, dude.
Mary Marvel. He is my antithesis. He is my Superman and my Lex Luthor. He is my thing I hate more than anything in the world and will continue to hate.
You had to play against him 3 times at Nebraska State. This
Dude.
was like right as he was discovered as meta.
I think I
Calder's like,
I
I'm just
don't
hoping I don't
mind
have to play against Baton.
because
Play
it makes
against him all
sense
the
as
time.
like a prime spider. Like, yeah, he does like a ton of attacks, and like with the Necro Sword, he gets through like way too much stuff that he shouldn't have. But I think it's just because like that's how Spider-Man should fight. That's how he should work.
Yeah, I
That
agree
I'm
with
okay
that.
with it.
If he couldn't heal, I'd feel a little better about it.
Yeah,
like if it
sure.
actually, But I already kind of am tired of seeing Spider-Man and Heroclix. We get too many of them.
I love it. Give me all.
No,
of them,
please
man.
don't give me any more. So, and it's like a love letter to me. That's what made a Captain America that directly counters Prime Spider-Man. That's awesome because I can't stand him. He's easily my least favorite piece to play against.
Calder, I
When
swear to God, I will find out where you live. I know a guy who knows and will tell me. For
Yeah,
a
no,
Mephisto.
by all means. All right, Jackson, roll up. Let's see.
He
it.
knows a guy who will tell you your address for a Mephisto.
Could be anyone.
Could be.
I'm gonna get off the horse, but easily. I really do wish I could buy every Prime Spider-Man.
Here's
and
some
destroy
answers
them
from
all.
other people. Hulk Prime, Scott Porter, CSS,
I don't know how you
Lantern
would go Scott
Constructs, agreed, Prime
Scott Porter.
Spider-Man.
I didn't play against him enough.
Okay.
I think I got too scarred too early on.
Okay.
Like I don't know. I played a ton of competitive this year. I played a few states. I played in nationals. I went and played in the champion cliques, all that stuff. And I just had to play against a stupid amount of Prime Spideys, where almost every team I built was like, okay, how do I try to kill him in one turn?
Yep.
And that's where almost
And
every
that's
team
where our building went to.
started
was
to
like,
just flow
before
where it's like,
nationals.
I
it was
have to get
literally
rid of this
like-
guy because I
how to
can't
do
stand
it.
this dude. So
And you did.
yeah, and I
pretty
did,
effectively.
and I was able to pretty consistently 1 turn or 2 turn of Prime Spider-Man, which is super nice. So that felt good, being able to get into the flow of just ending his lame little life. I hate Spider-Man. I hate Peter Parker.
That's fair.
That's it. I'm
Is
done.
it hating Peter?
I don't hate
Parker?
Peter Parker. I don't hate Peter Parker. Honestly, I don't
gonna
hate.
say,
Might be
I
a
actually-
step. Might be a
hating-
step too far.
hating Prime Spider-Man.
I like Spider-Man as a character. In HeroClix, I can't stand him. Super Senses is probably my least favorite power in the entire game. And then he does it. I'm gonna get off the horse. I could hate. I love hating on things. I love pooping on things. It's my favorite thing to do.
True. It's true.
But I'm gonna stop right there. What are your guys' least favorite figures to play against? He's a Scott Porter, Simeon.
Porter.
He does too much. They all do too much.
I was gonna like the combo, like 1-2 of both Scott Porters on a team.
So insane.
I played it once and I didn't use half the effects, and I immediately just shelved them, and I was like, I don't think I could ever feel good about playing both of these in a casual setting. It's just it's like my team just gets infinitely better for 50 points, and it's not even a 50 points really worth going after because you want to stop my
Yeah.
main attack
Until he pulse wave knockbacks your whole team.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing is if you don't go after him, then White Shirt's just I'm gonna pulse wave you, and you're not taking 1, you're taking 2. It's ignoring my team.
That's
I'm gonna be
the
able to
craziest
prob
part
it.
is the fact that he can
Yeah.
just be bunched with your team and it just doesn't
Does not
matter.
matter. Yeah.
You on drop off teams because I played the time when I played it was with the Cyborg Man, so I gave him Gotham City Underworld. So I didn't even play him super.
So fun.
All this
Like,
blasphemy,
effective.
says Antonio.
Deal with it. Roll up. Let's do it. We got a
but
problem.
I played with Cyborgman, the Iconics Bane, the Poison Ivy Rare from Notorious, and so it was a drop-off kind of team. The idea was Bane would swap or would share his 13 attack with the plants that Ivy makes.
Yeah.
But it turned out I didn't need any of that. I just needed pulse wavies like Scott Porter.
Yep.
And like they're
He
really
can
hard
literally
to
just
hit.
win you games.
They're really hard to hit. They get like +1 defenses. They get +1 attack.
I think any piece that feels like, well, why would I play any other piece? Like, genuinely, any piece that's... I think this is bad for the game, Scott Porter. No offense, Scott Porter.
Yeah.
But...
Sakarian
When
left, and we now have a new 50 points that slid in.
It just feels
Sakarian
like...
was cool, though, so it's okay.
It kind of sucks when
Yeah.
it's like, oh, if I don't play these two pieces, my team is just way worse than any other team
And
that does.
I don't
It
agree with
feels-
that. I don't agree with that. It's 2. I think
Two or
white.
one?
I think white shirt. Every team should play white shirt. I stand by
But,
that.
like, across the board...
The black shirt, I think, is more of a variable than the white shirt. I'm not saying that I'm like in love with the figure, but I think I am kind of in the same boat outside of Scott Porter's though, because I think everyone is kind of unanimously agreeing like they're
Not fun.
they're nutso.
I think if they had one of their abilities, like
Yeah.
if Black Shirt just had, I can be on every team, and then here's some rerolls, like theme prop, that'd be cool.
Beginning of the game, you get to pick one of the
Yeah.
printed effects on this card.
That'd be
So
fun.
it's like white shirt can either give everyone a +1 attack, or he can pulse wave, ignore people, knock.
I
out.
like white shirt Porter, but
Yeah.
he should also be banned. Well, there you go. There's some opinions from
I
outside
think,
folks.
I think they should have been like purple ring figures. Bring back the purple ring.
100% on white shirt. Yeah, like white shirt is he's too
You
crazy.
want to play him for fun.
Outside of that,
these
truthfully,
these are broken pieces.
I played against him 3 times now, and I love this figure. I am super high on this figure. I might have even done a podcast about this figure. I hate playing against this figure.
Do you really?
Dude, playing as Camo is tough.
Wow, that blows my mind.
It's so tough, bro.
That's crazy,
Because
dude.
every turn he's just bashing you,
dude.
man.
Three attacks
You're on a
every
timer
turn
with
on
Camo,
one dude.
and it feels like the timer can't end. So like,
Camo-
I'm not kidding. I love Camo. He's
Camo's
probably
got
my
the
favorite figure to
nonstop-
play.
Dude, between the
But I hate
willpower,
playing
the
against
free
him.
shark each turn, the shark being able to attack twice, dude.
I hate him.
I just love the tempo that Camo has. It's so fun. But I see it. I don't get you wrong. I see it.
But when you get damaged by these figures you hate, guys, when you get beaten down into the dirt by these massive, nasty pieces, you're going to need some supports.
That's right.
And that's why we need to figure out who the best support piece is.
I love
And
these
for everyone who
results so
voted, we did not mean literal who has support.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of you guys
I
took
think,
that as just like, well, they are
that's
the
kind
best
of on
person
us.
with support.
It's kind of on
Yeah,
us.
we meant more like
Yeah.
support figures.
Is it
Should
on
have
us,
put
though?
should have put
'Cause-
support in
because we
quotes.
didn't specify any other singular power.
Yeah, it's so true.
Best
like a vote.
energy explosion.
Yeah, we didn't do that anywhere else. So like, I think you guys should have known what we meant by like
It's okay.
support. Like that's the role they fill, not the power they have. There was a lot of Indigo 1 and I can't remember the other person. Yeah, these are my favorite results of the night.
These are truly
these are
wild results.
hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think we need to discuss just supports a bit. There's been a lot of really good support figures that have come out this year.
One of my top favorites was Bats.
Yeah, you were talking about him
Yeah,
earlier.
that was like one of my favorite figures. If I could play them in multiple, like if it made more sense to play them in multiples, I would have.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like super economic little piece. One of my favorite things in pulp. So like
Whoa.
the pulp format really shifted my idea of a lot of figures that I wanted to play with because I wanted
think
to
so,
play
yeah.
even if like the format wasn't pulp. I was like building pulp teams, so I was like, I'm gonna run this pulp team.
Definitely.
And so like Bats was one of my favorite support pieces.
I really liked the starter set Watcher.
Starter set Watcher.
I know he's not this year, but
going from Perplex to Outwit, TK that can see through. When I first realized like mid game that I could TK one of my friendly characters through like a wall, not like send them through a wall, but I could see through the wall to TK them like further. When I first realized that, I was overjoyed, and it was
I know,
it was
right?
very silly.
When people started putting Power Gem on him, this is a while ago, I was like, oh, now he's just like the most elite sniper in the game. I love
Yeah.
this. He's Cosmic Spider-Man Jr. For those of you who remember him from Web of Spider-Man,
geez.
Line of Fire Never Blocked. Madam Web, Mike White,
The
great pick.
double prob, right?
There were a
Slept-on
lot of
figure.
people, yeah.
And she also gives Spider-Man figures move through blocking without breaking it. They can just
Goons
phase.
do have a lot of good support powers.
Empower,
do. Straight up
plasticity,
support,
willpower,
yeah.
poison
Yeah.
on the figure
The
that may or
White
may not
Rabbit
have stole
is,
my likeness.
What is the White Rabbit? Mind control, support, and incap or something?
Willpower,
Weird?
stuff like that. Yeah,
Something
it's got
like
some
that.
weird power set.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
I didn't mean to bump you.
No, it's cool. It's cool, dude.
It's
I
cool.
don't care.
Okay. All right, guys. Let's do best support. In fourth place,
With
believe
an
it or
upset.
not,
An upset.
we have Black Shirt Scott Porter.
Take him fourth.
Fourth place with 23 votes. In third place, you guys are not going to believe this. We have White Shirt Scott Porter
Wow.
with 25 votes. In second, we have Aunt May from Spider-Man Beyond
that
Amazing.
has to be purely because they thought we meant
27.
Making
support
biscuits.
the power.
The
Yeah.
biscuits,
to
baby.
be fair, she's only 10 points, 15?
10 points. Yeah, she's a 10-point support piece.
Yeah.
It is insanely
I
good.
think she is.
Green
the
Lantern
cheapest.
Batman, that's a good vote,
That is a
Roman.
good vote.
Yeah, that was in there.
Could be the
quite a
winner.
few- I mean,
Could be
it
the
was in
winner.
there quite a few times.
We'd have to open the envelope to see.
We will. And your winner for the best support figure of 2023, first place,
It's not black.
It
shirt.
is
It's not white shirt. It's not
unspecified Scott Porter question mark with 37 votes.
37
Literally,
of you.
people just wrote Scott Porter. He was so
37 of you
powerful.
Just said Scott Porter, or you said some variation of like both Scott Porters or like something like that. And so, not only did Black Shirt by himself,
People are a
White
little
Shirt by
behind.
himself.
I see some comments. What's in the cup? Not winning best support? What? Wild. Aunt May? Question mark. Wheat cakes for healing. And now you guys realize you did this to yourself.
So,
Two
yeah,
Scott Porters.
going through this result list, it was hilarious because I realized at some point that the amount of people that just said Scott Porter or Scott Porters but didn't specify like a collector
didn't-
number
yeah.
or a shirt color or like however they wrote it, they just said some version of Scott Porter. There were more votes of just that than there were of either colored.
Truly
But then
wild.
also the top four still had the other two. That's how many votes. So like
I mean,
Aunt May came in second, but if you guys had put a number to all the votes,
it wouldn't have been close.
it wouldn't have
baby.
been even close. Yeah.
Oh, the music is.
music's too loud. Now the music's too quiet. Come on.
Why is the music still on?
It shouldn't be on, right?
It's muted. Should be muted.
I'm just gonna delete it.
No more music. That's what we got.
Sorry, guys. Let me get rid of the music. Is that this one? It is, right?
Yes.
Sorry, guys.
It shouldn't be playing. It should be hidden, but oh well.
Okay, there's
No music here.
Good,
No
let's
music
keep
for
it
me.
that way.
Okay. Good.
I
Good.
think someone
good.
just wanted the music back. Back is all.
The age of Scott is correct.
Yeah.
No music
good.
here.
As Luke Atkin, as they put it, so 3 out of the 4 were for Scott. Yes.
Somehow,
Yeah.
out of the 2 Scots we got
Shouldn't
this
have
year.
worked. It shouldn't have worked, but yeah, out of 2 Scots, 3 votes for them.
That's funny.
And the one that won is technically not even an actual figure.
Not even. Yeah.
It's a
That
write-in
is-
candidate that just dark horse, just plain Scott Porter.
I mean, my goodness.
Maybe they meant him like as a human.
Sorry, I was
Best
memeing.
support for
As
the,
Dang you,
as
Johnson
as a human
flamethrower.
being, yeah.
Dang you.
So just Scott Porter, best
Johnson
support
flamethrower.
for the guy.
Well, guys, I think it's time we do another giveaway in the live stream. What do we have?
What we've got.
Oh, yeah, the little Silver Age throwback for you guys.
Ooh.
To celebrate the saddest rotation ever. Losing Sicarian Iron Man, hats off. Moment of silence for Sicarian Iron Man's early rotation. Although we did take down Scarlet Witch with that, a soul for a soul. Just want to take a
True.
moment.
Balanced as all things should be.
I want to take a moment. I love you.
Take your hat off. Take your hat off. I
There you
wanna
guys
shake
go.
his hand.
What else is in that booster though, Caller? That's kind of fun.
Yeah. One of my favorite figures in this set is John Walker, Captain America. The rares in this booster comes with the Captain America shield equipment as well, which is really cool. He's got to be one of the most fun and accurate rares I've ever seen designed. He is
Dude,
seriously so fun.
Such a good dial.
Yeah, such a good dial.
Someone
dude.
who has no bias towards Captain America whatsoever. I loved playing that figure. He was a ton of fun.
And I'm sorry that he rotated early too.
It is such a bummer to lose. Like, just such a fun casual piece, man. Batroc the Leaper is also in this one. Batroc getting like a very simple vanilla dial with no special powers, no traits, nothing like that. He's like just seriously a ton of fun. I love this Batroc the Leaper. He's just been great. Little George St. Pierre action, by the way, too. He's the third version of George St. Pierre we have in Heroclix, which is cool.
Now we can pretend Infinity Ultron no longer exists.
Savage.
That is a fair point as well.
Oh, savage.
Chase Captain America Falcon, I'm sad about leaving. Still don't have that figure for some reason. Well, you
The
might have a
worst-
chance to get
the
one right
worst part
now.
about Chase Captain America is that after those first 3 clicks, he's just the worst figure you've ever played for 125 points. But if he stays on those 3 clicks, he's awesome.
Oh, he's
like
baller.
seriously
He's
so much
Nightcrawler
fun.
on steroids.
Yeah, dude. So I did like that Chase Captain America. He's a bummer to see go. There's also Monica Rambeau, and then the Eric Killmonger is in here. Dennis asks, what are we excited for in the next Disney Plus set?
Moon Knight.
I don't have any bias towards Sam Wilson,
Moon
Captain
Knight,
America,
please.
but I
Give me
do
some
think
Moon
he's a
Knight.
ton of fun. I did like both versions.
Or
we got.
Werewolf by Night stuff would be really cool too.
That's what I'm most pumped for.
Yeah.
Is Werewolf by Night. I think they knocked it out of the park.
That
like
card
Marvel
they showed
knocked it out
off in the
park.
packs from the Wheel of Vengeance set, that Werewolf by
cool.
Night was looking nice.
I love seeing the black and white style figures. I don't know if we've ever
Yeah.
gotten that before outside of
Really
like the old
cool.
sketch variants. So I'm really excited to see these black and white style pieces. I think they are going to be,
I think it's gonna be
freaking
fun.
awesome.
a
So
lot of fun.
I think it's such a bummer that Disney Plus What If Season 2 isn't going to be able to make it into this next phase.
Yeah, probably
set.
not. Maybe like a thing or two, but
Maybe a thing or two, but like more than likely probably not. Simeon, you could have brought the whole tray if you wanted to.
yeah. Should we bring out the charcuterie board for the
Charcuterie board.
however you say it? Maybe,
Charcuterie board.
guys. I think what we're gonna do.
A man thing would be really.
To do. I think what we're gonna do for this Silver Age pack
Stop spinning.
is if you guys want to comment in the next minute, I'm literally just I have an iPad right here, guys. This is how we're reading your comments. We've got a couple of them. I'm just gonna scroll randomly and I'm gonna pick somebody's name and you are gonna win us a Carrying Iron Man right
There you
now.
go. Oh.
So you can tell me when
Should
to
have been
stop.
commenting.
You can
Stop right there, Ian.
Actually, sorry, it's
Oh.
not. Okay, well, it's gonna be within a certain time period. I'm not
Stop right there, Ian.
here.
Yep.
Miles Kane, you have just won us a
Yo.
Carrying Iron Man.
Here you go, Miles.
If you're still around, I went up kind of far, I think. But
You got this
Sicarian,
booster.
Iron Man from
Make
Miles
sure,
Kane.
I think we have your
Thank you for
address,
commenting.
Miles, so here we go.
Is it just a board full of camo sharpshooter? Dang.
Charcuteries. There you go.
Ooh, look
It's
at.
just for you, Miles. We'll get it out to you.
Whoa.
That can.
Wow,
Look
that
at
can't
that
be
cam.
the charcuterie board that we're eating, is it?
Absolutely
It
not.
can't be.
That's
That
the
can't
one
be.
we set out for the
Let's
Heroclix
get the.
figures.
That's what we said.
That's for the guests. That's for the in-studio guests. Let me get our real shark.
Congratulations, Miles. We're going to grab the charcuterie board here, guys. And while we do,
Almost it's an empty beer can.
I really do just want. Oh, yeah.
Miles says stop.
Well, you just won, Miles. I'm sorry, unfortunately.
Here's the charcuterie board.
Do we have room to.
Yeah, good.
We'll have to take the awards out,
We could
maybe.
balance it between the 3.
Maybe if we
Clixys.
move your mic.
We just move them into a triangular formation.
Here we go, guys. This is fancy dining. But you got a snack while
Hollywood night.
you have a look at that.
Sorry
There's your
about
charcuterie. Your charcuterie.
No, leave him there. let him get all
Not,
gross.
this is mine.
Let him get all gross. Oh boy.
There you go. Is this gonna work, Calder?
I don't know if this is gonna work. I think that's like fine.
That's fine. I mean, you can move these
It's
statues.
like
if
close
you
enough
want.
to everybody. Oh sure.
You can push it forward.
Miles Kane says, "Where I was tempted to bring ranch. We're not doing like spicy challenges.
No,
No
no ranch.
charcuterie board.
We're
King
not,
charcuterie
we're not
board.
doing any kind of challenges tonight. But I was gonna bring my ghost pepper.
There we go.
ranch.
So, ooh.
Could have been bad.
That'd be me, Will Holland. Ian and I spent an afternoon taping up the bottom, and then we hit him with some spray paint. He was actually kind of tough. There's an odd amount of creases and crevices to a Maridroid to try to spray paint him.
Lots of stuff under
It was
the
kind of
boots.
interesting. Yeah, under the boots, under his armpit. There were some things on his like shoulders that were like hard to get. It was kind of weird. Painting just this weirdly shaped thing. So
It came out pretty metallic looking, which is
Which is
impressive.
good, yeah, which is nice.
not
Shout out
always easy.
Rust-Oleum spray paint.
I was gonna say, does anyone not use Rust-Oleum? in
It's the
craft
best.
works?
It's the best. Everybody knows Rust-Oleum's the best.
Excellent.
A little charcuterie. So, speaking,
Best unplayed. Is there a best unplayed chase of the year? I doubt it. I think
Best unplayed.
I think if it's like in that category, it gets played. If you mean personally, a chase that like, I had a Hawkman before I traded it, and I never got around to playing him, which was sad for me because that was like one of the few deceased ones that I really wanted to play. He was really cool. Sculpt is amazing, but I can't remember what I traded it for, but I know it was worth it, whatever it was.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was one that I never got around to. I think he's like good. I don't think he's winning anything.
Yeah, he's good.
He's not like
He's good.
crazy, but I like his interaction with JSA and JLA.
His
So,
sculpt is so
feel like-
so good.
I feel like Spider Knight is
So
definitely
good.
correct. For like unplayed Chase of the Year, Spider Knight's pretty up there.
Is it correct for good unplayed chase?
Oh, no.
Man. Why don't we move on to our
Oh,
next?
Let's
best
move on.
Unplayed chase
So-
of the year.
Our next category, the boys that hit the hardest. The people you put on your team that you almost build around. The ones that do all the punching, that do all the fighting, but they're just the best at it on your team. It's best main attacker is our next category. Who was the piece for you guys that you were like, this is who we build around. This is my man. He's the spearhead. He's the javelin of the operation. He's going to go in there, start swinging, and then there's a follow-up. Who was your guys' personal favorite main attacker?
Kamo.
Kamo? Nah, he was fun.
wasn't even close.
He was so fun. Man, he was so
he's
fun.
a beast, dude. I hate him, but I love him.
I never played him, but just because of like Worlds results, just because of what I had seen at like Nationals, like what was on a lot of teams, what people were worried about, my pick was Prime Spider-Man. My personal, like what I used the most was probably Rare Hulk, not the Prime, just like the normal Rare who hits like, he's like a 14 for 7 or a 14 for 6 when he like picks up an object. Avengers plus Close Combat Expert plus a printed 12. He becomes a 14 for some ridiculous amount of damage. Red Widow was another one that I think she was insane and put a ton of work in. This is like all pulp options, but those would have been my personal ones. I think, yeah, I'd have to go with Prime Spider-Man as like that's what I went with as my actual vote.
Sadly,
But,
that might be the winner. We don't know yet. Let's go ahead and take a look at our top fours. Perfect. Best main attacker.
this one was a real weird spread. There was a lot of people
It was very
with
weird.
like a lot of figures that only got like 1 or 2 votes.
Yep.
And so there's a lot to like look through and ponder, but yeah, in the end,
Let's just see. I'm gonna read everybody that's in the category. I'm not gonna tell you what place they're in. I'm just gonna read everybody in the category. All right.
Chase
Kamo.
Shaggy.
So
Chase
we have a
Shaggy
few
was great.
primes in this best main attacker. We got Kamo, Prime Spidey, Carnage Silver Surfer, and Black Lantern Superman. Those are our top 4 people that are in the running for main attacker. I'll tell you this: 4th and 3rd place have the closest vote disparity between them, and then it's just not even like, well, it's actually really close for 1st and 2nd, but between 3rd and 2nd is insane, like amount of votes,
Yeah.
like total big difference here. So Black Lantern Superman comes in 4th with 5 votes. 3rd place is Kamo with 10 votes, which means for best main attacker between Carnage Silver Surfer and Prime Spider-Man. And I hate that I want it to be Carnage Silver Surfer. I don't like both of these figures. Both these figures are the worst, and I hate playing against them. And I played against I played against 7 Carnage Silver Surfers in one day. It was horrible. Don't get me wrong. It's horrible. For best main attacker, the Clixy goes to why did I choose this category to announce? I'm not gonna be happy with the result. It is indeed Prime Spider-Man. He won. There you go. There he is. Whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Jackson says Superman ?
We can.
We didn't vote for him.
Yeah, we didn't vote
You
for
guys
him.
voted for it.
I didn't vote for this guy either.
I don't know why Black Lantern Superman, because Black Lantern Superman isn't
I'm a
a,
respectable human being. I wouldn't vote for.
he's not like a
I
main
voted for
attacker
That's fair.
on his own. He needs
Superman?
Yeah.
Black Lantern Superman is in fourth.
He's a
Yeah.
main attacker.
I mean, but on his own, is he?
Is
Are you
Spider-Man a man without his MOE?
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can play him without MOE.
You can play Black Lantern. Well, you do need Necron.
Yeah, you need Necron for
But
any
he's
other
still a
Black
main
Lantern.
attack. Necron ain't pulling up, hitting somebody with a hitting someone with a tombstone pizza
No,
for 10
I just,
damage.
I just don't think you think like that's an archetype build. I think, in my opinion, like I think Black Lantern Superman gets played on Black Lantern teams only. I don't think you're ever putting him on a different team. Whereas Prime Spider-Man, you could slot him in with anything. Carnage Silver Surfer, anything.
But it's still
even
best
Kamo.
main attacker, like,
Yeah,
even if you have Necron on your team, you do need Necron. Necron is not going to be the main attacker, right? So I mean, it makes sense to me.
I think I would have voted for.
I wouldn't vote for him. Arachnite
who
says
was
Michael
something.
Sitko.
I would have put
People voted for Arachnite.
something that
Unfortunately-
surprised me. Deathstroke.
Arachnite did not come out this year. Sorry.
Deathstroke took like huge swath of the pulp community by storm.
He did.
2 votes. Like
He also, like,
he got,
Manny
like,
Kinks played
almost
him in
nothing
Modern
for,
very successfully.
Yeah, he almost got no votes for best main attacker. So it was a weird split between a ton of different stuff. Too many to really go off of, but yeah.
I mean, for main attacker, I mean, honestly, the second I saw that category, I was like, oh, yeah, Prime Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It was
Which
no
is
question.
fair,
But
I
I still
guess.
voted for Kamo because I love Kamo.
You're a real
I
one.
hate him.
That's why. A real one.
Oh, well, guys, to let you know, for everyone who participated in the surveys, we will be doing the raffle for all of those fun prizes, which we have a lot of stuff. We won't show it yet, but we do have a Genesis APOC. You guys know about that one. We have other stuff for you guys, too. We'll do that at the end of the night. I don't know how many categories we have left.
We only have 3 left. So
3
these
left.
are, well, actually, we have 4. We have 4.
We have 4 categories.
These are some of the biggest, most important categories. So
Yes, they are.
we have best set to go along. Once again, best set, incredible category. What is the best set of the year? There's so many sets, right?
Very contentious.
And then this is we have worst figure and then best figure. So a little flip-flop there. But best figure is kind of what this entire award show builds up to. What is the figure that represents the year of 2023? And in this one, I do think we need a little to work on our reading comprehension. Just a little bit, no offense, guys. Because when I really
Been a
think of
continued
best,
theme this year.
when I think of best figure, I don't think of just like, oh, that one is on paper the best. I think of what is the best, coolest figure that WizKids actually made this year. That is sculpt, that is comic accuracy, so much more than just, oh, it's a really good dial. That's
It's
probably
a
the best.
culmination of all the previous categories.
It's everything,
really.
right? Yeah.
But yeah, it's what did you play the most? What is your favorite thing that like came out based on like sculpt, the design, everything. So yeah, it really is, and it's hard. It's hard to. It was really hard. Like it's always the hardest for me to pick. Sometimes there's a year where it stands out.
Sometimes there's ones where it's like, oh yeah, it's you.
Yeah.
Like without a doubt, it's you.
And what's weird is my best figure didn't get like a vote from me for best sculpt or best main attacker.
Oh sure.
It's because it does both of those things insanely good.
Oh, we totally forgot to do that one. Yeah, because I don't have an envelope for it. Okay, yeah. We actually have way more categories left. I apologize. We don't have envelopes for some of these categories. Somebody thought we only had so many categories.
Somebody got envelopes.
Somebody voted for
right.
Arachnite, which once again,
Once again,
was
so
last
that's
year.
another like. So it's really hard because when we put out these polls, a lot of people just think, oh, this is what's modern age. But we really try to communicate that it's 2023 or it's the current year. But we always have a few people, and it sucks to see them waste a vote like that. Ultimately, it's like just a waste of a vote to vote for like Sakari and Iron Man, Arachnite, because yeah, those are great figures. They did not come out this year, and therefore are just get rid of them. The vote doesn't count, so it's always just such a shame. Yeah, we're just focusing on this one,
just like the
just
Oscars
this year.
They don't say like best picture, and it's like once again Shawshank Redemption has taken it again. Like
Tom
we
Brady
really
has
thought
won
the
Super
new
Bowl.
movie
Highest selling movie of the year. Once again, The Sound of Music keeps crushing it. What in the world?
Okay,
You know?
so we'll cross out all the ones we've done. So we've done that
Yes.
Yep.
one. Done that one.
Yep.
We did that one.
Yep.
We did this one.
I will say
We didn't do this one.
We have not. We have not done that one. We have done Best Map.
Yeah, we did.
Yep,
Share
we did
Trade.
that one.
Didn't do this one.
No, we have not done that one yet.
Didn't do this one.
yes.
We have not done. No, we have not done that one.
Oh no, we
Not
just
Chase,
did.
yeah.
Okay.
And we need to do those still. Whoa. You can get rid of best map. We did best map.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we did do that one.
Yeah, we did. That's right.
Yeah, Atlantis Throne.
A lot of people are saying, like, for figure of the year is Pegasus Cap. I mean, I want it to be. Don't get me wrong. That's who I voted for.
Guys, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more categories left. And I want to do this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Please do.
Because no particular reason, actually.
No particular reason?
Legacy cards.
Not a single-
I think this year was honestly probably the best year for legacy cards.
I
Batman
agree.
Team Up had some
I
incredible ones.
100% agree.
Spider-Man had some really cool ones, I think. Man.
Avengers 60th had some pretty solid ones.
Yeah, they did.
That was
of
the set that I
Vengeance.
owned the
Oh
most
my
legacy
goodness.
cards.
Wheels of Vengeance was incredible. Wheels
Some
of
real
Vengeance had, I think, my favorite ones of the
Interesting
year.
choices. Interesting, like Black Talon didn't really seem to fit for me, but he is like a monster, kind of like weirdo
Yeah,
dude. So
he does
it made
that.
sense in its own way. Gosh, what the Howard and Man thing? Something that like I wanted to be legacied for no reason other than it to be modern again.
Yeah.
Like I don't even necessarily want to play it. I don't have the legacy card yet, but I'm like, I just want that to be modern once again. 'Cause
Daredevil
it's
2
amazing.
Kid. Get the bikes, baby.
Yeah.
Rev them up. That's
Get
all
the
I
bikes,
need.
baby.
That's all I need.
I agree with you, Dennis. I think Batman Team Up had some of the best legacy cards that we've seen.
Honestly,
That Atrocitus.
it might, out of all time, if we're doing all time, it might have the best legacy cards of any set as a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Atrocitus though.
It's just
Dude,
a really
he's so
good
fun.
spread.
If I was
He's
gonna
so
rank
fun.
thing I hate to play against the most in like a casual setting, absolutely.
Oh,
Does it feel
did I
good
play
getting hit for 7?
No, it doesn't. I played him too many times.
it-
You're right. I played him.
it is
That
most.
sounds
awful.
like a feel-good moment to me.
It
It
is
sounds like
awful.
a heartwarming
It's like,
experience. with
I have
Paul.
this team that really hinges on all the pieces being here and working. It only takes like 2 turns to.
Here comes
one
big,
is
dumb
gone.
red guy.
Yeah, and he's just like, oh, you
Here
had
comes big dumb red guy.
you had shape change as a defense. That's too bad.
Here comes the Hubba Bubba Lantern. Made of gum.
Oh my
man,
gosh.
guys, there were so many good legacy cards this year. I mean, just listen off a few that I absolutely loved. Daredevil, Jennifer Kale, so much hype around her. Two Gun Kid.
Oh gosh.
I mean, Lex Joker.
Oh, that was so
World's
great.
Finest. Oh my goodness.
World's Finest.
Yeah.
The Chief. The Chief was so fun
Did
to
you
build
already
Chief's
say
around.
great.
Avengers Prime?
Avengers Prime was a ton of
Prime,
fun.
So fun.
I liked the new take a lot of the legacies got in Avengers 60 of Squirrel Girl becoming
Yes,
the Avengers
dude,
babysitter
Squirrel Girl.
instead is so
Ant-Man,
funny.
The size change.
Ant-Man was cool.
Legacy cards,
Hulk was cool.
Best year for legacy cards was this year.
I agree.
No doubt about it.
I love the choice for Wheels of Vengeance too, man. Wheels of Vengeance had great
It's
picks.
been a great curve up, I think. I think in a similar vein to like how I think Iconics are just consistently getting better. I think legacy cards are in the same light there.
Carnage, KCGL. I agree. Once again,
Oh,
yeah.
insane.
GL.
KCGL is insane, dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
I forgot that one because I don't own it, and
A lot of people
sad that I
voted
don't.
for Harley Ivy actually, and I was like, "What does this piece even do?"
Oh,
you
that
know,
was another one.
that was
I know,
another
I never
high
knew that
up
one.
one.
Legacy. Gosh, Calendar Man got
Oh,
a ton of
yeah,
votes.
I
for-
bought
Yeah.
him right away.
He
got
was a ton of fun.
votes for support.
I love
did.
mechanics
Support
like
piece.
that. Mechanics like that
Yeah.
are fun. Plain
He
and
was
simple.
cool.
There's no other way around
The like
it.
the meta mechanic that like
And
enters
he's
the real
meta,
world.
yeah. If a tournament
Dude.
happens on an odd
I mean-
month,
I
that
mean,
is-
Brimstone
Meta,
coming
like-
back. Woof.
Like it enters the real world, like breaks the fourth wall of the game.
Oh.
Kind of like,
oh.
but also yeah,
But yeah,
On the
it's
right-
really
on
meta,
the right
meta in
page.
that
Meta,
way. Yeah.
meta.
yeah, double layer meta.
Well, guys, your best legacy card. Fourth place, it was Carnage.
That's got to be the 2x2.
Could be.
Oh, there is the little Carnage
There is
too.
the-
It's
Could be
got to be.
Baby
I just,
Junior Carnage.
it's got to be
Yeah.
a 2x2. Yeah.
In third place, it was a tie with 9 votes. So, I mean, here's just to give you an idea. Carnage had 8 votes. This tie had 9 votes each. Daredevil and Calendar Man in third place. Guys, if third and fourth are getting that low of votes, that just shows you how many good legacy cards there were this year.
Yeah.
It was a good spread.
In second place with only 11, KC Green Lantern. That means that the
That's
first
wild.
place figure has to be one of the, I don't know, most ballin' figures ever.
I thought you were gonna say one of the finest figures
One of
ever.
the-
I thought that's what you were
one
gonna say.
of a dynamic duo, if
It's
you will.
definitely
Guys,
a figure that exists in this world.
very fine.
Incredible, incredible.
All right, enough of that.
Just
awful
announce
stuff.
it.
You guys know the answer. 27 votes, crushing the competition. Obvious. I mean, it's my favorite figure of the year in terms of playability. You know who it is. It's World's Finest. A nice back shot for you to start things off. A great
reveal here.
That's what you want to call.
Yeah, it's a shot of their back.
Okay.
And wow.
What a piece.
To bring back. This was always one that back in the day when it came out, I wanted to make it work, and it just never did.
Yeah, they were just, what were they, 200 points? 175?
The lower line was what I'd still try to play them at, and they would just die.
Was that
so
75
easily.
or something like that? Yeah.
So
they're
they
way more
finally-
stout.
Dude, the defense power, when I first got this piece, I was playing it against Luke, like the legacy figure, and he goes, what's his defense power? I was like, oh, super senses, I get a bonus when I have action tokens, invincible, and combat reflexes. And he's like, oh, what is it really? I was like, no,
that's what it is.
It's literally,
That's what
he
it is.
didn't believe me.
That's a stupid amount of powers we got.
I then proceeded to beat him
You're
7
like,
times in
what do you
a row.
mean? It's Batman and
So
Superman.
sick.
Yeah.
Jackson loves the back shot. There you go. Shot of the back. Does
Shot
that
of the
work
back.
for you?
Please, yeah, I prefer it worded that way.
Why?
Cape
Calder?
shot?
Do
Why?
you have a mind that would be found in the gutter?
Cape shot?
Cape shot. There you go. Cape shot.
There you go, Superman.
I can't with this.
What? You don't
So-
like Superman?
Yeah, I mean, yes. What do you mean?
I'm
Yeah, I hate
surprised.
that guy.
Jackson
great.
said
He's like my
earlier,
least favorite character in the entire world.
Jackson said earlier that
Luke says he can't confirm this. I did just.
He can't
beat-
confirm. He just
beat
got
the pulp out of him for all night.
Brimstone, most
I beat the
underrated
common
figure in the
uncommon
game.
out of him
Woke
with this
up
one.
the next night, beat the crap out of him again. Like seriously.
Yeah.
Oh,
I agree with Brimstone being one of the most underrated figures.
He really is.
I don't think he's like.
Because he doesn't have great keywords.
I don't think he's amazing because of the keywords, but I do think that he's highly underrated because of.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far
It
as
really
legacy
is.
figures
It really
go,
is, dude. The
especially.
keywords. Once again, a figure that
Ryan's
Saul
got
and
it
Richie
right.
gotta.
Batman and his friend. That's what World
I
Finest is.
wish it played like Batman and his friend.
There is not
It-
a single thing on his
Batman
dial that
and
says
his friends.
Batman.
No, not a single
Batman is
thing,
not
dude.
punching you 12 for 5
Yeah.
3 times in a turn and also hitting you with a truck.
Yeah.
Batman's standing. This is Batman's role. He's going, yeah, now that guy.
Yeah.
You see that guy over there? He's the master tactician of it all.
That's definitely more so. Look, that dial is like, yeah,
He brings
Batman ain't.
the TA. to
Batman's
the
not
base.
doing a single
Playing the
thing.
guitar like.
He's jamming. You've seen those videos where it's like the Bat family playing like Rockstar or whatever. It's like
Bat metal.
animated, the Bat metal videos. Have you seen those, Ian? Those are right up. You know what I'm talking
remember
about.
Deathblock, the animation?
Yeah.
So they take songs from like that band.
They were in Omaha recently.
and they
Metalocalypse, right?
they take like songs from that band and they redo animation, but it's like Batman and Robin and like
Yeah,
the
it's
Bat
pretty
family.
funny.
Batman
They've done a
has
few of them.
Mastermind. World's Finest does not have Mastermind.
No. I don't think Batman should get Mastermind. That's not a Batman power, I don't think.
Batman is.
He is a mastermind.
Yeah, but not how the power works.
No, I don't think that's very nice.
Well, you know, the next category that we'll go into is
Yeah, absolutely.
it's I thought this one honestly was another tough one to vote for. I think that top 10 figures and the categories this year, every voting poll compared to last year, like last year I feel like I was done like this.
Yeah.
This year it has been Calder is
Oh,
threatening
unthemed
to
is really good right
break
now, but
my,
everyone's too
World's
scared,
Finest right
Jack. Unthemed.
Oh,
No one's
what?
gonna play unthemed.
I don't even want to
Jackson.
describe what Calder's doing. No, I'm kidding. The next category that we'll be discussing is best generic, and once again, like it was just so hard to vote on everything this year because there were so many good generics specifically from one set,
Yes.
but also Wheels of Vengeance had some killer generics. In it
Yeah,
as
if
well.
you like
Notorious was the set.
truly generic stuff, Wheels of Vengeance is like the truest form of generic, where it's just
Marvel or DC.
yeah, it's
play it
like
anywhere.
yeah, it's nondescript vampire, fire demon, like all that stuff.
Here we go.
Did Batman
Did we
team
want
up
to save
have a
this for the
generic?
final category, or we just want to?
Batman
No,
team
I
up
think we're
didn't
getting
have
to the
one?
last leg. Of
I think
things,
we're
guys.
getting into the last
We'll
kind of
give
part
away
of the night.
Hall of Armor soon, and then we'll do the big raffle for all the people who voted, because who knows if they're in the stream. We'll do that at the end of the show, guys, and then maybe we'll hang out
Oh,
a bit
Simeon.
longer.
Okay,
Simeon, that's not what it's
that's
for.
not.
This is apple cider.
Oh, this is coffee.
We are going to get into the last leg. Once again, guys, this is a Hollywood night, if you forgot.
Dark roast, delicious.
But best
Bean water.
generic. I mean, it's weird. There's some people who really they don't like seeing generics in their set. For me, the more the merrier.
insane.
The more you find generics in the common slot, the more I like the set.
One of my biggest selling points on a set is if it has generics.
You gotta pour it at a tilt, called.
Oh.
Also, like Wheels of Vengeance.
It's not alcohol, guys.
They're
This
not
is,
technically
Welch's sparkling apple.
They're not technically generics, but the motorcycle and hell cycle aren't unique, and you can play them in multiples. So almost like a generic equipment, which I think is amazing.
I see. How was I to know?
The motorcycle, yeah, that's.
Oh, glass is warm, Simeon.
What? Warm.
Coffee,
warm beverage.
Police
would
officer.
do such a-
Hell yeah, police officer was awesome.
Oh, and the Spider-Man.
Was
set.
he awesome?
Yeah.
Oh, the one of the only rare generics that came out, I played a ton of, and that was
You want
Symbiote.
to top me off, Colin?
The rare Symbiote was probably one of my favorite
Yeah,
things to
let me
play in
fix
multiplayer.
Rare Symbiote. You remember our finals match in Sealed, Calder?
No, I don't.
Rare Symbiote made Calder's life a very,
That
very
sucked. It really
Plasticity,
sucked.
2
He
rollouts.
could not break away from him, and he also could not hit him.
Could not, dude.
You
It was
got him to his
miserable.
last click, and
it
then I
was
regened.
miserable.
That's so funny. And he's just like, all right, well,
War of Realms, Shang-Chi.
Hate to tell you that he's not
that's
generic,
not a generic. It's
and also not from this year.
You know what, though? He is in my top 3 Shang-Chis of all time.
I would agree with you.
Big
Yeah.
facts.
I do really like him
Do you really like him?
in the aspect of being one of the 3 Shang-Chis ever made.
Well, as far
Shang-Chi's.
as the best generic goes, guys, I mean, for me, I would personally have to say when WizKids stole my likeness and made Goon, that was a thrilling moment for me when they took my lankiness and
Your
put it onto a
lankiness.
sculpt and labeled it a generic. I was a bit offended by, but I'd say that was a highlight for me in terms of generic. I also really liked the polar bear. Pulling him was really fun, just because of how big he was.
Yeah. And you'd sometimes get a really heavy booster and be like, oh, maybe the
It's
Ultra
gotta
Chase.
be good. I don't know
And,
why you always associate heavy
Black
with
Lantern
good.
Superman?
No.
Yeah.
Especially after Wonder Woman 80, where you could get Ferdinand and generic Minotaur, and it would be like massively heavy,
And then
double thing of bubble
sometimes
wrap, and it would still be
crush
bad.
the chase in the booster.
Yeah.
The one with the whip, the cat.
Mm.
What was her name? Death Giver or something. It was literally something like a Death Bringer.
Deathbringer, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Death Giver. That's dumb. Death Bringer. Cool.
I am the giver
Way
of death.
cooler.
Death
Cooler.
giver.
Here you go. But I think generics will come to no surprise.
Luke,
and as the Top Gun sim,
I hate to tell you this, Luke.
Top Goon.
Despite what many people also thought and voted for, Frenchie's not a generic. He's one guy.
Yeah, technically not a generic. You play him like he is, but
Kinda.
That's true. But he's his own man. He's a unique.
That's right.
man. Simeon, with you being the Top Goon, why don't you let us know who the best generic?
Yes. So, in 4th place with 13 votes, it was the polar bear. Surprising to me because
Wow.
like my personal favorite is the Joker Goon, who has Batman enemy flurry, all that
Yeah.
stuff. I really like those ones, but polar bear in 4th. In 3rd was the werewolf from Wheels of Vengeance.
Oh, wow.
2nd, Quadian Thunderer,
Back
which
to
is
goons.
a cheapest way to get a lantern ring on
And
your
then
team.
Scott Porter existed, and everyone said, "Who cares?"
Yeah, exactly.
30
And then
votes though.
30
Good.
votes, yeah. So still made an impression and still really fun to play.
Mm-hmm.
And then the number 1 vote was Goon.
No
Goon, 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 goon,
surprise.
goon.
OG
there.
Goon.
Of course, it was the Goon.
I'll drink to the goon.
An off-camera toast.
Yeah.
Just kidding. When we come back, we'll toast.
Well,
to
toast to the goon.
I do think that he's the best Goon to start with, regardless
Look at
of what
how
you're
long
playing.
this guy is, guys. This is a long.
If he was standing up,
that's me.
that's Ian.
WizKids
That's so
stole
funny.
my likeness.
Yeah.
If you
It's
think
so funny.
that is true, please write.
They got a
them
blurry
angrily.
picture of Ian doing laundry and also like trying to stop a car from hitting him as he was
And
crossing
like
the
taking
street.
pictures of me while I'm doing my
Yeah, you're just like carrying a sack
In
and
my
you're like,
basement?
whoa, don't hit me.
Stop taking pictures of me. Whoa, paparazzi. But yeah, I think that this is a great choice.
Yeah.
This is who I voted for, so I am happy to see him as a winner.
Chogs FM says almost the Goon Award. Truly, the only thing that broke it was a common werewolf from Wheels of Vengeance. But yeah,
I mean, it's what made Notorious so great, in my opinion, was just the amount of generics that we got.
made
I
it so
absolutely loved
worth buying multiples or like sealed
Opening
product.
those 2 cases
multiples of
that
bricks
we
and stuff.
had on
Yeah.
the live stream a while back, that was a blast. And then counting out all the goons, I think from 2 cases we had like 6
of
to
each?
8 of each,
Yeah,
roughly.
it was almost an even spread too. There
Which
wasn't
was
like
also very impressive. Like,
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
I was heavily expecting one to be like overly represented, but
But here we are.
I think also as just like a year for generics, between the goons and Notorious and all the random like monsters in Wheels of Vengeance, those are just such like fun themes for generics. What made World's Finest one of the coolest, most fun sets? What made Amazing Spider-Man one of the coolest, most fun sets?
World's Finest, the best set? Is that what you said?
No, I said one of the coolest, one of the most fun.
World's Finest is a
Black
cool set?
Cat.
It is a cool set.
Okay.
It is a cool set.
I
Only
thought,
because
I thought you were
chase
mixing that
theme?
up with Batman Team Up for a second.
no.
The
talking about-
chase theme?
I'm talking about old. No, I'm talking about generics because they had monsters for generics
Yeah.
in World's Finest
Black
and
Cat,
Spider-Man.
Witch.
Yeah. And
Demon,
so
yeah.
that like in Wheels of
The
Vengeance,
guy with the torch, whatever his name
it was
was.
just a demon. Wasn't there like a cultist? There was
Cultist,
a demon,
oh,
yeah,
yeah.
and a cultist, something like that. So like that was really cool. So getting those kind of generics back in the game was a ton of fun. Seeing Vampire Brood come back as a keyword from
Yeah.
Undead, that's really cool.
Love
So like
that.
that's a ton of fun. And then also in Avengers 60th, they had some totally different style of generics. They had a Spider-Man robot and a Captain America LMD,
Yeah.
which
Spider-Man robot.
well, he's
was-
bad, but Cap
No,
LMD is
it's-
really
I was
fun.
gonna say it was like, what a goofy person to put in a set. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
gotta get that Spider-Man robot. And it's
Yeah.
like, what is this even from?
I,
And he
yeah.
had
no
Council
idea.
of Kang's keyword. I was like,
He was very
What is
unique.
this,
Very
you know?
unique. So like that was another like fun bit for generics. I don't think there were any generics in Batman Team Up. Actually, I think Clayface is like the closest.
yeah.
Clayface, yeah.
Yeah, because
you
he
wanted
makes
multiples.
bystanders.
Because the
Yeah.
commons were all Teen Titans, and then there was some what?
Villains?
It was like the Teen Titans. There was Clayface, Batman enemies.
And like Scooby Gang and stuff.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
there
Scooby
really,
Gang.
there really
Yeah.
wasn't.
Why can't I think of their name? The people that the chief runs. Oh my God.
Oh, the Masters of no, the Brotherhood of
Chief?
Jeez, what are they called?
Legion of Doom.
Legion of
Legion-
Or
Doom.
not Legion, just
Legion of Doom. Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol.
No one
Jeez.
could get it right.
Doom Patrol.
I was looking at you
No
guys
one
like, you
could get it.
fools.
Yeah.
I have it. Legion of Doom.
Oh, my
To be
brain,
fair,
my
one of the words
brain
was
was
right.
just like chunking there. Like, please,
Yeah, well, I mean,
I could picture all of them.
The
this
apple
is
ciders.
it is 110%.
Yeah.
So
Almost like.
of your daily carbohydrates.
Well, how about a toast to the next category, boys? A best
Oh, I preemptively drank a little.
chase theme, of course.
Best chase theme.
You know, I think this was a really solid year for best chase theme.
Yes, it was.
I agree. Gwengers was probably the most standout thing
Can I
I've
say
ever seen.
the cutest looking chases we've ever had? In my opinion.
I recently
Scooby-Doo?
got the keyboard,
the Gwengers.
the like Iron Gwen.
They're actually.
Oh yeah.
People
Yeah.
kind of
Keyboard on the
poo-poo.
back?
People
Yeah.
kind of poo-poo on the Gwengers. They're actually kind of fun.
Yeah,
The way they incorporate all their like instruments into the sculpts is actually kind of cool.
it is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I
sound sexist, are you?
I'm not doing that at all. I was not a big fan of those chases. I will be brutally honest there. I just don't care for the character Gwen.
was one of those chases.
Your wife was one of those chases. I can't wait to meet her and tell her that I am not a fan of her chase theme. No, I really didn't have any interest there. I thought the Scooby Gang was very fun. I was very surprised to see how low they were selling for. Like even after release, like the Scooby Gang chases were immediately like.
I don't
40,
think
50
anyone expected them to be competitive, which is wild because they do have great stats. They've got low point values. They have like interesting. If you wanted to do something with mystery cards, that was like the best theme to run was that specific like run. Someone at like Mexican Nationals actually got like second.
Yeah,
I think
with the
with
detective theme, with it had the Chase Fred on there.
Yeah.
And Carter's Shield. So they were definitely playable.
Yeah.
Notorious brought us, I think, my favorite of the year. It's the one I voted for. It was Deceased.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I don't think it'll win. I think I'm a much bigger fan of Deceased than a lot of people. But I just loved like the blood-covered sculpts. I loved seeing heroes in that light. The Hawkman was incredible. The terrain at the base, if any of you guys own them, just take a second look at the base they come on, where Batman has the pieces of his mask cracked at the bottom in the stop sign.
Did I ever
Hawkman
bring
has the
those
pillar,
trades over for like DC?
You did, yeah, you did.
Okay.
and then
Yeah. It's an awesome
it's
storyline.
really cool. I really wish they would do that with the bases more, where it has those just kind of terrain elements added. It really makes the sculpt like feel more alive. And on top of that, I think their trait is really fun. So for me, best chase theme of the year, I voted for Deceased. I really liked them. Not expecting it to win, but if it did,
I think I also voted for Deceased. My memory escapes me right now, but for very much the same reason. I love the Marvel Zombies because it's like, oh, it's the heroes, it's the bad guys. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's cool to see that twist.
And kind of same thing with Deceased. It's really cool. And actually, just like what you said, that Batman sculpt kind of tells a little bit of a story of what's going on. So it's kind of fun.
With just a few minor details.
Yeah. I love that Hawkman. He's got like one of the best Hawkman sculpts ever made. Just zombie Hawkman looks so awesome. So
just covered in blood.
And yeah,
like D from
we're
Always
all
Sunny on the M. Night Shyamalan.
Dude.
Yeah.
Bucket of blood.
And everybody in the
Specific
comments
reference.
is kind of talking about it, but we are bouncing around the fact, yes, Masters of Evil. They're obviously an incredibly
they're so
strong.
fun.
They're insanely
just not
good
my
chase
favorite.
theme. But yeah.
Yeah. Which is wild because they have some of the best sculpts. They have some of the best utility. I think it's just like, I personally haven't read that storyline, so that's why it doesn't like connect with me as much.
They're cool.
But like, I've read Deceased. I've read some of like the Black Lantern storylines, and Wheels of Vengeance was also like, that's partially recency bias, but just because all of the sculpts are awesome, like
They are.
like a lot of the chases have awesome sculpts, but like for some reason Wheels of Vengeance is like, even though it's not really like a theme, like it,
Right.
I don't even know if it works as like a theme team if they all have like a shared
don't even
keyword
think
across.
so.
Like
Monster?
do they have a
No,
vehicle?
they don't all have Monster.
No, because like
Wolverine doesn't
one,
have
and,
Wolverine
like,
doesn't have Monster.
Yeah.
They should all technically have vehicle.
Yeah.
What's the theme? Just bad,
I don't know.
blank?
Yeah,
bad PG?
something.
Badass?
But
I mean, they all look cool.
They all look badass.
They all look
But, like,
badass.
that is my personal favorite, even though it goes against what I'd normally say.
The
which is
Riders. There you
The
go.
Riders. Yeah, I agree with that.
Riders.
Riders
Shark,
in
Riders-
the sky. That one's in water.
That one's on
Doing
the
the
fire.
Akira slide.
Jeez.
He's doing the Akira slide.
I
But yeah.
rode a shark.
Putting terrain by his side. To see if I could keel.
Oh my god.
I focus on the waves. They are.
I rode a shark today. Anyways, guys, the next category is best chase
Johnny
theme.
Cash, reincarnate Ian Eggleston. Whoa, the Man in Black. He's wearing blue.
You
Sitting
know,
in the Man in Black.
We haven't done a live performance yet. I don't know.
Oh,
Are we even gonna actually get to
do we
it?
do a live performance?
We
Maybe.
could, guys. If
We
you
could
guys-
do a live.
If you guys want to hear Calder sing,
Oh, geez, yeah.
and if you want to
we
hear me
could.
do a little rap rendition, maybe at the end
We
of the
could do it.
show we'll close out with some songs. But right now we need to focus on the best chase theme. And Calder, why don't you go through this one? Let me
Yeah,
know
absolutely.
Where it's at.
So, like we said, a stacked year for chases. In fourth place, we have the Carnages. Carnages are barely squeaking into this, actually, with only 10 votes. I'm actually really surprised by what's in third, just based on how cheap these chases were and how I just didn't think they were as sought out. But then in third place with 23 votes is the Scooby Gang. You know, a lot of people weren't big on them, weren't big on the sculpts, weren't big on a lot of things. But I think once you get the full chase set, you realize just how fun the Scooby Gang is to play as a, I think they're like a 400-point team at high.
You can play them 300.
You can play 'em 300.
every Batman team-up chase on a 300-point team. 5
Then there
at
you
40,
go. 5 at 40. Scrappy.
Robin, Batman.
Scrappy on the side or Scrappy main?
Scrappy main.
Main? Okay, then there you go.
25, 50.
So I do think, yeah, having a chase thing you can all play on one team is
Fit,
just so fun.
Multiversal Masters of Evil on one team.
I tried it.
Yeah.
It's a headache.
And only 2 on one.
Does
It's
sound
a
like
headache.
does sound like a headache. Okay, and then this is where we get the
This is where
biggest
it's juicy.
biggest change here. So, second place, the upset, dare I say, Multiversal Masters of Evil. Scooby Gang had 23 votes.
Yeah.
Masters of Evil has 72 votes.
Insane.
For best chase.
Crazy.
To be fair, there wasn't a lot of ways you could split the votes on this. Like there is
Not a ton.
It's not a super open-ended question, but
Right.
still, 72 into second place.
So for me, we get Carnages out of there. We get Masters of Evil out of there. With 84 votes, with 12 more votes than the Masters of Evil, is the Black Lantern chases. The Clixy goes to them. Congratulations, Black Lanterns. And I do think, once again, they're a fun team to build around. People were having a lot of fun using this. Yeah.
My mic unplugged a little bit.
Oh.
But yeah, the Black Lanterns are awesome.
Yeah, they really are, and it's kind of cool to get more lanterns in a very lantern-heavy year. We get the Black Lanterns into it. Them for the win. I think it honestly is a bit of an upset, taking it from the Mashes of Evil.
You'll have to go into the.
Oh
mic
boy.
and-
Oh, Ian, it's so sad.
It's okay.
But yeah, them taking it from the Mash of Evil is pretty crazy. And I think it just kind of goes to show you that maybe it's not always the most meta thing that wins. Sometimes it's just something that is a ton of fun, something that is just like, oh, hey, I'm maybe more casual, I'm more story driven, I'm not so much just whatever. But also, if you are meta, you're going to like a lot of the Black Lantern chases. If you're more casual, you're still going to like a bunch of the Black Lantern chases. Black Lanterns are a popular version of characters, and that's really more so where this chase theme starts to shine, is more so of fan favorite characters, less so than ability. Because I think if it was ability only, then it would 100% be Masters of Evil. But I think Black Lantern's based off theme, they win it. And it's kind of the same reason I think
They
Carnage
look really
is.
cool,
They do
too.
look cool.
Yeah. I mean,
there's
just
great
straight up.
sculpts.
I love the Batman. I think, it's interesting, though. I will say I think the Black Lanterns were some of the most hyped up chases. And we haven't seen a lot of competitive play yet, but I'm ready to be proven wrong. I don't think the Black Lanterns are going to make as big of a splash
Right.
as people claim they are.
Splat.
That does not go against that they can win like the best chase theme, because best chase does not mean most meta. That's
No, it
not
doesn't.
What it means. But I'm just throwing.
Because you
that
have to
out there,
remember,
guys.
best chase theme, right? It's the choice of characters that they chose. It's how fun those chases are to play together, or how good you feel about pulling them. It's kind of the same reason that, like, in 2021, like, Wonder Woman didn't win best chase theme. I think it was, like, okay, maybe the Lanterns won, but, like, Secret Six didn't win, because even though they're meta, and, like, some of them were just kind of bad, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was kind of a weird thing. But, like, the Lanterns were a really cool
Pulling
chase
any
theme.
of the Black Lanterns was like, oh, sick.
Yeah, it kind of
They were-
was.
they were really
I think
cool.
they also get the benefit of them being a god pack, being pullable all in
Yeah.
a god pack.
And there was
you know
a
what I mean?
secret god pack.
Yeah,
That
dude.
made it really interesting.
Avengers
We believe the
didn't
god
make
packs
it,
were well.
but they didn't make top 4. But there actually were quite a few votes.
There
for
were some
Avengers.
decent votes. I do think that's got to be one of the more creative chase themes. And I think this is like Marvel banking on Gwen Stacy's popularity and not realizing that they also need to be like good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
To be fair,
So
it's hard to like them when they're in a set where it's split between them and characters that can heal above a starting
Right.
line, and like you can play them all at 50.
to be fair, I didn't like Carnages that much either.
No.
I think everybody's pretty symbioted out on the alternate characters with the
Yeah,
symbiote.
I'm good on that.
Even though like Carnage was a different take than like all the Venoms we've been getting, it's still just like, I'm good.
He was nowhere near as cool as Venom
people
Cap.
covered in
No
nowhere
chance.
near as
Why we
cool.
got a
Captain
Carnage
Venom,
Cap?
there's just no chance.
I don't even understand.
So he at least makes sense because he at least gets better with the Carnage symbiote. It's like, why does Thor need the Carnage symbiote? He's Thor.
That's like when like
What adds
when
to
you
that?
give.
Take that trade, Luke.
I've had so many like arguments
I mean?
with like friends about like, oh, who would win in a fight, like Thor with the Infinity Gauntlet or Silver Surfer with the, and it's like, it's
You're just doing
at that point
Infinity
it's just
Gauntlet.
Infinity Gauntlet versus
Yeah.
Infinity Gauntlet. Like it's the
But
most
who
power-
could wield
yeah.
it better?
Yeah, and it's just
Like
like
a load. A load
Yeah.
of something.
it doesn't make one like so stronger based on their power set,
It's being like,
but
I'm gonna give 2 second graders Mjolnir. Who do you think wins? I don't know.
Yeah.
Whoever hits first.
Definitely Bryson. Bryson's gonna kick.
Bro,
Tyler
Bryson over
Saunders.
Gunner. Wow.
I saw that kid throwing rocks. He's got rage in his eyes.
He's got, he's got it. But yeah, those are the
Skip a
worst.
rock like 7
The
times.
comic book
Imagine
argument
what
of
he
like
can do
who wins in a
reality
fight
too.
is
Yeah.
already like kind of bad and like not
Yeah,
that
Batman
fun.
beats both
So-
of your guys' heroes. So
It's like,
we're
who
done.
wins, Katana with the Carnage symbiote or Gun with the Carnage symbiote? It's like, well,
Well-
they both have shape change now and
Yeah.
blades
For a
some
second,
reason.
I thought you were talking about Katana like the Batman.
No,
character.
her too though.
Yeah.
She
And then
can-
I was like,
yeah.
"Who's Gun?" I was like, "Oh."
There's
It's
got to
like
be
a split
there's
second.
got to be a character named Gun. There's no
Gun.
way there's not.
With the best, though, guys, we do have to take a moment to acknowledge what was deemed the worst.
Yep.
But you know what's interesting about the worst is that all this is opinion based, so you might not agree with it. That's totally okay.
Actually, had a lot of people just skip out and not vote
Yeah.
on this one.
So,
Yeah.
which is another like
I feel
perfectly
like
acceptable thing.
That's fair because it's hard to remember things that you don't like.
Yeah.
We talked about this with worst sculpt as well, but like if it doesn't make an impact on you, like the only thing that you're it has to make a negative impact. And a lot of times, if it's not a good figure, it just makes no impact on you.
Yeah.
So it's not even a
true.
negative impact. It's just like you forget it exists.
It's
Right.
It's just that misplacing. You know, it's the same thing with the voting for worst overall figure, where it's just like I don't even know because I wrote them off the second I saw them.
Right.
But guys, we're gonna talk about the worst set here. And honestly, these results, there's probably gonna be some heavy disagreement with. And you know, part of this could be that I had to vote for something.
I think
could
so.
be how a lot of people viewed it.
Yeah.
I think this year was one of the strongest years for sets that we've had. Like this year, seriously, was just so good overall. I don't know. I mean, I know what I voted for. And I'll share what I voted for when we do the results.
Yeah.
But guys, we're set in 4th place. We have Batman team up with 35 votes, which I'll be honest,
Wow.
how did this crack the top 4?
That
Batman
hurts.
team up was
That
my
cuts deep.
favorite set of the year.
What
I
other
love it.
what sets didn't make top 4? It would be Notorious.
Notorious
and,
did not.
Or maybe that'll give it too much away.
There are only 5
Yeah.
sets. Were there only 5 sets that came
In
out this year? I
3rd
think
place,
so.
we have Spider-Man Beyond Amazing with 44 votes.
Okay.
So a pretty close race, only a 9-vote difference. Once again, showing that maybe people were just kind of voting on like I have
Yeah.
to vote. In 2nd, we have Wheels of Vengeance with 51 votes, which we were talking about recency
was
bias
so
earlier.
interesting. Yeah.
Does recency bias affect a vote like worst?
I think so. I think if you really,
I think
if,
people
like,
are
you
also
really
like
just liked it?
can
Like,
get
maybe
soured
you-
on
yeah.
it by it being too close to Notorious and like all these other things. I think like there could be some of that, but that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, if you didn't buy into Wheels for certain reasons, like I see weird criticisms online all the time.
Yeah.
and it's like vocal minority kind of stuff. But yeah, Wheels of Vengeance gets hate for like having generics, for one less figure in the packs, which technically Batman Team Up also had one less figure.
Mike C says what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, Mike C. We're right there with you.
Yeah.
But you had to vote. That's part of, the worst category. But it is interesting to look at what people didn't like as much as what they did like.
whoa,
And in first place, in my opinion,
Iconics as a whole.
That's wild. That's insane actually.
I don't agree with that.
I don't
take
know
at
about
all.
that one, Rory.
Oh, he did a emoji face.
His tongue is
Yeah.
out.
So maybe it was
Ah,
hard
I
man
see,
to
I see,
read.
I see.
First place, for me, guys, no surprise. This is what I voted for. And, I don't think we really need to go into the nitty gritty of it, but first place with 69 votes was
Nice.
Avengers 60th. So, I'll just say the chases, fantastic. We've talked about that all
Yeah.
night. The set as the whole, for me, it was really forgettable.
For me, it was
It
Spider-Man.
was just a bunch of figures we've already seen. The super rares, I liked Spider-Man. For CUR, there's
I thought it
just
had
the
one
Doctor
of the most fun.
Strange.
I
is
still
cool.
think it has one of the
rare
most
Doctor
fun,
Strange.
one of the most fun CR actually in Avengers 60. But I think maybe just like forgettable as people are kind of tired of like Avengers, X-Men,
It
stuff
is
like
a
that.
very generic.
So I feel like
Avengers.
that's the biggest problem.
For me, it was Spider-Man. I didn't want the chase theme. The majority of the super rares, I think like Doc Ock was the only super rare that I really, really wanted. But yeah, like the fact that like there wasn't anything to chase in the chase theme of Spider-Man was my reason for picking that one. No, Avengers 60th, that was my vote for best because I found myself pulling from it like for all kinds of different team builds.
And
It
that's
had,
fair.
like-
That just goes to show that
and maybe there's
it's
just
an
specific
opinion, right?
figures. There's like a lot of figures I don't play from it, but like I'll never play Korvac, and he's in
No.
that set. I'll never play him. I'll probably never play the
Morgan
Venom
Le Fay is
Thanos.
super rare.
Is he in that one, or is he in
That's
Spider-
Spider-Man Beyond Amazing.
Okay, well,
And he was cool.
yeah, the Morgan Le Fay or super rare.
Just so many of the
pulled her
figures
in
in
a
that set
sealed.
just did nothing for me.
I pulled her in a sealed and didn't play her in that.
Somebody
like, felt
commented
weird.
while I said that A60 standout was Morgan Le Fay, otherwise forgettable.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Daniel.
I don't think I can agree with that.
I will never play that figure, but that's just me. Once again, it's an opinion,
Yeah.
and that's what people voted on. Avengers 60th.
Avengers 60th has the
Well,
best
now-
cap in
Yeah.
modern.
Ooh, I can't agree with that.
What
Not when
comes-
Pegasus Cap exists.
What comes with worst?
That's got to be the
Also,
best, Ian.
Comes the best.
Gotta
We
be the
have an
best.
envelope for this one. We're down to 3 categories, guys. So we'll raise an empty glass.
We need to fill them.
We can fill them up again.
We'll just raise them empty.
We'll raise an empty glass.
Raise an empty glass
then
for
we will
best
fill-
set of the year.
And then we will fill them up. And then
So-
we'll talk about the best set of the year. The other categories we have left, guys, is worst overall figure and best overall figure. And you won't want to miss these.
No,
and then
absolutely
we will
not.
give away our Hall of Armors at probably after best set here.
Probably at the best set.
And then we will give away all of the raffle prizes for participating in the survey.
So I'm going to name off all of the sets that are in best set here really quickly. In no particular order, because we'll get to that eventually here. We have Batman Team Up, Notorious, Spider-Man Beyond Amazing, and Wheels of Vengeance.
Don't forget about Avengers 60th. It's one of my favorite sets this year.
Well, it's not in the running.
Oh,
for best set.
man.
Sadly. This is actually a pretty tight race, which kind of goes to show you just how good some of the sets were this year. New mechanics were introduced in every single set that came out this
Mystery
year.
cards, constructs.
Mystery cards,
shared
constructs.
trade.
Really fun shared trade. I would say shared trades like Wall Crawler and things of that
Terrain.
nature. Terrain were brought, yeah, exactly. Terrain was brought back into
Technically,
Spider-Man.
the new map size.
The new map
that
size
came out
also
this year.
technically
New
came with
rules around
Spider-Man.
double base figures.
Yeah.
New rules around double base figures while
mean-
bringing the pilots and vehicles back into Heroclix.
Also new PAC. when
Things like
Spider-Man
the
came out.
Goons. Yeah, new PAC with Spider-Man. Each one of these sets kind of brought something unique and different into the game, and I'm pretty happy overall with who won the best set. It's not who I voted for, I won't lie. This set was very forgettable to me because, yeah, it just was. It just ended up being that way.
I might be giving it away by shaking my head.
No. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So, in fourth place, we have Wheels of Vengeance.
That's a shock to me.
It actually kind of is.
We all loved Wheels.
Love that set.
We
but
were all way higher on Wheels than I think
so
pretty much everyone apparently.
it was able to crack into the best set category. Third place with only 3 more votes is Spider-Man Beyond Amazing. I honestly think there's just too much Spider-Man bias in the Heroclix community as a whole. So you wanted me to announce this one.
Your
So
spider opinion
is more valid.
Spider, shut it.
Okay. And then personally, what I voted for somehow only got second, even though I think this is
This is what
absolutely,
I voted for too.
without a doubt, the best set of the year, in my opinion, but not to the voting, is Batman Team Up. I think everything that it introduced, I think the Kerr was fun. I think the super rares felt great to pull.
The jump from voting on this one to third, 34 votes.
Yep.
Second, 55 votes. So,
And now with an extra 15 votes tacked onto that,
70 total.
The Clixy goes to Notorious, ladies and gentlemen.
Incredible.
It had a lot of great
Great
things.
set.
It had the best theme for chases. Its generics won best generic. It had a ton of generics. It had great buyability
Brought the target
in
trait.
that way. It brought the target trait mechanic into the game.
Deceased, Black Lanterns. You can see the penguin on screen.
Goons. Yeah,
Great
some of the
generic
best Batman
selections.
villain options.
Classic Batman villains too. Like
One of the better sets as far as constructed goes. I still don't know how I feel about it in sealed, but as far as constructed goes, it's one of the best sets of the year for sure for me.
that Black Adam on screen too. Just beautiful sculpt. The Yellow Lantern keyword made him a lot of fun too. Great, 70 plus figure set. That's another note.
I think that does add to its I don't know what you would call
Buyability
it. It's
and
buyability.
viability.
It has so many unique figures in it. It's just such a packed set.
And yeah, I think Notorious winning it. Obviously, we both voted for Batman Team Up. Simeon voted for Avengers 60th.
Okay.
Notorious
can't-
getting best set of the year. I'm perfectly fine with that. I think
I understand
it's
it, yeah.
deserving. It was probably my second place vote is where I'd put that at. And that's I think next year we do the
Yeah.
tiered voting. We do the ranked voting.
So
now
much
we will
work.
raise.
So much work to do that.
It is.
Well,
And it was not fun to count these.
yeah.
So much
I think
work.
we do.
We
No, we
still
do ranked voting for ones that have definitive things. We don't do it for
These ones were easy.
Best
It's just
raise
like
a
figure.
glass
5.
to tiered voting.
Will I'll raise a glass to Notorious winning best set of the
There you
year.
go.
true
Fun
democracy.
characters.
Tiered voting.
democracy.
Imagine
this
you
age 30, 40 years.
30, 40 years
days.
of apple cider.
40 days. It's from San Frangelico.
I do think that it brought us some incredible sculpts as well. Notorious had amazing sculpts in that set. It felt great pulling commons and rares and stuff. They
Kite
looked.
Man, hell yeah.
Kite Man, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know, another piece that I thought I would play. I still have not played him yet this year. I feel
Kite
so
Man is
bad.
just Underworld new
Kite,
lockjaw,
dude.
yeah.
Kite Man's my man too.
There was just
It's not
so much in
technically
there
Welch's
that was fun to play.
unless it comes from
common through
Appalachia.
chase.
Otherwise, it's
Oh,
just
Appalachia.
sparkling cider.
Oh, I see.
Let's see. Let's hope WizKid sees this and brings us a few more DC sets in 2024.
Let's
Well,
hope.
we know
Let's
Time
hope
Masters,
DC sees
or
this and
Masters
DC
of
lets
Time?
them.
Yes.
It's Time
Masters of-
Masters. Masters of Time.
I think it's
Time.
Masters of Time.
It's timey wimey.
regardless, the little bit we've seen of that, I'm
Ultra
already
Chase
like,
Doctor Who. Yeah.
I'm sold. If it's gonna have giant figures, like we see that Batman
Dude,
dinosaur in there,
yeah.
dude. If we're getting the Jurassic
2x2.
League, dude. If we're getting like the old timey Knight version of characters, even if it's not a great storyline, they're gonna look really cool, which is gonna be dope.
The Dark Reign?
The Dark Knights of Steel.
Dark Knights of Steel.
Dark Knights of Steel is their storyline. If we get, we already saw what's his name, Rip Hunter. We're getting Take It to the Classroom, Rip Hunter.
We're assuming it's him.
I think, that's what we thought it was.
looks like him. He's got the
We're getting,
chalkboard, right?
yeah,
he's like
taking you out of class, bro. Taking you to class.
Who
We're
else
getting
explains
Vandal
time?
Savage. Vandal Savage for
Vandal
the first
Savage,
time in like
Stabbing a
5-6
globe.
years.
The last one I
Vandal
remember
Savage.
was like Origins.
Is it? Oh no, I think he got made in like Flash or Superman Wonder Woman, didn't he? Superman Wonder Woman had a
I don't
He was
know.
in. He was in. Gosh, what was the Dark? The one with like the slot or
Trinity War?
Trinity War.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
That's, yeah,
Trinity
there
War?
you go.
Okay.
He was a
I remember.
rare in that.
Still,
came
that's
back to
like 5-6 years ago.
Well,
8?
guys.
Is it 8 years ago?
2 categories left, and then our most specialist, most favoritist category. that
Yes,
we save
indeed.
For the very end.
The most important one.
We have the worst overall figure and the best overall figure. Before we get into that, why don't we give away our last streamer prize? Or is it? It might be. The Hall of Armors, guys. Honestly, as far as like stylization goes for Iconics, this might be like the winner.
As far as like the box and display.
The box is so cool.
Yeah.
It's so
The
good.
fact that you
It's
don't
so
only get
good.
5 figures, but you get 5 displays with the figures. Yeah.
5 unique sets of armor. I mean, come on, you can put whatever figures you want in those displays too. It doesn't even have to be
This
for
one's
that.
got a
Playability wise, I think they're up there. I
bit
think
of
they're
the
fantastic.
MCU Ultron drone lean to
Oh.
So we'll give away
No
a Hall of
strings on
Armors,
that
guys.
one.
Oh jeez.
And we may or may not give away some more stuff. I don't know. We'll see. But, well, how should we do this, guys? How do we celebrate with our fans?
The first person that
giveaway.
can tell me the UPC code for the bot. No, I'm just kidding.
That's gonna be 8, 6, 7 digits.
Somebody just guesses it like immediately, like no delay.
Somebody like ruffling through their HeroClix to grab the box.
I want you guys to tell me what iconics you want them to make. What's your iconic moment
Yeah.
in comics that
Okay.
you think should be turned
Give us an Iconics.
into an iconics?
I'll set a 2-minute timer for this one.
Kind of gotta do a little bit of thinking, here.
And I'll start it in a moment because I know you guys are on a delay. But yeah, the Iconics for this year seriously are so cool. I can't wait to see what else they do. With Kong and Sherlock on the way, like it just feels like Iconics
cool.
open up a special door in HeroClix
Kong
where
lock.
literally anything can happen.
Gong
Yeah.
lock.
You can make
Detective Kong
like
can be a that
So-
actually
anime
can be a thing.
HeroClix could
Right
be a
now,
thing,
guys.
you know?
Right
You
now,
play-
put
you
down
play
what
Misty
you
Knight.
want to be in iconics.
You play
Think of something
Kong.
cool.
Play
There you
Misty
go.
Knight and
Sentry
Kong, you're
Body
Detective
Rip.
Kong.
Whoa, that's the first answer.
That's a good one, man.
Heck
That's
yeah.
a good one.
Action Comics #1. a
Somebody
no-brainer.
Terrible
Somebody
one.
really hates
What?
Ares Edge.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Did Luke get the
actually commented on
UPC?
UPC. Luke.
Think of something, Emily.
Did-
You're not a
did
comic
Luke get
fan.
it?
King Kong's not from
We'll
a comic.
accept that answer, Emily. How do you ask this for a non-co-
6344828.
No, he
Luke
was
got
not
it.
even-
Jack
Yeah,
O'Lantern
yeah,
Civil
totally
War
got it.
banger answer.
Why did it flag that?
I don't know why it flagged that. Maybe it's because it was numbers.
Superman and Flash racing. That's a
It
cool
thinks
one.
it's his phone
Showing
number.
that. We're showing that.
Darkseid
showing the
shooting
UPC
Batman
though.
through time.
Ooh. Shooting Batman.
How would that happen?
I like
A
that.
Darkseid with that ability, maybe.
It's
It'd be
Omega
kinda
Beam,
fun.
and then it's like the portal. He's getting like sucked through.
Spidey
Pushed.
with train.
Oh, put them together? That'd be awesome. Actually,
yes.
I would actually kind of
If
mess
that was
with
a
that.
2x2,
That'd
yeah.
be cool.
Okay, please only comment one idea though, guys.
Only
so we don't
one.
have to count these.
We will not be counting any multiple ones.
Won't
You will not be
counting
getting them.
multiples. You only get the one answer, guys.
Wolverine
Please
out
just
of Hulk's insides.
Young Gravy.
Yeesh.
Young
We'll
Gravy.
count your answer, but
That's true.
I mean,
Go Gravy, you so vicious, you so fine, so delicious. I went through a Young
Okay.
Gravy kick here for like 2-3 weeks.
No,
Jay-
Not a fan of the
JMP.
gravy.
no.
People are saying it'd be awesome.
this
Aaron,
guy's commented like 5 times. Come on, guys, please only comment.
only
the
comment
one time,
once.
because we have to count these. And it's
Yeah,
tough.
only do something once.
Watchmen, that's a good one. Doom ripping out Thanos' skeleton.
Oh, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, Bill, congratulations,
That'd be-
best answer.
Technically,
That's a
we
good
already
one.
got that, but
Chase Taylor also
Not the
commented
sculpt.
the UPC.
They keep thinking it starts with 6 and it does not. I'm sorry.
yeah, technically.
That's the time. We'll give you guys a little bit more time.
No.
Well, I mean, technically,
Oh, I
those
guess.
start
Oh, that
with
does start with
yeah.
6.
Ace
Oh, yes.
Ventura crawling
6.
out of
Wait.
a
That's like
rhino.
kind of close though. That's like kind of close. 6, 3.
344 828 48913.
Oh, that's actually.
He actually got
Maybe
it.
it's the same. Maybe it's because it's the same UPC on a Hall of Armor. I think
Oh,
he
yeah.
already looked at.
It
Yeah,
should-
it's
it
the
should
same
be
on
the same
all
The
of
last
them.
comment
Yeah.
we're accepting is the Plus Ultra Siba.
That
There
might
were
be
no other
different.
comments that came in while I said that.
Yeah, that's
So
funny.
that is the
That's actually
origin
really
of
funny.
Jim I'd be down for. All right, can we get a count on? Oh, the boys, fine. Ricky, we'll count your comment. The boys, that's the last one we're accepting. You got it
Okay,
anyway,
let's
those
try to
are-
find all the unique answers here.
Got
I
it.
do
Well,
like
that,
the
it was
ace.
that PMJ
DUI,
guy.
man.
He commented a bunch.
Well,
DUI.
too many times.
Okay, let's see. The first answer was the Sentry Rip, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, Sentry Body Rip. There you go. So
Terry-
you count them. You
Terry
count them two,
Aries
and
in
we'll
half.
compare.
Okay.
Okay, I'll count up.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And while we're counting, by we I do mean them. I would just like to once again shout out you guys so much for voting. This is specifically going to people that are just kind of hanging out in the live stream, but we're going to do another giveaway here toward the end of the show, which is for everybody that voted. A big incentive for doing this is that we had an Apocalypse and Genesis grand prize figure to give away. I'm very excited that we get to give that away. They're pretty high dollar, high ticket Heroclix items, so just once again, this happens once a year. It's the start of December, and then it ends at the end of December, at the end of the year. So make sure you are voting next year. If you're wishing that you would have voted and got in on that, then you got to make sure your voice is heard. We had a record number of people, 219 voters. Next year, I want to see 300, 400 votes. I want to get a great amount of data to really feel like every HeroClix player is heard. Are we almost there?
How many did you have?
Oh, okay. They're getting there. We're getting there. These are great iconics, though. I'm seeing a lot of really fun ones in here, guys. And I can pretty much say there's quite a few of these that I would be pretty cool with. Not a lot of Captain America ones. A little disappointed in you guys. But that's okay. Well, I can deal with it. I do like anybody that says things like Kingdom Come. If they can stylize an Iconics that has like Alex Ross art on the sides. If we get like an
yeah, that'd
Earth
be
X,
tight.
Kingdom Come, stuff like that, Iconics, that would be really, really cool. I think Earth X could definitely be redone as an Iconics. I think those sculpts weren't done nearly as well as they could have been for some of those characters. So I would like to see that come back personally.
What'd you have, Sam?
I'm at like 46 right now, but I'm not all the way to the top.
Gotcha.
And Emily, you said as a non-comic fan, it's hard for you to decide, but they're making Sherlock Holmes. They're making King Kong. You could have done something
Grinch.
like, yeah, you could, the Grinch.
They're making the Grinch.
They could have been, they're making the
Yeah,
Grinch.
they
are they?
Yeah.
No, they're not.
No, I just
Oh.
they just told me today.
Oh, they did? Oh, right on.
That's there's a spoiler for you guys. The Grinch is coming.
Is coming in Iconics, yeah.
next year.
Yeah, I believe that. Oh, I believe that.
The Grinch versus Optimus Prime. Like,
Okay. I got 58. There's a lot
okay,
of
that's actually the number I had.
okay.
Oh,
There's
wow.
a lot of doubles in there though, so
Yeah, there was one guy who had like 5 comments and there was like 4 doubles.
yeah.
That's what I had, but I had 58 as well.
Okay.
All right.
So perfect. So 1 through 58, and we'll have to do another count of this. To you guys who commented
Dr.
multiple
Zeus
times,
icon.
thank you for being
Dr.
excited. But,
Zeus? I don't think that's quite.
all right, for the Hall of Armor Iconics, tell me when to stop,
Bullseye
boys.
killing Electro.
Guys, well, I'll just show you. I'm on the thing.
Oh,
1 to 58. Tell me when to stop, caller.
I'll stop right there. Oh,
You
geez.
got 48.
So 10 up from the bottom.
10 up from the
48,
bottom. The last
uh,
comment was the boys.
yes. Ricky Prignano. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm counting that one.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Mm.
Is it this
Is
guy?
that who it is?
Is it him?
That's where I landed.
That's where I landed as well.
Really?
All right. Well,
That guy?
congratulations to his own Bill on winning the Hall of Armors Iconics. A Discord subscriber, a fan of ours, actually last year's super fan. It
Wow.
pays to be a fan, guys.
I mean, it technically doesn't. That was random,
That is true.
Well,
that was random.
but it pays to.
but he's
it pays
commenting.
to,
He's always
comment,
watching
yeah.
our videos, and he's walked away
he's
with a lot of stuff
staying.
from
He's
us.
staying on top of the.
He couldn't
the
have won it if he
giveaways,
didn't comment.
the
is
live
my
streams.
point.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you guys saw it. It's all on the live. Play the replay. Check out the Batman background. If you see,
Five Nights
he's
at
got a bunch
Freddy
of
iconics.
TVs behind him.
Ooh. No thanks. Those would probably sell pretty well though.
Bill!
Five Nights at Freddy's
I take
iconics.
a Huggy
It would
Wuggy
probably.
iconic.
Bill,
Oh,
Bill. If you guys
jeez.
remember, Bill actually announced our Iconics
Bill.
category.
He did. He did
Bill.
announce that.
He's
Oh
wild.
wow!
And he won the iconics.
That's so. That's
So
so funny.
congratulations, Bill. We'll toast
Here's to Bill.
to 2022 superfan Bill. Now we get towards the end of the night.
That's
guys.
right. Just
We've
like the
got
Oscars, this is scripted.
2 more categories,
Bill
but
was
guess
always
what?
going to win.
We also have the category of superfan at the end. and that's what
This
we'll
is
finally
big.
say here. And that is voted by us, so that was not on
That's
the
right,
poll.
Yeah.
But
Not
we will
open
get
to the
in
public.
to, you know, with best, there has to be the opposite of worst, and we will get into the worst overall figure once again with what Simeon said earlier, a very heavy spread across the figures. And I don't want to dwell too much about what wasn't great in Heroclix and what didn't hit, but it's bound to happen with so many figures. It's hard to have all of them be on the bullseye, right?
Yeah.
So
Not all are going to be bangers, just because they're. And this is what like my opinion on the thing as a whole is, anytime there's a best of anything, there's got to be something that's like on the opposite end of that.
Mhm.
You know, so every time we talk about like our favorite sculpt, there's always going to be something that's like not a great sculpt comparatively.
you know,
Like because we're putting it as best compared to other things. So we're
Yeah.
saying like these are worse than this.
you have a probably a bell curve. A lot of things
Yeah.
fall under that main umbrella of like passable.
Yeah,
That's cool.
these are like
Yeah.
the
And then there's some that are just like, oh my god, it's amazing. And there's some that are like, well, I don't want to see this.
Get
this out of my
never
booster.
want to pull this. Yeah.
So without further ado, guys, we'll get into the worst overall figure. Once again, congratulations, Bill. He says in the comments, let's see if Bill had anything to say about winning. People are just yelling Bill. Gotta love
It's
that.
only $5 a
Bill.
month. Why
Bill.
wouldn't you join?
There you go.
Thank you for the plug, Bill. Yeah. Bill.
Bill.
That's all they're saying.
Bill. All right. Good on Bill.
It's $5 a month to
Um,
join. Why wouldn't you join our
Bill
Patreon?
Day.
Patreon. 5 months to join. $5. What does that get you? It gets you behind. Yeah, that's right. This is a Patreon plug. Oops, sorry for 68 people in here. Yeah, for only $5 a month, you get behind the scenes videos, looks, exclusive first previews, behind the scenes pictures of us shooting videos and things, doing like
Pictures of
this.
Calder sleeping.
And pictures of
Videos of Ian beating Calder with a bat while he's sleeping.
kind of a lot of those somehow. No, but we have a ton of fun on our Patreon exclusive Discord. We play games, we hang out, we do live watches, live streams. Sometimes we'll stream video games and just hang out with all of the fans, super fans in the making and whatnot on our Patreon. We have a ton of fun on the Discord. You can also get things like Dial H for Heroclix action tokens if you're at a higher tier, and win exclusive Patreon giveaways every single month. If you just missed out on the Iron Man Iconics, we're giving one of those away to Patreon members for the month of December. So if you join the Patreon right now, you'll get a chance to win a Iron Man Hall of Armors and a Guardians of the Galaxy holiday calendar. Those things are both being given away right now on our Patreon. Patreon
Yes,
plug
they
over.
are.
We can get on with the rest of the
Ian,
show.
send me those pics, thank you. Also, an interesting comment before we get into worst overall. Shocking that Scott Porter could all win both best and also somehow worst.
Yeah.
Excellent
Honestly,
analysis, Luke.
yeah.
Yeah, that beating you with
Wow.
a little foam roller while you were trying to sleep after our last live
It
stream.
was 5 a.m. Going to sleep at
Yeah.
5 a.m.
As
He's
I
resisting.
as I sat on Discord live watching the stream recording, just
Hands behind your head. Ian, stop.
I was like, Ian, what's he reaching for? He's reaching for something.
I think he's got a weapon. He's resisting. I started shitting you with that foam roller.
All right.
And then I'd be like, okay, I'm done. And then I'd pop back in and turn the lights
That was truly miserable.
I'm a good
All
friend.
right.
Truly
For
miserable.
worst
A lot
overall
of
figure, funny you should say it, Jeremy, because Simon Garth ties for fourth with Spider Knight.
Oh.
They both got 4 votes.
He must have a weird cult following, though.
Simon Garth? He's popular enough in comics
He is
for me.
the zombie.
Yeah. I think the reason why a lot of
really?
people hate him is he has that negative trait where it's like he's easier to mind
Yeah.
Which is
control.
not even that. That's the crazy thing. It's not that
Oh,
bad
no,
at all, and it like
he's not
never
easier
has
to
He's
been.
got
mind
big
control.
damage.
He's allowed to be mind
Yeah.
controlled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But only once per turn, then he gets battle fury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Wait, so was that in Amazing Spider-Man? Sorry to side note, the LE zombie from
That's
that?
Simon Garth.
That's
Yeah.
Simon.
That's
okay.
Simon Garth.
That's
Yeah,
all I want
yeah,
to
yeah.
know.
not Zubembi though.
Yeah,
That's a
not
different-
Zubembi. That's
a
just
different
generic.
one.
Right?
That is generic. Yep.
So yeah, Spider Knight, a chase, Simon Garth, uncommon, both
Yeah.
sharing fourth and third, I guess, with 4 votes. In second, this figure got a lot of votes for a lot of
wild.
other categories. 5 votes for Carnage Silver Surfer. So I think that's just 5 people that have probably had to play against it one too many times. But
Yeah, I can see it. I can understand it.
Yeah.
absolutely running away with worst overall figure.
21 total votes, folks.
21 total votes. It's OMAC.
Whoa.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. OMAC from Notorious.
Yeah, he's rough, man.
He's bad.
He's
He's just, I
just-
don't know. There's nothing to save that dial.
Not really.
25 points for it's two clicks.
Two clicks of light. Oh, scary.
Nope.
Reconnection successful. Did we glitch out?
Let's
for a
see. I think
second?
we did glitch out for a second. I think we're back. People in the chat.
Hopefully we didn't.
Yeah.
Are you plugged in right now? You are.
Oh, we're in. We're here. We're here.
Oh, we are here, man.
Sorry, guys.
That was scary.
Are we?
Sorry, guys.
Okay, there we go.
We're good.
Had a little connection scare. OMAC attacked our computer.
Yeah, oh man. The one-man army corps.
We didn't vote for you, OMAC.
So sorry, guys.
I voted, bro.
Oh wow. I actually
That was a little spooky.
to prove myself right with like, my own theories. OMAC was so bad I forgot about him. When that category came up, I think I voted for Scott Porter because I just hate playing against that figure.
He is miserable.
So
it's really funny that he could have been best and worst.
Yeah,
I love that Connor Silver Surfer got second place.
because objectively he is probably one of the best uses of points, but he's also one of the worst like play experiences for someone playing against him. So it's like it can be both best
unless
and
you're
worst.
showing up to like a meta event where it's like I guess this is
Well,
this is
yeah,
what we're doing.
if you're prepared for it, yeah.
Oh, that's so wrong.
Did you specify which
Yikes.
one or just say Scott Porter? Well, the voters
Could
did
be
not
both.
specify, so
No.
I guess both Scott Porters could be the worst. The OMAC or the
Unspecified
Prime
one,
OMAC? Regular
support,
OMAC.
though.
It's regular
The one that's
OMAC. It is
25
OMAC
points.
A. It's
Yeah.
25
OMAC Prime's whatever. He's cool.
He's like
OMAC
fine.
Prime's fine,
He's like
yeah.
fine.
Bill loves OMAC
kinda cool,
Prime.
yeah.
The guy who won the Hall of Armors, he loves OMAC Prime.
I think he's playable. Like OMAC Prime, like you can actually put it on the team. Non-OMAC Prime, you lose half your force before one of them gets to top dial.
So it's kind of rough.
The best
figure,
you say.
Figure of the year.
That's all we have left, guys. We want to just kind of
And Superfan.
And Superfan. Which is huge.
for
Which is huge.
enveloped categories. I should
Yes.
say. I will say, the best figure, easily the hardest thing to vote on. So many possibilities, so much variance across the map. I mean, you'll see that from the jump in 4th to 3rd here, guys, and then 3rd to 2nd. Whoa, 2nd to 1st. Huh, it's crazy.
It is funny.
This was a tough vote.
So
really, really tough vote.
with
so much
this
criteria.
category, there is a lot.
Yeah.
And when we say it when you're voting, we say for dial and sculpt, those are the two main points we try to hit on for best overall figure of the year. It's not just a figure that's the most meta or the most competitive. It's a figure that you think is, wow, you knocked it out of the park. So more so than just figures that are good, I would really like if people focus more so on things like 200 points fanboy dial Spider-Man, something like that. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, wow, that is Spider-Man. That is that version of the character. Fun, really fun pieces.
But
you
someone
could say.
might also vote like Carnage Silver
But then
Surfer
you can
because
vote-
he won me tournaments.
Exactly,
Yeah.
same thing like that. So there's a few different ways to vote for
I
best
voted
figure.
for Green Lantern Batman because I was like, I love both these characters.
Right. There's two characters
Simple
that you
as
love.
that.
It's a
Bruce
combination,
and Wayne.
and it's a good figure.
Yes.
So it's kind of interesting. Thunderclap Hope was last year. Forget about that one, please. Forget about that one. It was last year.
Arachnite was
Yeah.
also last
Yeah.
year. He got like
Yeah.
5 votes.
But
It's
that is
wild.
a 200-point fan dial.
It is 200-point fan dial. You're right. But yeah, so
200-point
there,
Ghost Rider. That was
when I
the,
think of like the best
play on.
overall figure of the year, I also kind of like to think of a figure that represents, the year of Heroclix, the year of 2023, one that was maybe on a lot of tables, one that was a standout character or a standout figure specifically this year, and I think there was a lot of choices this year. Honestly, I think there's just
Like
a ton.
20.
There's
30.
easily for top figure. There's just so many.
Mikey Minja says, if Scott Porter leaves this night as a 2-time champ, I'm giving away a random WWE Clix.
Oh wow, thank you,
What a
Mikey.
deal.
What a guy. So Ian, you said you voted for Green Lantern Batman.
Yeah, and it's
And
for me.
that's- yeah.
Well, let me tell you this: as a Batman fan this year, oh boy, we were spoiled.
Yeah.
It was both hard and not hard at all to vote for who I was going to. It had to be a Batman because I've had so much fun playing them. And Green Lantern Batman, what really boiled it down for me is the one that I was the most excited to obtain, and then also the most excited to play when I had it was Green Lantern Batman. Like going into Batman team up, it was literally like, if I don't pull this figure, I'm ready to pull the trigger. I'll pay $200 for this. I don't care.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
have to have this.
I think that's what
That's how exciting he was.
best
No other Batman
overall
was close
should
to
be
that.
like. What would you chase the most out of this year, or like what did you chase the most
It
out of
was
this year?
it was no question that figure. And then I ended up pulling him. That video is also on the YouTube. You
Yeah.
can see my reaction. I didn't believe it.
You're
It was
like,
incredible.
whoa. It was fun. Simeon,
So-
who is your best figure of the year?
No brainer for me.
Yeah, my best figure of the year was Capwolf. there was 3 chases from Wheels of Vengeance that I thought were the coolest sculpts, and that was Wolverine, Capwolf, and Namor. Namor, I think, wins out with sculpt, but I love what Capwolf does on dial. I love how he works with generics, and I love those specific generics more than probably most of the other ones. Like, I don't care about Yeti at all, surprisingly. I've never wanted a Yeti army. I have one now, but yeah, so Capwolf won it for me. That's a figure that I'm actively chasing. Like, I shouldn't say actively. I'm keeping an eye out for
Trying to
good
get one.
deals.
Yeah, you're like really trying to get one.
But yeah, more so than Namor and Wolverine, which are my like other 3 up there currently. But yeah, that set of chases I wanted more than any of the other sets of chases, and that figure specifically I wanted more than the other stuff. So
Absolutely.
yeah, simple,
Sure.
simple for me.
My figure of the year was also simple for me. You've heard me rant about it on the podcast before, but it's Pegasus Captain America. I'm a big Captain America fan. This was a standout year for him. He got 10 different versions of Captain America in this year, which is hilarious.
Felt like we got 30 Batman. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
it was
that
great.
hasn't happened in
But
5 years.
for me, again, Pegasus Captain America being a convention exclusive, just kind of get that higher rarity. You kind of try to seek after him, try to get him only exclusive at Worlds, which is such a big event for Heroclix. He's on the wings riding the Pegasus. I rode a lot of horses growing up. It's cool to see Cap ride a horse if you pop the wings off. I think that's really cool. The sculpt looks just absolutely amazing. I love the way that sculpt looks. And then, yeah, the dial is awesome. If you want to play him casually at 125 points, where he's like kind of overcosted, you can play him casually and still have a good time. And he's still strong, super casually, even if he's overcosted. And then you can play him super competitively, and you can go ahead and do that 40-point line where he's insanely good. He was the silver bullet.
Clix Open tournament.
You can win a Champion Clix Open tournament by playing 2 Captain Americas, which is what I did, you know. He has great counters to the defense powers, which is amazing. This is finally Yarnbjorn feeling like how Yarnbjorn should
People
like
are
feel.
very surprised that you picked Cap.
I know. It's so shocking. I know. Who would have possibly thought?
There's a lot of people who are stunned.
I count LMD Cap as one of the 10 caps. I think you should count. But anyways, yeah. Like Pegasus Captain America, it's super cool figure. It looks great. It plays great, and I feel like it represents the year of 2023. It was also the one that we got a preview.
Peanut base.
Oh yeah, it's the very last peanut base of its kind. It's going to be the final peanut base, so it's like hilarious.
The last War of the Realms figure.
Yeah, the last one who's similar to like
Dennis
the War
Ryan
of the
says
Realms
he's going to play
Avengers.
your Champion Clix team.
Oh good, hey, right on. With Camo 2 Camp. Hey, I hope you do. Hope you enjoy it. Ian and I's team, really, kind of like we were like putting it
I built
together.
that team.
Yeah, he built the team. I won with it. I'm a pilot. I was sitting
That's how
there.
it's been. It's
I
all
was
good.
piloting it, you know. But yeah, so that's my favorite
Some people
piece.
ask, somebody has to put Camo in the water. That's how
right.
it is. I
That's
wish I
right.
could have gone to that event. But
It's so funny. Put Camo in the water. But yeah, you can just take off the wings, and he's just riding a horse, which is really cool. It's a great sculpt. It's a great figure. I think it represents 2023 very well.
I'm gonna have to shine this in some
But
light so I can
who's-
see who's winning.
But who's the best? Who is the best figure, Ian? The best figure of the year.
I'll give you guys 4th place for best overall figure of the year. And this may disappoint some. Other people will be very happy to hear this. In 4th place, we have White Shirt Scott Porter with 7 votes. Just 7 votes for 4th place.
Interesting.
3rd place, Simeon. Who do we have?
We've got Capwolf.
Wow.
That was where my vote went. So
And how many votes did he have?
17.
To be fair, he is
Yeah.
tied for second. We
Yeah.
would call this like a
Who
tied
had
for
second,
second.
though, Calder?
Well, that's like tied with Capwolf. You could have put either one in second and third, technically.
Capwolf in 3rd, tied with this character.
Well,
in
I would say
second.
they're both tied for second because they both have the exact same amount of
I'm
votes.
saying it the way I would say it.
Okay. Prime Spider-Man comes in tied for second place with Capwolf. They both have 17 votes, both equal in that.
So-
And all together, guys.
best attacker, but not
right,
best
but
overall
not best
figure.
overall figure. I think therein he lacks in sculpt. Honestly, in my
That's
opinion,
gotta
it's
be
very
the
simple.
difference.
Costume is just so cool.
It is. It's just black and white, man.
And a lot of people, I think, had some solid play experiences with it. I know it's not everybody. It's not everybody.
Jackson, not everyone hates him.
But
Hardly
everybody-
anyone does.
All 3 of us at once, guys, with 20 votes in
With
first
20
place.
votes.
The best figure of the year, voted by you guys, was Carnage,
Silver Surfer.
I mean,
I think this is an upset victory. I'm not
wanna
gonna
say
lie.
it. I wanna say it is.
I really think it is.
There's a reason why he goes for like $250.
That is true
Yeah.
though. You're not wrong. The Clixy goes to Carnage Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer
It's
and
truly
Carnage are
wild.
both cool characters. He has a great dial.
Yep.
By great dial, he has like the best dial.
One of the most broken dials for 50 points, I think, ever.
Ever.
Yeah, ever.
It's hard to
Loud
top.
vomit.
We get some comments.
It's
You guys
actually-
voted for him.
It's actually kind of crazy. I think when people saw best figure of the year, just like, well, he's just like the best. Going to Heroclix for
Pretty fair,
Huntington's
yeah.
in the Silver Age event, I saw people running
Dude,
3 of them. Three
I
on a
remember
team
flipping
was
through
so
the teams
popular.
on my Facebook. I'm like, am I looking at the same team? My gosh, yeah. Carnage Silver Surfer and Silver Age with the Lightning Ring. Give that a try. 'Cause now you're dealing an additional 1 to each person you target. He has triple target. So now he's pumping out like 7 damage with each attack. It's insane.
It's insane. It really
So,
is.
Him winning.
Let me call my
Oh,
banker
Jackson's
and see if I
saying
can
it's like
afford that team
Moonlight.
real
Are
quick.
you guys gonna do a Moonlight type of thing where Prime Spidey really did win?
No.
I'll show you the card. It really
Oh,
says
It
Carnage
really
Silver
is,
Surfer.
though. Yeah.
That would have been funny,
We'd
though.
show off his
Yeah.
sculpt, but none of them.
What
We
was-
don't own. We don't own.
So-
Yeah.
What was that
So
with,
here's Notorious again.
Steve Harvey accidentally did the wrong Miss Universe or Miss America a few years
No, that
ago.
happened.
No,
Moonlight.
in Oscars.
Yeah.
The Oscars, they announced
Oh.
It was supposed to be La La Land.
La La Land.
La La Land.
Yeah.
Not
And they
that.
announced
I don't
Moonlight.
think
There's- so
La-
there's
I don't think La La
Notorious
Land was
again.
that great of a movie. I mean, I get the point it was
No.
going for it.
Yeah, I guess.
Anyways,
I guess. But anyway, guys, that is the Clixy
that's the
Awards.
winners. That's the winners. We
But
do. Have,
we're not done.
What do you mean?
We're not done. We are not done. This year, we have to talk about Superfan, just like every year. And we have to pay homage to last year's winner, Bill, our 2022 Superfan.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Great supporter.
Honestly,
you saw him win the Hall of Armor
if,
tonight. We saw him announce the Iconics.
If Bill could win again, he probably could.
He would be the Tom Brady of Superfans. We've
He's-
decided that. Bill is... I mean, my goodness, man. Like, Bill's favorite Superfan award is the next one.
Jeez.
That's the level of Superfan Bill is.
Uh,
But this year's Superfan is no slouch.
No.
I want to say that the person that is winning this year has
Caused
put in
me
so much work.
More notifications than anyone else in my
Jeez.
life for
He has
years.
blown up my phone at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I
Mhm.
love it every time, though. He has sent me teams with so many Ghost Surfers on them. So many
Too
Ghost
many.
Surfers, dude.
Too many.
My God.
He's made fun of my style and likeness an insane amount of times.
Yeah.
I'll
In
take it.
very funny
I'll
ways.
take
With
it
his
as an
friends.
honor. I'll take it as an honor.
I get
Printing
those pictures a lot.
printing my face on T-shirts or making memes out of me, Ian, Simeon, all of us.
Lucas
Way
Tom
too
Van Holland
much.
already is a super fan, but not because we voted for him. That's just his category of donation.
That is true. That is just his
Yeah.
category of donation. But if you guys are curious what it takes to be super fan, this super fan, he does it all. He comments on a ton of our Facebook posts, watches every single Dial H video, listens to every single Dial H podcast, supports us in so many different crazy
Joins the
ways.
chat, shows up to tournaments.
Yeah.
Helped us out at Worlds. He helped us type in the builds for
Yeah.
for the cards we made. And guys, let me tell you, that was no fun.
It was not.
And he helped out.
But
with
people loved it, but it was a hard labor
that.
to
It
do.
was. I'm glad you guys loved them because
yeah.
they were super cool. But this candidate, I mean, it was I think pretty unanimous for us. There
It
really
was-
wasn't that much.
It
deliberation.
was and it wasn't. It was like, well, how could it not be after the years of doing all these amazing things for us? But also this year had I know how I had a few other people in mind for Superfan as well though, because we had some standout people that gave things to Dial H for Heroclix or were just so positive online in person about Dial H for Heroclix, our content, and ultimately we want somebody that wins Superfan to be what we want to see in the Heroclix community. Somebody who's
And
a
this
friendly
really
face to
is.
see, someone who's unique to see,
Somebody
someone
who
who's
builds outside the box.
Builds
too.
outside the
Even
box.
his play style reflects Dial H,
Right.
which is not a criteria for us. But
No.
I do just want to highlight that.
Yep.
He plays. I mean, maybe it wasn't.
Plays like
Simeon's
us.
like 90%. It's like how they build. That's how he decided Superfan.
I don't think so.
I'm kidding.
I was like, no.
Wait, what? Really?
He was
Although
like, no, I don't like it.
although
I don't
will
like that he
say,
plays
Simeon,
cards
who
with
has
that.
the most unique Dial H builds, you know,
Probably
that is part of it.
Tendigo is-
I think Simeon.
that
Tendigo
unique?
is the ultimate build.
No one else.
Nobody has ever played 10 Wendigos with try.
But even then, like, yeah, I think you got some of the most unique builds
No one
out
just
of all
plays
of us.
pun variations of teams,
Yeah,
specific numbers for puns.
I don't think so.
Yeah, and he's been a challenger against us in tournaments for years.
he's taken home a lot of second place victories
Yeah, I have
against
not lost
me.
to him. I've whooped him.
Oh no,
Yeah.
absolutely. We may have beat this person 3 times.
We've beaten him into a pulp at this point.
Yeah,
which
but-
is also part of the.
And I've
criteria.
also beaten him in pulp, so
In-
there's that.
But seriously, someone that is just such a nice player, such a great sense of humor, and such a great fellowship camaraderie on the HeroClix board. Without further ado, we'll have a guest, Ethan Davis, to announce our superfan.
Hello everyone, I'm Ethan Davis and I'll be announcing the 2023 Dial H for Heroclix Superfan Award. This is a prestigious award with a long history. Not only is this someone who watches the Dial H videos and listens to the podcast, but someone who makes the game a better place with a good sense of humor and a welcoming personality, which are qualities that every player should have. Someone that enjoys the content of Dial H and brings the same fun that we do to the Heroclix table. It is with honor that I get to announce the Dial H for Heroclix Superfan of 2023. Without further ado, the Clixy goes to Tristan Halverson. Here you go, Tristan.
Wow. All I can say is wow, wow, wow. I'm truly honored to receive the Superfan Award, a tribute to our collective passion that transcends individual enthusiasm. The recognition symbolizes the enduring spirit of our Heroclix family, woven through shared experiences, strategies, and camaraderie. Heroclix goes beyond dice rolls and strategic moves. It's a journey into the captivating world of superheroes. I extend heartfelt thanks to the entire community and Dial H for uniting us. Let's continue embracing the thrill of battles, unexpected alliances, and the joy Heroclix brings. Thank you to the extraordinary community that makes our shared passion truly special.
Wow, wow, wow. What a speech, Tristan. Now back to the Dial H studios with Simeon.
It's cut stuffs really quick. Congratulations, Tristan, so much for winning Superfan. You want to go ahead? You can take it away from here.
Guys, I just want to show you some prizing before we show a little behind the scenes of just how much Tristan wanted this award.
That's right. So, Superfan, once again, I think Ethan even said it best, but Superfan means a lot, and so we reward it like it a lot. So not only do you get a kind of our figure of the year, we're going to sign that card and send it off to him, some fun Dial H memorabilia. You also get some Dial H Heroclix, and you're also going to go ahead and get a pair of Dial H dice, which are completely exclusive to Superfans, but also as well as these prizes that Ian's about to show off.
So we know Tristan's a big Batman fan, much like myself, so we're getting him a Cry for Blood OP kit early. This is a super sick OP kit. Honestly, one of the most fun ever. One of the best OP kits there ever was. A Guardians holiday set untouched.
This may be Tristan's Joker moment.
This is incredible.
Sealed
Guardians holiday set. Guys, there's so much good stuff in this. And then the figure that we'll be signing and sending to him is, of course, the Dracula from Wheels of Vengeance. We all absolutely love this figure. It was a contentious battle for biggest Dracula fan. Unfortunately, these guys lost. I won. But
Wow.
We get it. Thank you.
I won. They did not.
Big BDF, this guy over here.
Yep, I am BDF in my name forever. But I do just want to show you guys how much Tristan wanted to win this Superfan Award, and I hope he's still with us live.
Dial H, when will you make me Superfan?
What do you want me to do?
Subscribe to Dial H.
Yes, sir.
Wait, really? Finally!
And there you guys go. He was preying on this moment for quite some time.
Wow.
He sent us that, by the way. I might have edited a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
He sent us all of that. Tristan said, "I'm here. Don't worry." Congratulations, Tristan.
Good job, Tristan.
Thank you all so
Seriously.
much for such a great community. I'm proud to be a part of it. Tristan, do you have anything you'd like to comment further? Just let us know.
Tristan is always a joy to see at
He's
Heroclix
so fun,
tournaments.
man.
He's probably one of my most favorite players to play against. He's just always having a good time. I know we can always just have a ton of fun in our games. Play competitively, play our best, but not take it seriously is my favorite way to play the game, and that's how it feels playing against Tristan. He thinks outside the box. He's got great jokes. He clowns on us a little too much, but that's fun. So Tristan has easily put in the most work that any superfan has ever.
Whatever that was.
A random bolt has escaped.
Okay,
Anyways,
chair, bro.
but Simeon puts in Simeon also puts in a ton of work, for Dial H Heroclix, and so does Ian. But Tristan put in easily the most work that any superfan has ever done. Like, seriously, the T-shirts, the memes, everything that he's done. liking every single Facebook post. Don't do that, by the way.
Resurrecting old Facebook posts.
Please do not do that. If you want to win Superfan next year, take some ideas. Take some ideas from Tristan. Please do not like every single Facebook post because that blew up our phones. I had like 106 notifications on my phone at one point, and I was like, "Why? Stop." So maybe don't do that.
Yeah,
but
tell people not to like our stuff some more.
Please, like our stuff, but don't go back.
Don't
go back and like every single. I did break this chair.
He's great.
Yeah, random bolt.
I did break this chair.
I think it came out of the back.
I think yeah, it's right here. It's right here.
Man.
No,
the back is just
the memes are unending. He's also one of the few people that I will, not currently because my hair is no longer long, but I will mock and pretend to be them. What's that called when you do that?
Impersonate
them. Those things.
Impressioning?
Yeah, impressionate.
I'm impressionating him.
It's simple. I'm impressionating him. Yeah, Tristan's is just a hallmark player, and I think more Heroclix players should take Tristan's lead there and be. We need more Tristans in the Heroclix community.
Play a competitive match, but understand that you're still playing a game.
And playing against another human being and respect them.
Also, he shows up every now and then for Casual Friday. He'll show up to just a normal weekly HeroClix tournament wearing a suit with his buddy Ethan, who you saw in the video as well. I mean, like, the guy's just fun. He's everything you want in the fan.
Absolutely.
And everything you want in somebody who should be in the community. And seriously, congratulations, Tristan. We look forward to getting you all this stuff.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Just the raffle stuff to give away now, guys.
Yes.
Do you want to pull out everything in that box, Steven, and show what people who voted have a chance to win? And then we'll just...
You might need to move the charcuterie board.
All right. Oh, here. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. You're all paid.
So, first and foremost, I think, is obviously the X of Swords Grand Prize OP kit. So that's an APOC, a Genesis. We have a Black Shirt Huntington's variant of Scott Porter. Wonder Woman Generations. This is the Young Justice OP figures with the Wonder Girl team up. A Thor Gwen. That I think Thor Gwen is. So I didn't say Thor Gwen with inflection. It's and Thor Gwen.
And Thor, yeah, come on, there we go. I mean, she is at least, still a convention exclusive. Kind of hard to get.
I don't have one. So.
We have a lot to give out. Oh, here, I'm just kidding.
No.
So we got a lot of figures to give out. This is for everybody that actually voted in our Clixys award show. So again, thank you to everybody that voted. We really appreciate that. We're all nerds. We love data. We love collecting data. We love seeing data. We love seeing a statistical...
we love seeing collected data.
We love seeing collected data, and 219 of you guys were able to give us some awesome data this year to have this amazing award show that so many people joined for. So for all of your hard work, and by hard work I do mean filling out the form, but a lot of you guys also shared it to your friends, your group, and got more people to vote in it. So we really appreciate that. This is going to go out to you guys. I'm just
going to scroll randomly on this page.
All right.
We have 219 emails in front of me. And I'm literally just not looking. I'm scrolling. The winner of Thor Gwen here.
Thor Gwen.
Yes.
That is going to go to Chase Taylor 1807 at gmail.com. I think he commented earlier. So there you go. Boom.
All right.
Taylor.
Go ahead. We'll let's write that down somewhere, shall we? Yeah, put it there.
There
Just do it right here, yeah. Perfect. So, for voting, we posted this on Facebook. We posted this on YouTube. We posted this as many times as we could at the start of the month.
Talked about it
on the podcast. We had links in the podcast description.
Did a video about it.
Did a video about it. We try to get as many people know about the voting process as possible. But again, some people just miss it. Okay, Chase got it. We're going to send you an email here. We'll get your address, and we're going to send Thor Gwen out to you, Chase.
Nice, yeah. Send us your address to dialhforheroclix@gmail.com.
Oh, you have it written down. Perfect. That's awesome.
And that's all you need to do. Or you can contact us directly on Facebook. But please, if you don't send us an address, we can't send you anything. So if you did win something tonight outside of this, please let us know. The next thing we have to give away is Wonder Woman Generations. I'm just going to do the same thing, guys. I'll look away.
If you want to message us, if you want something, you can email us at dialhforheroclix@gmail.com or go to our Facebook page, Dial H for Heroclix Podcast, and just use the message function right there. But we have your emails from the Google form.
219 of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
so
the winner of the Wonder Woman Generations is, I'm going to say right here,
Simon?
Simon Ugavine.
Simon at
Oh,
Ugavine.
Simon at ugavine.com.
All right.
Ugavine.
you just won
We're
a.
doxing people's email.
We really are.
Who is at Google Mail? Not Gmail, at Google Mail? Is that a
Interesting.
Google Mail?
Yeah.
I'm going to just put his email there. if he
Yeah.
doesn't-
Yeah.
All right, you won the Wonder Woman Generations. Thank you so much. Again, thank you for voting.
We can email you too. We can also email.
We can also just email you
Yeah.
guys because we have
Yeah,
an
we
email.
Have, we have your email.
But it's more fun to like hear it announced. So
It is fun.
Yeah,
It is fun.
We'll announce you if you're in the chat. Then speak up. But we'll just send a direct email to the address you guys
We'll
provided.
let you know.
All right.
So, boom,
Scott
there you
Porter,
go.
black shirt.
Let's see who our big winner is.
These ones are hard to get. Sold out.
Am I still scrolling? guys?
You are still scrolling.
Yes.
You are still scrolling. Go ahead and stop right there.
Okay. How about right there?
I liked who it was before. We can go right there. That's fine.
Dark Visitor.
Dark Visitor at
yahoo.com.
Oh, dark visitor at yahoo.com. It was on Charles Gars.
Yeah,
I like Charles
I
Gars.
recognize that.
Yeah.
Well,
No, dark
Yeah.
visitor. Dark visitor at yahoo.com. Sorry, Charles.
I tried to make it random.
That's fair. That is. You know what? That's
I
fair.
can't see anything. You guys could, Why don't you stop right there? That they could say you rigged it.
That's true.
That's true.
That's
So
true.
That
I was
is
like,
true.
I'm gonna switch it up.
Impartiality.
So Dark
Impartiality.
Visitor at Yahoo, whoever you are.
Scott
Don't
Porter.
Spook us too much.
Ooh, dark visitor. Ooh.
The
Young
Titans,
Justice,
Young Justice.
the March OP kit.
An
which is
unreleased OP kit.
And also, a really fun thing about this, guys, is you can own the first ever figure with the marksman keyword.
That is
Yeah.
true, yeah.
Which
Well,
we-
Arsenal here has got
didn't
the marksman
realize
keyword.
until we were doing the
How fun.
video.
We were recording it.
And I was
that
like,
fun.
oh,
Yeah.
and he has a keyword I've never yet.
So it is, who is it? The Wonder Girl, the Teen Lantern,
And Arsenal with a Wonder Girl team up card.
And we will do another one here.
Do the last person that voted.
The last person.
And I don't know who that is.
All right.
I don't know who that
Just
is.
the very bottom.
STJimmyJ at gmail.com.
There
Saint
we
Jimmy
go.
J.
SaintJimmyJ.com.
Old Saint Jimmy J. Yeah,
Yeah,
Will
go
Holland.
on.
Marksman is a keyword now. Like
Marksman,
snipers,
yeah.
shooter guys,
He hasn't technically
bow and arrow people.
He's not technically modern yet, but
No, he is not.
Yeah, Arsenal has a
Got the
marksman
marksman
keyword.
What a guy.
Shoot, what was his email?
Ooh, Chase. Hey,
Chase
Chase, you're
Taylor's-
still watching.
I think it's Chase Taylor.
It's like 1807,
1807,
something like that. I want to
Yeah.
say. But
I'll
if
find
you're
it.
still in here,
Yeah.
Chase, email us. That'd be
We'll
huge.
Control F it.
There we go. All right, the big end prize. Apocalypse.
I got your
Generals.
email, Chase. Don't worry.
Both
I got your
Apocalypse
email.
and Genesis, the grand prize. It was like, at one point, this would be like $600 almost of like value at one point in time.
Yeah, some
I
of
don't know
the
if it's
early
like,
ones went for
what is
like
this,
$500.
$200, $300?
It probably still goes for around there.
It's like a lot. Yeah, it's like a lot. So,
All right, guys. Let me type in APOC Genesis first, and then we'll do.
there you go, to see who
the
wins
big
it.
drawing.
Drums, please.
This is it. This is the one that we've really been pushing.
This is the big award. This is hopefully what got you to
Stop.
vote. I'm covering my eyes.
I don't want to look either.
Tell me when.
There.
Here?
Yep.
Okay. It is timtamtium at gmail.com.
Timtamtium.
Man.
Timtamtium?
Remember the Tim Tams, Simeon? How
The
good
Tim
the Tim
Tams?
Tams were. The Australia video that no one's seen.
I forgot how good they were because we put Vegemite on them,
That is, yeah.
and they were terrible with that.
That is true.
Well,
That is
that
true.
sounds really bad.
All right. Yeah. Tim Tam.
It was a horrible experience, but Tim Tams, the normal cookie, were quite delicious. All right, Tim Tam Tiem.
You have
Let us know
won.
if you're Australian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Please,
actually, please.
don't be though.
Please don't.
What's
Be an
a lot of
international
shipping.
ship, yeah.
yeah.
At least it was a
what
small
would you
thing.
call that if like a weeaboo but for Australia? Weas.
I know they call like
A weeaboo?
people that like America are like Ameriboos. That's what they say. So Ausaboos.
That's a thing.
That is a thing. Yeah, Japanese people that really like
Australia
American
boo?
culture are called Ameriboos.
A marabou.
Yeah.
The Marabou coffee.
Will Holland
That's
has
pretty
heard
good.
of Tim Tams.
Pretty good. They're
Yeah.
a very good Australian cookie.
What a Hollywood night, guys.
What a Hollywood night, guys.
That's everything we're giving away.
That's
Do we have any special surprises? I really don't think so.
No.
I do just want to reiterate to you guys. He's in the chat even right now. Edison's Tabletop Games. Go subscribe to him if you haven't. It is linked up at the top. The International Player Foundation is kicking off in 2024 for an even better time. We're trying to get 4 players sent to Worlds in Memphis this year, and we need your help to do it.
Absolutely.
If you guys could donate any amount to that, it is greatly appreciated. We have a ton of fun stuff planned. We're going to be doing an in-person tournament. We're going to have a bunch of fun live stream giveaways. We've got from now until June to raise about $4,000 or so to get 4 players to Memphis. We want to pay for their flights to get them overseas or across the country, whatever it be, to Memphis. And we can only do that if you guys help us out.
That's right.
So, I don't know. I just really want this to be bigger and badder than ever. The first year was such a success. We already talked about how much fun it was for both us and the people that we brought over. So let's do another great job in 2024. Let's make this a promoted thing. Please check out the page, the International Player Foundation on Facebook. It is not very active right now, but it will be soon.
Yeah.
Took a hiatus.
It was just
that's kind of what happens. It was
it went from fundraising mode to actual
all right.
And
to now we're working.
We got him there. We did it. Yeah.
But if you have any friends or anyone that you know that lives abroad, if you want to seek out Heroclix communities from all those other nations and share with them so that we can get more people sending in like applications to win
to the IPF.
Yeah. That's another thing that we need.
It will be the same way as last year where they send in a video application.
Yeah.
Brief thing, just talking about themselves, explaining who they are, why they want to go to Worlds. And then we have the community vote on them. That's what we wanted to do ideally, but we only got 2 submissions. So they automatically just won.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that could be you, because we're going to do 4 people. So if only 4 people send in, then congratulations. You're the
You have a pretty high chance. So yeah, make sure you send in. If you want to come to Worlds next year, get in the running.
Hopefully we have some more submissions this year, and hopefully we get the support we need behind it. We'll be making some direct donations ourselves. We'll be putting in a ton of work to make it possible. We have special backing from WizKids as well. They're very interested in the idea. They loved what we did last year, so we will have some stuff from them as well to give away and hopefully compensate you guys for your generosity.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I want to make Worlds more Worlds, and I want to make a difference for people. I've used this so often, but truthfully, if I was outside of the U.S., if I was living like in England or Australia or somewhere, and I couldn't go to Heroclix Worlds, dude, imagine watching that on Facebook, just knowing like,
I wish I could be there.
There's no way I can justify buying a plane ticket to go here.
Yeah.
But if somebody could get me that travel cost, I'd happily pay the hotel fee.
True.
You could make it so much more reasonable for somebody by donating to this.
Yeah.
And, I mean, seriously, just think about how crushing it would be to not be able to attend the best event of the year. So, there you go, guys. Just hitting it home. Closing thoughts. How do we feel about all the awards we had, guys?
I liked them. I really liked him. I like doing the awards show. I will say, some people mentioned, I think we should add Prime of the Year. Primes continue to be a thing. I do think Prime of the Year could be a thing. We had Mission Point Character of the Year last year, but then there only being 2 sets with Mission Points, and it seemingly being dead. We axed it this year.
Plus we had Iconics come out.
I think adding in Iconics of the Year was really good. I think what we chose to do for the Clixys this year was fun. We didn't end up doing any of our special performances. If you guys feel like you missed out on something, let us know. We might try harder next year. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we thought our setup would be different for
but
this year.
We were flowing really well, and I really enjoyed reminiscing on I think that's what an awards show and then a end of the year show should be. You reminisce on the year that you had. You look forward to the year ahead. And I think we did a great job of that with the categories and everything. I think people had a lot of fun. Thank you guys again for voting. So I think it went well. Yeah. Can't wait. I can't wait for next year.
For next year's end of the year.
For next year's end of the year. Yeah. So let's get a good start on 2024.
364 days.
Seriously, already some great.
Some change.
Roughly. 364.
And some hours.
Next year a leap year? It's a 4. I think it's a leap year, right? Every 4 years, something like that. It's 2024.
Mercury and Gatorade.
Mercury is Gatorade.
I don't keep track of things.
Okay.
No, I have no clue, but
yeah.
Could be.
This is a standout year for Heroclix in general. It was a standout year for Dial H. This was the best Worlds coverage that's ever happened in the universe of Heroclix. So, 20-ish years. So that was awesome. We're going to be able to bring you coverage for other events like Champion Clix and hopefully Worlds again next year, which is really
coming
cool.
up.
which is coming up. So yeah,
That'll be the
in
next time you see us, probably.
3-ish. Well, the next time you see us, we're gonna have a special episode 500. There's a lot of big landmarks.
That's Hear Us.
Oh, Hear Us.
Yeah.
That's true. Not See Us. You're right. Next time you
At
see
an
us,
event, the next time you will see us,
us.
we will be in Florida. We will be covering that for y'all at home who don't attend,
That's right.
and it will be a lot of fun. So I don't know, stay on your toes. We're gonna kind of use it as a prepping grounds for what we want to do for Worlds. So there may be some new stuff. There's a chess timer event happening there, which
That's
will
gonna
be
be
very
really fun,
interesting.
yeah.
We'll be doing some hardcore coverage of that. And yeah, just capturing, the whole vibe of what it's like to go to Florida. Apparently it's a record year for attendance. I'm really excited for it. It's definitely the thing to look forward to. We have not had a tournament since Worlds. So we'll kind of
That's
get
true.
to see a new break in the meta, post-rotation
I mean,
life.
we have 2 new sets and rotation.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
First-
totally different.
First notorious legal tournament.
Yeah,
People are going to
Wheels
have to
of-
put their
Wheels
money
of
where their
Vengeance,
mouth is
yeah.
and put Scott Porter on top of that.
Yeah.
It's true. So
I'll say it right now. White shirt, Scott Porter, top 16. Every
Yeah.
time.
So I'm looking forward to next year. It was again, hallmark year for
But we do
HeroClix.
have episode 500 too.
Episode 500 is
wanna
coming
talk
up.
about
That is, a little mini plug for episode 500. We're going to have some amazing guests on, and you get exclusive privilege to be able to ask these guests questions if you join the Patreon on the Discord. So it's really, really cool. We have a lot of fun things planned for episode 500. In the past, for the landmark episodes, the 100, 200, whatever, we have done a live stream on YouTube. This time we're taking it back to the audio format. We do a ton on YouTube, and I think YouTube has a great place for videos and everything, but we want episode 500 of the podcast to be of the podcast. And I don't think Simi and I can do another 8-hour to 2 a.m. live stream of hitting each other with chairs.
That'll be for the
charity.
IPF.
That will have to be an IPF thing. So
It'll happen
episode
again.
Episode 500 is going to be incredible. We got a little reminiscent about just the year of 2023. If you want a real crazy look back into HeroClix history, our origin stories, all these really fun things, that's going to be episode 500, and a lot of cool Dial H history is going to be shared, and even some very cool stuff that I can't quite say.
You know how we
just
were talking
yet.
about we're working on some projects for the next few months that we can't talk about? This might be one of them. And
It's gonna be cool.
2024, once again, just to fully review, this was such an expansive year. We all moved together. I'd say that's the biggest thing. Well, we moved to you.
Yeah.
Simeon magnetized
I still
us.
live alone. I don't live with you.
You could.
No,
You can live with the
it's
spiders in the
That's the spider basement, the Simeon spider. Simeon becomes troll Simeon again
there
to
you
live
go.
in the basement.
I'll get rid of my
We all
current
live in
bed
the
and
same area. We
go
don't
back
live-
to air mattress.
We don't
far away.
live 3-ish hours away. Yeah.
And I mean, it's just cool to ramp up what we're doing and to just further legitimize why we do what we do and then what we do. So it's cool.
100%.
And to see comments like, what makes Dial H so great is a legitimate connection that they can see. That is really, really cool, and I really appreciate somebody seeing that.
Seeing that, yeah.
Because that's what this content is ultimately about, is, trying to promote what we want the game to be, which is let's play a game.
Play a game and have fun. That's
That's
what it's
it.
all about.
And let's overanalyze it for hours and hours and hours, because we all do that.
Absolutely.
To be fair, yeah.
All right. Any closing thoughts, Simeon, before we go?
No. Keep trying to build your communities. Anytime somebody says, hey, I want to check out this game, make sure they watch at least 50 hours of our videos before they start playing the game.
Yeah.
That would be my biggest concern. If someone doesn't have enough Dial H love before they get into HeroClix, then they might not stick
Issue.
around.
Problem.
Yeah. Now, if they have enough Dial H love before they get into HeroClix, they'll definitely stick around, because they'll be like, I'm so addicted to these guys. What are they even talking about? Oh, a game? Also,
That's happened.
They made a game based on Dial H? That's amazing. And then they'll come and play it. And this year was awesome. I'm really looking forward to Worlds. I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff that we can't talk about but keep kind of hinting at. Yeah. So I'll leave it at that. It was a good year for us, and I think it was a really good year to be a HeroClix fan.
Absolutely.
I think there's very few problematic pieces or stuff. There's always people that complain about different stuff, but I think I had the fewest complaints per HeroClix sets this year. I liked almost all of them, so yeah. And Happy New Year to everyone in
Absolutely.
the comments. Anyone that's sticking it out. for
Happy
this
early
long.
New Year. You had a day left of 2023. Let's hit 2024 on the ground running. But all that said, we couldn't have done this without you guys. Seriously, we do it all for you guys. You watch the videos, you listen to the podcast, you enjoy the game of
You
Heroclix.
talk with us at the event.
Just chat with us at the event. Yeah.
You know, it's fun to see people at World say like, "Oh, Dial H made the event feel so important. They made us feel so important." You guys make us feel important.
You do.
Like, I mean, we couldn't do this without you guys
Saying
watching. We wouldn't give all this stuff
It
away.
wouldn't feel the same if we went to Worlds and it was like 4 people and like one was like, "Oh, I've heard of you." It wouldn't be the same.
Oh, you're hitting too close to home.
Oh, you guys.
You're hitting close to home like I was hitting Calder that night after.
Oh my
the stream.
God.
And the night after the stream. Like,
There are some things in 2023 that can be left in 2023, and hopefully Assault is one of them.
Assault. It's called being a good friend.
Assault of the deadly foam.
That's
roller.
right. You did assault Ian when he was trying to protect the community.
Well, I was just trying to protect you, dude. Protect you from
From
yourself.
yourself.
You had a weapon.
Protect you from yourself. Anyways, thank you so much, guys.
That has
Thank
been
you all.
the Clixy Award Show. We'll see you next year for it, and we'll see you in a few months for all the stuff that we vaguely alluded to. Have
For
a
all
good
your
night.
Heroclix content, Dial H.